to give a shout out to our sponsor and friends at Reflective Edge Screen Printing, Oklahoma City's go-to screen printer for over 30 years.
Whether you need custom tees, stickers, banners, or branded merch, Reflective Edge has you covered with top-notch quality and service.
Make sure to check out Reflective Edge for all your screen printing needs. Mention Chubby Boy Magic and you'll get 15% off your first t-shirt order.
And tell Doug hi.
And tell Doug hi.
And now, let's get into the show!
Hi! Okay, if everybody would be quiet. Ah! That works. If you could just do it that way, that works. I just don't need this because it doesn't let me just synchronize that way.
I know.
This motherfucker.
That's cool. Are you checking the levels, like on the volume levels?
Yeah, so I've got video down here. This is just, hold on. It started now. We'll get into the intro in a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I have video down here so I can monitor it. And then I've got audio up here. And then so it pulls some audio from the camera. But this is the way you're going to use it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This is the way.
Well, man, like I have friends that like legit produce like big shit. And I was like, how do I do this on a budget? And like, and they're like, oh my God, you should have gone to college for this shit. And I was like, well, one of us did.
You're like, I am right now. The
like
college of life.
Yeah.
You did. And now I'm asking the questions.
Yeah. Well, and so the sheriff, that's what we refer to him as my wife. She actually did go to college for it, but she doesn't do that. She hasn't done it since
Hi.
college. Hi, Sheriff.
I didn't go to college and get a journalism degree also for this.
No, this is the broadcast electronic media side that's even more like the stupid tech part
yeah.
of it. So, okay, hold on. Now I'll actually get into the intro. Okay, yeah.
Barracuda.
What's with the horse's hat? Oh, what? Why are you laughing? I'm just sweating. Your hat says horses.
Welcome to Chubby Boy Magic!
And horses.
God damn
It does.
It doesn't. Does it? I don't think it says horses. Does
It says
say,
horses.
I think it says whores.
Says.
Yeah. Someone asked, like, do you? Because they were talking about coming
Are
on.
you a whore? Why are you wearing that hat?
So I have, this is one of my favorite bands, and they're out of Atlanta, and
Yes.
I have a shirt and a hat and some other stickers.
He has a shirt he got from the Baby Gap.
Yes.
That is a size medium.
Yeah, I'm gonna start losing some weight.
Schmedium.
Yeah, medium. I'm gonna start losing weight. But anyway, so I called my gym this morning. My valid membership is still valid. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I was like, I never wear this.
But
hat
you know
out.
what you're not going to do?
What?
Go to the doctor.
I was thinking about that today. I was like, man, when was the last time dentist or the doctor? Most important one, though, is the eye doctor for me.
Yeah, same. Like,
But not the butthole doctor. You don't, you know.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
Oh yeah, you still got plenty of
You're
butthole
like a
time.
As a matter of fact, I have like stomach problems. I've already had a colonoscopy and a scope.
Oh wow, you got butthole play R so early.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Was that with the real doctor or with your wife?
It was this guy named Julio.
He's got a little truck down,
it's behind a 7-Eleven.
down south of Stillwater.
He's selling
down in Perkins.
Yeah. He said it was tattoos, handmade bags, and colonoscopies. So I had a.
I feel like
seems
that was
legit.
natural.
Yeah.
I feel like that was good.
Yeah.
He's got the mammogram box where you just stick your titties in. And
He's like, what does this taste like? And you're like, what? Okay, so on this episode, I mean, I can't hear anything now. There we go. Who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you here?
My name is Turner. I have a couple handles on Instagram called
Tmilly.
A lot of people. That's kind of what I go by these
you've
days.
got like 8 Instagrams.
Yeah, dude.
27 YouTubes.
just trying the social media thing.
So at first I was confused by it, and then I was watching something like 2 days ago that was like, oh, if this one's not working, you start another one. And it came from a podcast. It was like, yeah, this doesn't work. Go try it with that one. And I was like, I don't want to do that.
So you've got.
It's kind of so it was just things. I was like, okay, I'm a big social media guy. I like doing the social media stuff.
Yeah.
It's all stuff that I was interested in. And it's like I have a golf page called Tmilly Swings, which I've kind of dropped. actually.
Dude, I don't know if
That could go two different ways.
I was like, hey man, I don't know.
So I was
that
like,
could go two different ways.
and that was the brand. So the thing is, they all try to feed each other.
You know
Yeah.
what it should be is like tea
Swangers.
time with Tmilly or T-Box.
There you go.
Tmilly on the T-Box, you know,
There
something like that. Because if you got like T-Mill swings, you're going to be getting that 70s dude with like the little pencil mustache,
He's gonna be like, hi man,
you know, or
how are you?
With the pineapple upside down.
yeah, that couple like feeding you beers.
It's like, come down to Florida. We have all the golf courses.
We'll take care of you.
We'll take care of you.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I don't
you
like
can play
that.
with my shaft.
You can play with my
You need to get re-grit.
We will take care of you. One glove, just one glove.
Just
Yeah,
one.
glove.
Just one.
But no, it's just stuff to try. Like, I don't know, just trying different things. The Tmilly swings, I tried it on TikTok and Instagram because a lot of my friends were like, we were all doing that.
Yeah.
really.
Right.
My personal Instagram is Tmilly. I just post kind of whatever on there.
Yeah.
Like my personal life, still vintage stuff. I have always done photography just with my phone. Like I've been, like my friends in high school and I would go to cool places in San Antonio. I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Born and
Nice.
raised. I moved up here to go to school at Oklahoma State.
Okay.
I played
Pistols firing.
pistol firing.
San Antonio is the jam.
It's pretty cool.
It's
My
good
brother
time.
used to live over off Wurzbach, so I'm familiar with
What was that? Horsebach?
Yeah.
Horsebach.
Horsecock. Sorry. Horsecock.
Horsecock.
Excuse me. Pardon me for my ignorance. Let me go ahead and turn this up so I can actually hear your bullshit. No.
No, it's I live right around that area.
Okay. Yeah.
I live off of like Bitters, Blanco, and
Yeah.
the high school I went to is off of like Wurzbach.
He was
Parkway.
off I forget the loop, the highway number in
1604.
1604,
Yeah.
I think. And
Oh wow.
right there behind it, there was an HEB.
Yeah.
Fuck, HEB is the shit. Oklahoma, we need an HEB.
Yeah.
So inside baseball, they've been looking. I have a buddy that works with them closely, and they have been looking.
So that
They're the
shit.
They're the shit.
If we could get an HEB, a Fred Meyer, and then it's not
Yeah.
Kroger. What's the other one that's down that way?
it's Kroger.
I think it's Kroger.
There's oh man, there was-
Kroger just bounced though.
Yeah,
They
They do deliveries now.
No, they killed it.
Yeah,
Oh,
they-
really? They killed it
They
already?
killed it. Like I think it's
Last month.
Yeah, it was at the end of last month, or it's about to be done.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they'll be open in Harbor. Fred Meyer's was actually cool because
Yeah.
when I was in Alaska in a Pacific Northwest area, they had all the Fred Meyers, and it's like,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Alaska. That's cool.
yeah, I
Is that
lived
where-
there.
No way. Well, how long?
7.5 years.
Where at?
Anchorage, but I was stationed in Anchorage because the military.
Gotcha.
Traveled over the whole state, so
Gotcha.
like
Yeah.
a lot of places that you can only fly into or take a boat.
I've been to Anchorage once.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my same aunt. She didn't marry, didn't have any kids or anything like that. So
She's real cool.
she was really cool. So
Yeah.
she hit me up one time. It was my winter break for my freshman year of college.
Okay.
And was like, "Hey, I need to I'm trying to go from like a diamond or platinum to diamond on my airline tickets." She
Right.
goes, going to Anchorage and back is like the perfect amount. Would you want to go with me? I was like, absolutely.
You're paying for this, right?
Let me think about this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because being in San Antonio, get this. So no snow. I didn't grow up going skiing.
Surprising.
Right?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
snow.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
Six Flags, but no snow.
no
Yeah.
snow. SeaWorld, Six Flags,
Yeah.
no snow.
Yeah.
But so I'm in Academy. I'm leaving on Friday morning. We're there for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
I'm in Academy on Thursday evening with my dad buying a winter coat because I didn't have a winter coat for the snow. We walk out of Academy and it snows for the first time in San Antonio in like 10 or 12 years.
You were like,
Oh, wow.
yes.
You're like, oh my God.
I was prepping for this.
Yeah.
So the next morning we go to the airport and the one de-icer thing that they
Yeah.
had for the planes was frozen.
Yeah.
Almost couldn't go. But no, I went to, that was really cool. I think it was, what's the town? Whittier?
Whittier?
Isn't that where Cody's from?
No.
Hilton?
No.
Or was that his grandparents?
I don't.
I can't remember. I'll have to ask him later. Yeah.
But
Because Whittier is a crazy.
You go through the tunnel to
Yes.
get to Whittier,
Yes.
and then there's like
Is
the
it-
one.
It's north, right?
No, it's south.
Okay.
So it's about 2 hours south of Anchorage. There's like the one highway. You go down by Seward, and you actually go to Seward, and then you take the train through the mountains
Fuck yeah.
Dude, you share
in a tunnel. You can drive through it.
Oh, it's that one.
It's that
Yeah, okay.
one.
It's the one you share with the train. There's certain times the train goes through, and there's certain times that cars can go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you can go on the train like you can drive up and drive your car. So it's
Yeah.
almost like a ferry type deal where you can go if you. But yeah, I've done that a couple times because then you're on the Prince William Sound side, and
which is really cool because I've said this to every time I tell the story. I don't know any military stuff, but there's got to be something going on in that town, like a secret rocket.
well, like
base
everybody
or something.
lives in the one building that used to be. It was like an old barracks building.
Oh, is that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So
okay.
everybody lives in that building.
It's
Yeah.
like a 16 or 20 story apartment complex, and
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
in that
okay.
town lives
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Bishop was talking about that forever ago. He was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, it's weird."
So
It's super weird because that's where they lived. That was the barracks, but the military base is still there, but it's like abandoned.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
There's
one.
several of those that are
Yeah.
abandoned. Like out in the Aleutian Chain, there's one on ADACT where it's
Is that
like,
the one I was sending you the reels about the other day with the old
with
McDonald's?
the old McDonald's? Yeah,
okay,
I've been to
You've been there.
been to that island.
That's
So
Alaska's
but
cool.
It was
For sure.
I was
I really
lucky
enjoyed
enough.
it when we went. Yeah.
I worked for NORAD, so I got to travel all
He was
over
hunting
the
Santa.
whole state. And there's 37 long range radar sites, and so we would fly out to them. Most of them you have to fly out to. There's only like 2 of them you can actually drive to. The rest of them you have to fly out to, and we would have to go out to them, all 30 of them, once a year. So you're gone like every year, home for a week, gone for a week. And it's out like most of them are along the coastline. So you're like all along the North Slope, all along the west coast of Alaska, out in the Aleutian Chain. And
Where's that? What's that national park called up there? The
Denali. Well, there's
or I was thinking of is it Glacier or Gates?
the
Yeah,
Gates
Gates. What is that one called?
of the Arctic or something.
Yeah,
Some-
that's
yes.
that's the
Gates
one.
of the Arctic.
So that's the one you can only fly into, right?
It's
I
like
think so. And then there's like something glacier. It's not the Glacier National Park. 'Cause
But
that's
Montana?
Southern, in like Montana or
Yeah.
Idaho or something. But there's another one that's like something with, it's got glacier in it. But Gates to the Arctic is the one that's like
That-
way up above the Arctic Circle.
Gotcha.
I think that was the one that Rob and
Yeah.
all them went because it was like the crazy one that
If you
were-
go to Fairbanks, you can see the North Pole and there's like Santa's house. And
oh cool.
yeah.
Oh, super cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We
So-
we flew into Anchorage and then my aunt booked this like tour to go around or whatever, and the guy picked us up in keep in mind it's in the winter. It's in winter time. It's like
Yeah.
December or whatever, winter break.
So it was
Convertible.
was it like a cat?
Dude, it was all just about. It was a like Toyota Yaris or Yaris.
yeah.
Like a little-
front wheel drive only.
Right.
Didn't even
Yeah.
have snow tires on it. But
He's
this-
like, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
but he knew, like, I mean, I'll give it to the guy. He definitely knew what he was doing, what he was talking about.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was
Like when we first got up there, it was like we got up there late August, September, and we were there 2 weeks, and then it snowed. So it was like we got there before the snow came. And when I say it snowed, being from Oklahoma and southern part of the U.S. my entire life, it's like an inch of snow shuts the fuck. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, buy all the milk and bread!"
Yeah.
And the first night it snowed, there was like 8 inches of snow, and I'm like, oh, so
That's a
we're not
little rough.
like we're not going into work tomorrow, and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What,
Yeah, we're
like,
going into work tomorrow.
Get on your snowshoes, idiot.
Like this
yeah.
is just a dusting. And then like the next
Damn.
day
Yeah.
it snowed. It snowed the whole weekend, and we ended up with 27 inches of snow. And I had shoveled my driveway like 4 times because I was like, oh, go shovel.
Yeah.
And then like the last time I'm like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
Everybody has snow blowers, and it's like, yeah, that's
Yeah, I was gonna
that's the way
say,
to
did
go.
everyone have a snowblower? Or?
Pretty much. And then, but they like actually, it's like, I guess because it's up there, that they have that shit cleaned up in like 2 days.
yeah. And then you learn about the like being from San Antonio. I didn't know about like the north facing driveway or like crap like that matters, so that the sun will take the snow off for you. or
Oh,
whatever.
okay, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I mean, in a place that has sun.
yes,
see,
yes.
I was
In,
gonna
in
say-
Anchorage,
in the winter, yeah,
in the winter,
there's-
we would get about 4 hours of light-ish. Like the sun would just break above the mountains because the back of the city you've got mountains. Anchorage is different in that it's kind of protected. So you've got the mountains on like the north and the east side, and then you've got it's a peninsula, so you've got kind of inlet on the water on the other side. So it keeps it from getting like the crazy temperature swings. Like when I was there, The worst I think we had in the whole time I was there was like 3 weeks where it got below zero. It did not get
shit.
above zero for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And it was in that 20 below to zero. And like, that's a little frosty. That gets a little cold.
Yeah.
You know, but when you're out and it's like 17, 20, you're walking around in a t-shirt. It's like here in the summertime, you get used to it.
Yeah.
You go out to shovel snow or something and you're like fucking sweating, peeling clothes off.
Yeah, you're like,
And
I
so-
layered up and now I need to, I need to be
But the
like
coldest,
yeah.
like when I went through survival school up there, I had to build an igloo, like live in it for a week. And it was, the whole time I was out there, it was like 52 to 48 below zero. And that's the coldest I've ever fucking been in my life.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
like you have not, like I'm in a like parka pants, you're
Yeah.
like have all the layers and you're just sitting there, you know, it's so
Like,
fucking
it's like, how
cold.
am I not warm at all?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sucks.
And you know, and because I was in the military, and because we flew up to the north, above the Arctic Circle and to the North Slope, we had to go through winter survival, and so you have to learn how to survive. And so it's like no food, you gotta like
Hunt your own stuff.
yeah. I had half a parachute, a piece of sheet metal that would be like simulate from a plane, a seatbelt, and some wires. And so you like.
They're like, here's your food. Learn how to eat sheet metal.
Yeah,
today.
no, they're like, and
If you
I
cut your guts open, you won't make it.
I smuggled in 2 Snickers bars, so I had that.
Nice.
Did you?
And then-
Did you really? I didn't know you
Fuck
smuggled
yeah.
it. Okay.
Fuck yeah, I did. I had those in my pockets.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you're
you're
just
not.
like-
You're not. You know, they're not going to pat you down, but like you can't go in with like my pockets are swollen full, but
Especially layered up.
yeah. And then
No,
I,
sir, that's my balls.
Yeah. So, stop touching down there, please.
Please, yeah.
and then I had some bouillon cubes. So like you could seize it because I caught a rabbit and I was so excited because it was like day 2 and I actually snared a rabbit and it was still alive. So I had to smack it in its fucking head and hear it like, and you're like beating the shit out of it and like die. and for like the first day, you don't have a fire. Like there's a whole process when you go through it and then what you have to do. And so you build your shelter. And then, you know, it's like,
What if you're super efficient and build your shelter real fast? And then, are you
yeah,
you
yeah.
could?
I mean, if you can pile up, you don't understand how like 10 inches of snow is what you need to insulate,
Yeah.
and you have to get it down to the ground, so you'll get the heat from the earth. And then you have to insulate 10 inches of snow. And it's powder snow. So you have to get the sticks and you build the little thing and you cover it with a parachute. And then you pile and branches and then you start piling snow on. Well, it's powder snow. And then so the bottom of it, you'll have like 3 feet of fucking snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at the top, you're going to have like 2 inches.
Yeah.
And you just keep piling on and it like goes, and you're like, oh, fucking damn.
Did you
And-
use your sheet metal as a shovel?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, all right.
Yeah,
I
no,
feel
I
like
mean, you
I
use
feel like some
everything.
people might overlook that.
No, you kind of use everything. And then when I got mine the first night, I think I had like 6 or 8 inches at the top, and I was like, I'll be fine. And
He's
it
like,
was-
I'm good with 6 or 8 inches,
dude. It was,
I've never had that my whole life.
it was not fine. it was so cold. And so like the next
Jeez,
morning you're
yeah.
out there and you're just like even shoveling more. And then you don't have water. So you have to melt snow.
Yeah.
And the way you're doing that is there's an IV bag in your like med kit. So you take the IV bag and you're like tie it around your neck and, you know, hang yourself from the nearest tree, or you fill it with snow and it like your body heat melts. So you're trying to do shit with this fucking iceberg on your chest. It was awful.
What,
and
did,
then
did you think about putting it on your balls?
no,
I think my balls would generate like I think it would melt faster than I could get it.
I mean, yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
I've been watching Outdoor Boys. Obviously, that guy's up
Okay,
there
yeah.
in Alaska, and he I've heard him talk about if you build a fire and you don't dig down certain like a certain amount, and when you wake up and the fire's going, like you could wake up in a pool of water, and so you have
Yeah.
to try
Because
to.
it's permafrost.
yeah,
And then or he tries to find trees that have fallen over so
Yeah.
they can use the I don't know.
It's like a reflector. So it reflects the infrared heat to it, or if like it's fallen over, you actually get on the root ball side.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it's called.
and yeah,
you use it as a wall.
use it as a wall, and hopefully it'll block wind, but it also reflect the heat.
yeah,
and
like a little cave almost.
Yeah.
Like a-
no, it's and they'll tell you like so if you are in where it's like snow, and so you can't get down to the snow, you actually build it's like a stair step. So you build like a basement, or you dig out down below.
This
and
is
then
my
you,
finished basement.
Yeah, you build a ledge.
MTV Cribs up here in this nice house.
Yeah, you dig a ledge up high because the cold falls, heat
Yeah.
rises.
Yeah.
So if you're up higher, it may be 20 degrees
Yeah.
warmer, and when it's like -40, if you can get a shelter that's close to zero, you're like, oh, it's fucking balmy in here.
You're like, oh, I'm sweating my balls off.
And he always in those scenarios, he builds the fire, and he always tries to build his shelter on top of the fire or over where the
Yeah.
smoke is headed his direction, where he's
Yes.
above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that heat will come across really, really well.
Well,
is cool.
Yeah.
like fire is more like you can survive without fire, but
I read The Hatchet. I know.
but fire is a mental. It is 100% like more mental, because when you're
like, I am man, hear me roar.
Yeah, I mean the whole Tom Cruise thing, or not Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Yeah.
Wilson. But you
A little before your time.
It is. It's more of a mental like, oh, everything's gonna be fine because
Yeah.
you have a fire.
Yeah.
But when you build a fire, you have to keep it going. So it's like you're like cutting firewood, and like actually you can't do just branches because they'll go too fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to get it built so you can get a log.
yeah,
on it.
and so you like find trees that have fallen over, and then you cut them, and then like we had a knife, so I had like a Rambo, like a survival knife.
Cool.
And then I had
Did you at any point put it in your teeth?
No.
Like across, like, ah.
no,
Oh, well.
no. I was using it to split logs.
Okay.
Like you put it on the log, and
then
you're
use
beating it with another
the
log.
Yeah.
Crack it down and split
Oh, that's
them.
cool.
And
Yeah. Cool.
so it's like you're actually making firewood. So you spend your days like
You're busy.
you're
Yeah.
busy, and then you're
Prepping for the night.
yeah. Well, and you're melting water by, and that's where you learn, like with snow, it's a 10-to-1 ratio. So 10 inches of snow will melt down to 1 inch of water.
Yeah.
And then you're drinking smoky ass water because it tastes like fucking smoke because you're
Yeah.
melting it over fire.
Yeah.
But if you put it
Delicious.
in a pan or something, you fill it full of snow, it won't melt. You'll actually burn the bottom out because
Yeah.
it'll melt up, but then it'll stop. So you
Yeah.
have to like keep stirring
stirring
it
it, yeah.
to get it to melt where you can
Wow.
have water. And then at night, because your fire will sometimes burn out. You can bury like your water in a pile of snow, and it will insulate it enough that it will not freeze solid. I thought they were full of shit, but it will not freeze solid if you put it on the ground and you pile about 3 foot of snow up on it.
Interesting.
And so, yeah, we had to do that, and we were out there for a week, and I ate a rabbit. I got this big fat rabbit. I was like, yes, I'm going to eat so good.
Yeah.
And by the time when I skinned it, it was like this like tiny squirrel looking thing. You're like, God damn it.
Dang it.
Because it was all fur.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, you can eat everything, like eyeballs, kidneys, all that,
Dude,
Dang.
the eyeballs are
licking the-
like, they're like, I'm going to ruin some things for people. They're like the little boba balls that you
Yeah.
get, the little that pop. You're like, oh yeah, that was, yeah.
yeah.
But, and then
Do you eat that raw, or you have to like cook that, prepare that, or?
the eyeballs I ate raw.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can eat a lot of stuff raw if you're going to be
Yeah.
willing to.
The rabbit I cooked. 'Cause
Yeah.
I actually cooked it over the fire, I had a bouillon cube for like seasoning. So, but it was not, hey, at that point, it literally kind of is survival. And
Because it's like the only thing else you're eating is what, the Snickers bars.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was actually rationing those where I was like quarter of a Snickers, you cut
Yeah.
them out. And so I'm like, okay, because you're burning 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah, 'cause you're
because
really
of the
moving.
cold and you're moving and everything else. And
So how did they track you? Do they give you like a tracker?
you have we had a radio,
Okay.
and if you call in before the date,
They're like, bitch.
you fail.
Gotcha.
And it's being in the military. It's like, if I fail, I can't do my job. If I can't do my job, I kind of I'm in a little bit in trouble.
Yeah.
And so you have a radio, and you have one flare, and
Wow.
then you have you have to start like, you have things you got to do. You got to build a shelter. You got to start a fire. You got to maintain. They say they come around during the time. I never saw anybody once they drop us off. And then what they do is at the end of the time, you have a certain day and time that you call in and, request air back.
Yeah.
And then you have to vector them in you find a spot where they can land.
Okay.
And then you
what are they flying?
Helicopter.
Okay. I wasn't sure helicopter or what.
And then you basically have to vector them in you listen to them and you're like, I'm here. I've this point peak, and
I'm flipping you off so hard.
And then
when
they get to a point, you pop your flare and you start a signal fire and you pop a flare.
Okay.
Because that's the thing. If you burn green limbs and green trees, it smokes a lot. So it doesn't just start like a wildfire.
Yeah.
But you build a smoke
we
fire.
saved him.
Yeah.
But at what cost?
Yeah.
But what they don't say is when it's cold like that, smoke will only go up so high.
Okay. Yeah, because the air density.
Because the air density. And so, but you do this thing and then you pop a flare and then they come over and like you've kind of found an open area. And like with me, when they came to pick me up, vector men and they come in and they just like drop down.
Yeah.
And they just sit there and I'm out there and, it's like rotor wash, just, and so it's like powder snow everywhere. I have snow like in my nose, in my ear, it's just like everywhere.
They're just making it worse.
Yeah. And they're just sitting there and, then they drop the fucking deal and you harness up and they pull you up.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You're like, motherfucker. And they're all like, ha, 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 ha. And I'm like, I hope you all die after we get back.
Yeah. No, I don't want to go through this again. Please make it back to base.
And
that's awesome. That's awesome.
So I was out there for a week and the whole time it was like 48 to 52 below. Dang. And
that's crazy.
There was 12 of us and a bunch of like F-22 pilots and stuff. And so
that's cool.
The first night you're in like this little group shelter where we're all sleeping in there. You're in sleeping bag next to each other. And it's like, it's like actually fucking warm in here.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, because you guys are all fucking heaters.
Yeah.
And then they take you out the next day and they drop you off and they're like, we're watching you and you have to do all these steps. And like I said, you go through it.
That's cool that the F-22 pilots were with you because
they're a bunch of pussies.
Well, no, it's cool that they did that because
they're like, I'm going to eject myself into fucking space, dog.
Well, dude, that's what I was going to say is that instead of, because you think of like the Maverick Top Gun, when he like ditches the plane and has to walk or, in the snow and crap trying to save himself. And so obviously I can see why the training.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty important. Like, whenever my wife and I hiked through the Andes, like
that's cool.
Yeah, we had a guide and we had two guides, but like one was like the English speaking guide and the other guy was like, I'm the Peruvian guy that just does all the other shit. Yeah. And so I was asking them because I was like, man, like, do you guys like just go up here for fun? Because like a lot of the tours around the world,
right.
It's like, oh, I just go do this on the weekend. And he's like, no, like we don't go through survival school, but like we have gone through an extensive amount of like if something was to happen.
Yeah.
Because like we ascended from 11,000 feet above sea level to 18,000, camped base at like 15, and then back up to 18, back down to 12.
Wow.
But he's like, yeah, like there's spots where if we have to, we're gonna build a like stretcher,
right?
And all of us are going to carry everybody out,
right.
So he's like, we don't. I think he had a sat phone, but that was it. And he was like, I don't really trust it up here because most of the time it doesn't. He had to use it, I guess, once or twice before, but he's like, yeah, like I fucking shit hits the fan. We're going to make a shelter over here.
Yeah.
And then it was like, so I was like, well, what do we really worry about? Because we're like desolate, out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's like, pumas.
Yeah.
And I was like, pumas?
Yeah.
He's like, well, depends on what side of the mountain we're on. Because there's pumas on this side and there's desert foxes. The desert foxes are bigger and meaner. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, your fat ass will be up there throwing rocks, dude. I hope you're good at American baseball. I was like, nope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in Alaska because you get up there and it's like you go out and you go camping and you go or whatnot. You're not the top of the food chain.
Yeah,
not at all.
And it's weird, especially coming from someplace down here where, I mean, yeah, you're seeing a resurgence of mountain lions and stuff, but
they're in Hera.
We're the top of the food chain.
Yeah, still,
I'm not
still
worried.
Yeah.
And being down there, it's like going down to Kenai and you're fishing in the river and you hear something, you turn around and here's a bear.
Fucking bear.
Walking 20 feet away from you. Like just
Have you ever been close to a bear?
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine
and in the wild,
just a little fatter.
A lot fatter.
Yeah,
they're
I know.
not.
Buddy the
they're
bear.
not. They're not little.
Dude, that one that came in next to the Subaru we rented, I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, you're big.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
And they tell you like when I first got up there, they're like, okay, black bear, you fight because they'll eat you. They're like, you got to fight. They don't like it when their food fights back.
And how do bears eat you?
Ass first. Yeah.
Wow.
And
Got good taste.
I think
Everyone's eating ass, man. I don't know.
yeah. Then grizzly bears, they're like, you have to play dead because if you're moving, they'll be fucking with you, but they
Gotcha.
won't. They like their food dead.
Gotcha.
And so normally they will maul you and then leave you and come back when you're, dead and then eat you ass first.
God damn it, Air Bear.
Oh no, don't eat me, Mr. Bear.
Yeah.
Like this bear trap is just ass up.
Yeah.
Face down, ass up. That's the way I like my meal prepared.
If you ever in Alaska with Cody, you don't have to worry. They'll go after him first.
Yeah, I don't know
They're
why.
going to be like, stinks. Delicious.
It just smells like rotten flesh in here.
Or what's that thing? You just got to run faster than the slowest guy in the group or whatever.
Yeah, we were out hiking in Wichita Mountains one time, and someone said, "Well, are there bears down here?" I was like, "Yeah, probably. I don't know, whatever." And they're like, well, "What's the plan?" I was like, "Run faster than you."
Yeah.
And it was like my female cousin and a bunch of her female friends, and then the wife and myself, because me and my wife were going out hiking. Cousin finds out about it, drunk at the bar. She wants to go hiking and brings 5 other people. Of
course.
And I was like, "Oh, I'm good. I know where I gotta go. I gotta go that way." With her, because I'm not going to hear the end of it if I just leave her. And I gotta be faster than you,
This motherfucker, we're at Terralingua. Actually, we're in
motherfucker.
outside of Terralingua.
I didn't
We're
have my
at-
glasses on.
We're in
God
Big
damn it.
Bend, and we're at the ranger station because we're paying for our camping
hey,
and stuff.
hey.
And he's like looking at the wall, and it's
There's a sign.
us two, and
There's
there's
a
like
sign.
another couple in there, and he's reading this thing, and he's like,
Another couple. Thank you for finally
like-
putting a label on it.
"Bears? Are there bears here?"
No. Hold on. Let me. This dickhead, this motherfucker. So we get down there and we go to the ranger station. Yeah, and then I'm reading all the different signs. Like, watch out for this. Watch out for. I've never been down there before.
Yeah.
Want to make sure I'm not the weak link on this.
Of course.
Oh, that's the whole reason you're there.
Yeah. No, that was the reason. That was the reason why Brad was there. So we were it says the date and time range, and it was like, you should be okay, but ask the ranger about bears in this date and time range. And it's like, depending on where you're at, and I've never fucking been here before.
Yeah.
So I just go, hey, per this sign over here, is there anything I need to know about this bear situation? And she laughed, and the elderly couple behind me were like, there's no bears. And she goes, where you guys are at, there should not be any bears. It is warmer than normal, so you might, in other areas of the park, experience a bear. But you'll be fine. And I slept with a fucking claw hammer underneath my sleeping bag in case this motherfucker was like, "Hey, buddy, I'm a bear." And I was
Wrestling up to 10 or
I'm
whatever.
I'm like gonna murder one of my best friends, one of my brothers, just fucking with a claw hammer.
Trust me, you snore loud enough, no bears are coming around.
They were like, "What? Who's over there sleeping? That bear's over there out."
That's awesome.
And we did see some weird shit when we were out there. Remember the light that we kept seeing on that far cliff
over on the Mexico side.
No, not that. The other one that was north of us on the other side of the road. Do you not remember that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we kept seeing. We saw lights at the top of the ridge because it was the Rio Grande, and it's like a cliff face. It was like
Coyotes.
probably 500 foot, 600 foot up.
Oh, yeah.
We'd see it at the top. We're like, it's probably something out there doing something. But then, like on the other side of us, that didn't make any sense. We'd be like, light,
Yeah.
and it didn't make. It wasn't like someone was doing a trail. We're like, what the fuck is that?
It's like someone's trying to, like possibly.
Who knows?
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I will tell you this: I would not want to be hiking that. Like, there was no wall where we're at, and there did not need to be. Nature had its own wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
it was like,
yeah.
it was some intimidating terrain. It's beautiful, but
it's
like,
crazy to be.
It'd be
so
like,
desolate.
holy fuck! And everything
Yeah.
out there wants to kill you or stab you. Or
Yeah.
I saw a video about the Arctic gates or whatever it was called from Alaska, and in the video it was talking about how even though I think it's like 82 million acres or something wild,
It's huge.
huge,
Yeah.
huge. It's bigger than Belgium or something like
Yeah.
that. But they say that you always feel like something or someone is watching you, whether like it's actual coyotes or something stalking you from behind, or like the mountain faces. They feel like they're just like, no matter where you go, they're just facing you.
Yeah.
It's like there were times when I was out hunting up there and we saw wolves. And so it was the first time first time I'd ever like
Yeah.
looking at, you see one, like the big,
And you're like, fuck, there's
big
more.
I don't know if it's male or what, but it was far enough
You didn't
away.
ask his gender?
But it is like,
Can't assume.
you see him, like you're looking over here, and then like you look over to the side and over in the woods, there's other ones like watching you.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Fuck.
oh, these are not like they're gonna fuck you up.
And that's the like even being like you said, seeing a wolf or something like that, or a coyote in Harrah, Oklahoma, you're still at the top of the food chain because their odds of you being outnumbered is still pretty slim.
Right.
But dude, right there, oh my god.
And like the wolves up there, like timber wolves or whatever, you think, oh, it's like dog size,
Dude, no.
German Shepherd. Like
They're
they come up to your
fucking
fucking
huge.
chest.
I did-
They're like 3.5, 4 feet at the back. You're like,
Yeah.
God,
Jesus.
damn.
It's an XL husky. The
Yeah.
I did get a chance. We went to a reserve when we were
Okay.
up there, and
Yeah.
we saw some moose.
Yeah.
Some
meese? You
Some
saw?
meese.
Yeah.
Some mooses.
Yeah.
And-
Mooses will fuck you up too.
They
They're
will.
mean as hell.
And that was
Yeah.
the biggest concern. That's what they kept saying. Like, hey, no bears. Nobody said anything about bears, but moose. We saw
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
wild ones, but kind of out in the
well,
woods.
because they'll like
They charge and they're fast.
In Anchorage, there's like, I don't know, 1,000, 1,200 miles of trails and like bike trails, multi-use trails type deal. Well, in the wintertime, they groom those trails. And so people will like cross country snow ski or snowshoe, it's like they use them in the wintertime. And so, well, so do moose because it's the easiest, it's path of least resistance.
Yeah.
And so there are people that all the time you'll come around a corner and there's a moose. Well, they are the size of a horse, and where horse legs only move front or back, like moose can reach out to the side and be like, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And
It's weird.
if you get between them and like a calf, they will stomp you. And like when we were there was a blade that got stomped, and
Jeez.
like the only reason she didn't die is because when
the
she
moose is
ran,
like, check it, bitch.
well, no, when she ran off the trail. And so she was in not packed down snow. So it stomped her. It fucked her up.
Yeah.
But
It absorbed the
it
impact.
absorbed a lot of the impact. And
Do you think she planned that, or do you think that was just a tactical move? Like that just.
I think she was like, I'm running that way.
Yeah.
And that motherfucker was like, haha, bitch.
yeah.
And
Hit that snowbank. It's
yeah.
Yeah,
Jump in there.
I was watching something the other day about a guy that was hiking in California, and he's like, I didn't think any of the things that happened to me on this hike were any, like, I guess he got like, maybe he's not LA, maybe Burbank area, but he, like coyotes and some shit where he's like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then mountain lions over by Griffith. I think he was up that way. And so he like got attacked by some shit, and he's like, I lived because like everything I did that would have been wrong saved my fucking life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think it was that same guy. He fell down the face of the mountain, like just kept rolling. And I was like,
that.
could you imagine that the ass whipping you got was better than getting
Yeah.
mauled by a fucking cougar?
Well, when I was up there one time, I was on the golf course there on base, and like getting ready to tee off, and you're kind of like, da da da, and looking behind, and there's this like big ass round trap thing, with the door up, and it's like looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck is that? It's like, oh, it's a bear trap.
Yeah.
Because there had been a bear on the golf course, and so they're like, the one thing about Alaska is they were really good at not letting nature be nature.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if like I remember one year when I was up there on base, a bear killed a moose on the golf course, like on one of the holes. So they shut the golf course down for like a week,
Yeah.
and they're like, let nature, they didn't go clean the kill up. They were like, no, we're shutting the golf course down. That is nature is he's
Yeah.
doing what bears do.
Yeah.
And
we just happen to be here.
right
To
right.
watch it.
And,
And the shit is metal as fuck, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And after like a week, they go in and clean it up. But like if the bears got into where like they were a nuisance or like getting them to hurting people or getting in the neighborhoods, then they would dart them and take them out or somewhere. But like there was a wolf pack on base and stuff.
Can you so me and some other buddies were staying with another buddy's relatives in over by Lake Tahoe, and we're up in Truckee. So never been up there before. This is like all new to me because
Yeah,
I've never been
yeah.
there. And so this is a pretty nice house. So me and the buddy, there was 6 or 8 of us that were all up there, but like 2 of us smoked. And so we go out to go smoke, and we're in like the driveway, and there's this big ass metal door thing. And like, I was like, what is this for? And this buddy's like lived in Colorado, so he
Right,
should
right.
know this.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. And like, I'm sitting there like fucking with it. I'm like, that's so weird. But it's like all architectural, like cool and stuff. I'm like, maybe they wanted a metal door. I don't know.
Yeah.
So then I start thinking about it. I was like, hey man, are there bear over here? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, this is a bear proof like garbage
Shelter,
area.
or yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And he was like, oh, that makes sense. Hey man, it's like winter. Bears hibernate right now, right? And he's like, fucking hope so. And then like all of a sudden, like we hear noises, and I'm like, oh shit. And I take the longest draw off my cigarette where I'm like, this is the last one I'm gonna get before I get bought by the bear. But dude, I was not having it with the bear.
It's just things you don't think about. Like I've been to Colorado and New Mexico once and actually skied or whatever.
Yeah.
And just walking around like in the trails and stuff. It's like I don't think about
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else
Yeah.
going on. I think I'm or somebody else is the biggest problem I'm going to face
Yeah.
here, or falling
Yeah.
down the face of this mountain or whatever.
Yeah.
But you really don't think about that stuff. And that's literally just from, I mean, I'm from this city of San Antonio, but my family is from Mexico. So I grew up going down there a lot.
What part of
Right.
Mexico?
Right.
Tamaulipas.
Okay, cool.
We there's a little town called it's Rancho Nuevo. It's a little like small little community, and then off of that there's like even smaller community with like mud houses and stuff like
Right.
that.
Right.
Our like my relatives or ancestors gave some of this land, and so we still have some property down there. But like there's a whole community and village like all down there. I grew up going down there a lot.
That's cool.
Nice.
So that even then, I'll be honest. Snakes. I only saw like one snake. I think the entire.
You're not thinking
Yeah,
about any of that.
yeah.
Dude, you're not. I'm not thinking about stuff. And we were walking like through the land a lot
yeah.
and off, and literally didn't even think about anything at all.
Yeah.
Carry a machete with me at 12 or whatever.
Yeah.
That was.
They were like, here's this machete. Use it if you think of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But literally, I saw like one or two snakes. I mean, we had cattle. I mean, my family's
Yeah.
like cowboys. You know.
Yeah.
So
Mexican cowboys. That's
yeah,
cool.
it was pretty.
Vaqueros.
Vaqueros.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. So that's why San Antonio, my mom's side of the family is
Yeah.
down there.
Okay.
San Antonio's pretty hill country. So
Yeah, dude,
up
it's
in
cool.
Gruen and
Yeah,
let's
that's
see,
where the
Bernie and Green
Yeah.
and like the grist was it the grist mill in Green, I think.
Yeah, and then there's the Green Hall or whatever.
Yeah,
the
There's
dance
some
hall.
good barbecue. Salt Lick up, dude.
Dude, and then so my dad's from Oklahoma. That's why
Okay.
I'm an Oklahoma State fan. I have family in Owasso, Tulsa
Okay.
area,
Yeah,
whatever.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I like the Tulsa area a little bit. Just like the Stillwater is very flat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Tulsa is not
Tulsa's real. I almost moved there. I
deceiving
liked it.
because for riding bicycles, Tulsa is really fucking hilly.
Yeah.
Yes, and bicycles for sure. I grew up riding like mountain bike, doing mountain bike races and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So like road bikes and stuff was just I would pick that up as exercise for basketball.
Yeah.
I've been really here lately. I think I hit up one of you guys about
It was me.
that's
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, yeah,
about
yeah.
about a bicycle because
Okay. I was like,
I actually ended up trading that bicycle I was looking
For a
for my
camera.
camera.
Yeah.
oh, nice. Yeah.
But I was looking for a mountain bike because I wanted to get back into it. Turkey Mountain and all this stuff that they're
Yeah.
doing over
Yeah.
there is
Turkey Mountains. Fuck you.
Yeah,
It's
let
like-
him have all like gravel bike. I'll help you with, and road bike. I'll help you with. Mountain bike. That's all him.
He's lying. He hates gravel.
I don't. Depends on what the gravel situation is. If it's real chunk, I'm not a huge fan of it.
mostly because I'm assuming it's you changing tires often or changing
no.
tubes.
The only problem about the real chunky like Type 57 gravel is it gets real loose, and you get where it's more likely to fling you off the bike. And for me personally,
Gotcha.
So like the last time I rode gravel, not the last time, but nearly last time, we set up camp, and then he was like, hey, we're going to take this county road over to this, and we're going to go up around this bridge and go into this little town. I said, okay. It's dark and I'm night blind. So it's real hard for me to see at night. So we're going around, we're okay. And we get on this county road, and it's like new county road. It's like newly like rocked
Yeah, like
out.
they've redone it.
And I'm like, hey, look, and I like normally I ride with gloves and a helmet because I need to have gloves on to protect my hands
Yeah.
because that's how I make my money. And because you got to give the clammies,
Yeah.
the clammy
Notice
handies.
he doesn't protect his dick.
No, hey man, if I was making money with my dick, I wouldn't be here right now. We'd be having a different podcast. But so we were riding out, and there was this transition that looked like this. So it was the county road onto a concrete apron street, and it was like marbles. As soon as I hit that concrete apron, I just
Jeez.
it wasn't like I fell over slightly. It put me right on it put me on my elbow, and it hurt.
Just
it hurt
like-
a lot.
Yeah.
And it fucked my hands up real bad. And I took my fucking gravel bike and I flung it because I was so pissed. But like and then the next day, I will say, so I was mad. I wasn't mad at you.
Right.
I know that you figured that out because the first couple minutes, I'm sure he was probably like, "Oh, he's pissed off at me," but I was just mad.
I mean,
I did in the same way. My brother's the same way. I mean, just don't talk. Like if he gets hurt,
Yeah.
Just need a minute, like, or just like here, take over the
Yeah.
thing so I can just go.
yeah, don't talk to me. Go look at the bike or something, or like make sure other
Yeah.
things and let me cool off for a
Yeah,
second.
give me a second. And then, so then when we get up to the little bar, I go into the bathroom. I'm trying to get all this blood off of me because, man, I fucking just blew everything out. And then, so I come out, and the first thing he's like, "Okay, I got you a shot or two." Or, I don't remember exactly, or
it
three.
was 2 shots and a beer.
Yeah, and I was like, "Thanks, baby, I love you." And then the next day we're riding, and it's daylight. And it was no fault of him. Like, I was just dark, and I just, I can't see shit.
Yeah.
I need to have extra lights and shit like that. And so then the next day we take he was like, "This is how you go up in that town. This is how there's no trail over here." And then I was like, "Hey, look, there's a trail that keeps going." If we had stayed on that trail, I would not have eaten shit. So,
I did not know.
he didn't
there was a
know,
trail.
and I didn't know. It was late. We
Yeah.
couldn't see, it was dark, dude, because you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do the Mid-South in Stillwater and
Yeah.
stuff. And so I didn't know any about that at all until living there.
Yeah.
And it's cool to see. So, but some of the people that are like the Stillwater digital marketing guy, Denver, he does some of the stuff with them, like for Stillwater capturing.
Do you want one of those? Is that what you're going for?
No.
Oh, okay.
But he was telling me a little bit, but like I was getting into it just because like I'm friends with him. He
Yeah.
was doing all this stuff, and it's really cool to see like the path or the trail that
Yeah.
they do, and I mean how it incorporates into town and stuff like that. And dude, it's crazy. I mean, it's pretty cool.
Bobby knows what he's doing.
See, and I met him once
Yeah.
or twice, and he seems like a really cool guy.
I mean, it's. Hey, you're on camera. Don't forget.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He gives out hugs.
Yeah.
So he makes a fuck ton of money.
Yeah, I figured
I
that.
was like, what?
He makes.
Is he on a list?
No, he makes a lot of money. Mid South makes him his money for like the year.
Which is good because district. I'm a bit like I love that the community. Like I like the
Yeah,
location.
yeah.
It's a really cool bike shop.
Yeah.
Obviously, all that other stuff. So my neighborhood, so during Mid-South last year was the Stillwater wildfires.
Yeah.
And so my neighborhood was one that was affected. And so my wife and I, we like evacuated and like I documented like our whole thing.
Right.
So they're doing a movie. I don't even know where it's at or anything, but they're doing some kind of documentary series about it.
Yeah.
And so some of the clips that I took or whatever
Are in it?
are supposed to be. I sent all this stuff
Nice.
to this
Okay,
guy.
Nice.
cool. That's cool.
But yeah, so I was
I will say this. Bobby does a lot for the community and like always has to keep it in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and
You got to feed it and let it grow.
Right,
You got to nurture
right.
it.
I got a hot take after you're finished about Stillwater community people.
yeah.
Oh,
The only problem I have with it is if I'm paying $110 for this race, why do I have to pay $35 for a t-shirt?
Yeah, it's very
like,
true.
come
That-
on, come on,
that
should
come
be
on.
included.
yes.
Come on, motherfucker.
So-
I know how much t-shirts cost because I've been in that business.
Especially, and I don't think they're not even crazy. I mean, like I am in that. That's what I do for a
Right,
living.
right.
And they're like one color, one location print t-shirts.
It's like
yeah.
that's $6. You know, that's actually probably 5 something in cost.
Yeah.
That's
And you're like, oh, it's $35.
so like this
Like
one,
it's not a tech 8 color print. You know,
That's
a
the-
tech
that-
shirt.
That's the thing. It's different if like it's a like Horse the band. Like I buy if it's a band, I'm going to support you. Or if
Yeah.
it's something small, I will support you with
Yeah.
that. I understand that you're trying to build. We got a t-shirt sponsor,
Yeah.
and we were able to get fucking all this extra shit now. Cool, great. But if we're going to an event like we were talking about this last year, we didn't want to do more t-shirt races.
Yeah,
We-
I'm
we were-
kind of done doing.
We were paying $60, $70 to go for a race. And we're gonna get. I'm getting a bib. Okay, cool. And then I'm getting a fucking shirt. And I'm like, nah, man. I'd just rather go out and ride.
yeah.
Like that sucks.
so there's times when I'll like, okay, if I want to ride what's the one that the Osage, the one that Tulsa Tough puts on, Osage Hills or something.
yeah.
Crybaby. No, is it Crybaby? No.
Not
That's downtown.
Crybaby
Yeah.
Hill is Tulsa.
Yeah.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's the one that it's a gravel one, and it's like $80, and it's like, man, I'll go get the root and like do it myself.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
some I don't mind paying for if it's like $35-$40.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
when it's like that and you're gonna get a shirt, or like there was the one that we did in Tecumseh. Shawnee.
yeah, the gravel growler. Okay,
Yeah, and it was
gravel.
cheaper. It wasn't
Yeah.
super expensive, and then we got a shirt
I mean,
and
I
a beer.
get to a point. I don't mind paying.
yeah. The perceived value of what you're paying for, it just has to be different.
When all
Yeah.
these other races are like in that 50 or under,
Mm-hmm.
But when you're like, oh, it's $110. Okay, well, there's not a payout. You're not
Yeah.
paying anybody out. You're not paying pros out. You've got 2,000 registration.
You start doing that math real fast, and you're like, I get you're gonna,
Yeah.
you're there. I get the cost. I understand this, but then at the same time, what is that cost coming out of?
Exactly.
Like, what, yeah.
And all your prizes that you're giving out, a lot of the stuff is donated.
Yeah.
Iron Monk is donating stuff for they're making money too. And then you turn around and you're posting on Instagram where you're partying and you're buying a Gibson SG, and you're buying vintage
Here's my
Gibson SG,
Maserati.
and
Yeah.
then you buy another bike store up in Emporia, and it's like,
Yeah.
And then,
okay.
it's just like, so my hot take that
I was
have-
waiting. Yeah.
So, I have not necessarily a big hand, but I have a kind of a hand in like the music scene with
Yeah.
some of the
Yeah.
people in Stillwater right now. I've been doing some like management, photography, media,
Yeah.
just media
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever for them. So, my buddy Dylan and him and I kind of like do things together. Like we sit once a week, we get together, we talk about like, hey, how do we book these bands at these places? And he has a band called Dylan Moss in the Middle Class.
right.
Yep.
So we, it's a lot of red dirt, whatever. So
Yeah, it's not my genre, but when I do, I have listened to it.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
do just like I'm like, I want Slayer.
Then you play Hera.
yeah,
Okie State.
yeah, he played the Okie State Room.
Yeah.
He played the Blue Note a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, when he was playing Hera, I was gonna try to go out there because I hadn't seen Kinsey for a hot minute, and then I got busy and I couldn't go.
Which would have been funny because that would have been the first time since I don't have too many friends up in, like I ride my bike around Stillwater all the time.
You just say you don't have too many friends, buddy. It's
But
okay.
I mean,
I have like 4, and like half of them are here.
I have like friends in just different, like, I guess, industries or whatever. But
Right.
in motorcycle stuff, I kind of do whatever by myself. So I went to that concert. I rode my bike down there. And so that would have been funny if you guys would have came.
Yeah.
But it was a cool concert. And we've been trying to do more stuff like that. Well, in Stillwater, Bad Brad's is a really great
Barbecue.
and then he's the guy who owns it. His name is Vernon. Vernon Wilson. Dude, he has been a great person to like lean on, and he gives us this space to kind of do whatever. I mean, it's a barbecue place on the outside of town, so like it's not a
Yeah.
it's not a music venue, but
Yeah.
it looks really cool, and we can.
It's right there off 51, right?
oh,
As you're
yeah.
coming into town.
yes, sir.
Well, and here's the thing about that too is that I've had a lot of friends that have had restaurants and all that stuff. If you get an open mic and it brings in 5 extra people because, hey, so and so's gonna go play open mic Friday night at 5. Oh, well, that's dinner time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna go support him. We'll go buy some beer or buy some food or whatever. If it doesn't cost them anything to bring you in, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If it brings 5 people, 10 people. It helps.
Yeah.
Every little bit helps.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that. And then there's plenty of places that we've helped with where it was like, yeah, this night is our slowest night. We would love you to do this over here. Okay.
Well, so I am. I'll get off on a tangent here in a second after I finish
You're
this.
fine.
So
That's the whole reason for the show.
no. It's, yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So
T-shirt idea. We need that.
so with the music that's going on up there, there's a lot of venues that are iconic to the Red Dirt music scene,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
Which is really cool. A lot of the people who are in management, possibly I'm trying to be as vague as possible.
No, you're fine.
It just doesn't seem as intentional as like, so there's 3 bars on the strip that had like some controversy going on.
Okay.
It was
some hot deets.
it was so
Pour the hot tea, buddy.
So-
Hold on, right here.
So Willie's, Outlaws, and Murphy's had the same 3 owners, right?
Right.
Oh, so
right.
the owner owned all 3 bars?
Yes.
Okay.
Have
Which
you,
is very common.
are you guys up to date on with any of this stuff or whatever? Okay.
No, so
Not as far as Stillwater.
Okay.
So we both have been in different eras, but at overlap, Bricktown. And in Stillwater, like I roll through there once every couple of years.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
it's nothing personal towards you all. It's
No,
just
no,
it's
yeah.
out of the map. I go to Ponca and that's about it.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
I've gone to Tumbleweed off and on for some shows every now and then.
Yeah,
but-
you're more likely to see him up there as opposed to me.
Gotcha.
So,
And that's totally fine. The only reason I was up there was the school, so that makes the most sense
and
anyway.
Yeah.
I went to some college. I wasn't enrolled, but I at OU. I took some classes.
His wife was going to OU, so he was at OU.
yeah.
That's funny. I did a girl my freshman year of college who also went to OU, and I went to some of her classes, but I was enrolled at OSU at the time.
Yeah,
Bombed out OSU, but hey, those OU classes were kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But it's just
So
that
these three
these
three bars.
These three bars. So it was my wife is a hairdresser in Stillwater.
Wow, she gets all the hot tea then.
So this girl comes in and was like, it was a recommendation from a girl that was higher up in the salon.
Okay.
She was like, hey, whatever. This girl wants to get her hair done. Morgan does blondes or whatever. She comes in.
Sorry, I don't know
That's
why.
funny. That's
Tmilly swings and Morgan does blondes.
That's funny. That's funny. Take it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I was like, other button. Actually, you know what? That was better.
Yeah.
But so she comes in. She's coloring this girl's hair. She says, hey, I own these 3 bars and we're looking for merch, whatever. That's my real job. I work for Eskimo Joe's Promotional Products Group.
Okay.
You have worked with my wife before.
Oh, really?
She does know you.
Oh.
I can't say her name. I'll tell you later.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's not bad. No, she was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, man.
No, you're fine. She was like, yeah, it would be great if you worked with them, but we have our sponsor. So
Okay, yeah.
I talked to you and then got a sponsor that same day. And then I was like, no offense, but this guy's giving me free shit. So
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because when you hit me up about the t-shirts and stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay, I remember that.
yeah.
We'll talk about that later for sure. Yeah.
Hey, buy your clothes at Eskimo Joe's. I'll sing
your
that whole
clothes at
fucking song, dude.
Dude, and that's a whole thing too. He's loves Stan. He's still involved with everything.
He was just on one of the morning news shows, and I didn't know anything about any of that. Anyway, we'll get into that in a second.
He's every year still does all of the Christmas everything, and he does the Christmas commercial that you guys see. That's Basketball Your Clothes Eskimo Joe's,
right?
And then he goes on news channel or whatever, and
he was on 4. Yeah, he was on 4.
Yeah,
every year, and just to promote it.
Yeah, which is cool.
It's so he's still got a hand. Anywho, so I do the merch and stuff. So she said, hey, I want to do t-shirts for the 3 bars. I was like, yeah, absolutely. So that was like on a Monday or whatever, maybe on a Friday. We start talking to her about shirts.
Yeah.
The next week comes, my buddy Dylan was like, hey, it'd be really cool if we started getting live music and Outlaws, Murphys, or whatever else. And maybe, Willie's start doing like what Garth was doing to get that revived back up. And we were really on.
Where are the bodies, Garth?
Dude, every comment on Instagram.
Where are they? I know where Troil has done some other business at.
But so we were like just trying to bring Red Dirt music back on the show or whatever, especially with the Cody Canada and all that stuff that was happening last year. So we go and set up.
Sure, I don't know who that is.
Sorry,
fine. I'm just fucking with you. I don't care.
The Boys from Oklahoma concerts they were doing in Stillwater.
Yeah.
So we were trying to like kind of keep
the wave going.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And when Cody Canada and Jason Boland and Stoney LaRue and all those
I was
guys,
super excited. I thought he was going to say Aldine. I was like, I know that guy.
No.
Stoney LaRue, because he's like got to be in his 40s now, right?
maybe a little older.
Probably
I was like-
maybe a little older. He
Yeah, I was
may
like,
be-
man.
I think he's in his 50s.
He
early
might,
50s.
you know what? You're right, because he's your age.
He's like my
I
age.
was gonna say,
I remember when.
Have y'all ever been to Grady's Pub in Yukon?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So
We've been there.
The guy who owns that is one of the cross
Right
Canadian
across
guys.
the street from
Oh, is that really?
the
Yeah.
Horseshoe, which is another good.
Is it okay? Grady's is South Side.
right across? Yeah,
Yeah, okay. I
Grady's
couldn't remember-
South Side, Horseshoes North
Yeah.
Side.
Can't remember. It's his last name is Cross Canadian Rag. I think his name is Grady Rags. It's all-
Ragsdale.
Is it Ragsdale?
You keep talking. I'll hear it. I got to go make a deposit.
No, you're good. Yeah. It's funny.
Do you need to?
No, possibly later.
Okay. You just keep going. I'll hear it. Don't worry.
But so all this stuff happens like they. So we set up with this. Actually, I back up even further. We set up a meeting with this lady, trying to talk to her about our ideas of what we wanted to do with getting live music back because she owned these bars.
Right.
So we sit down with her. Meeting goes great. We're talking to each other. Like, man, this is so awesome. I was like, I got these T-shirts going. We're gonna have live music going on these bars.
Right.
And then boom, all of this stuff came out about like this OK State Probs page started posting all that. She's a felon. She's married. She's like done all this other stuff. So there's a whole. So since then, there's been a boycott of the bars. And then one of the girls, there was 3 people who owned the 3 at the time, and then they cut out one of the girls half when this other lady started coming in, and so she ended up getting full ownership of Willie's after this. So like all of this crap, all this shit was happening at the same time we were trying to do it. And our name, like Stilly Vintage, was being involved with stuff. Dylan Moss, his stuff, and did Dylan Moss in middle class, like all this stuff. We were like, oh my god, bro, how do we get our stuff out of this stuff?
Right.
And so, regardless of all this, like the drama, like all of the stuff that was happening, I mean, they would definitely had good intentions, was what they were trying to do. I get on social media stuff.
I forgot about all that going on Facebook.
Yes, and so the same place, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram was going crazy.
What was funny is like not being involved in that, but then having so many friends that work in the music industry here, where they do booking for all the different bands, or they run audio or whatever the hell it is. That's a really small community, and if you get fucked in that very early, it's bad,
dude. And so not only that, so those are three of the most iconic bars in Stillwater.
Yeah.
So at the same time, so the Tumbleweed is obviously out there. The Tumbleweed and the Dirty Rooster is now a new bar on the strip where College Bar used to be.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dirty Rooster, the Tumbleweed, and now the Worm.
Pissed behind that bar many times.
Okay, so wait, because I didn't go to fucking Stillwater. So is there our Wormy Dog down here, and was there another one up there?
So it started in Stillwater.
Stillwater, and then
Alright.
it came down here.
What is it now? Because
Where it was, it's not the Wormy Dogs no more.
Yeah, in
Okay.
Oklahoma City. They stopped, I think, in 2017, 2018 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
man, because
And
the fucked up part about the Wormy Dog was I'm
it's
having
like
one
the
to
Purple
ultras.
Martini or something.
No,
No, it's Dollhouse now, because Dollhouse
oh,
moved
fuck.
from across
Yeah.
the
Well,
street.
and then Rip Dollhouse.
And
Did it go?
Yeah, Dollhouse, I think, was like this is the second year. I think they've been gone.
yeah.
Yeah, because it used to be Dollhouses. I don't know. I could go. I had to show
And
you
then
on the map. It was
when
here. And then it
Dollhouse
went there.
moved across the street, and
Yeah.
then what's her name? The porn star that died, Jessie Jane.
Yeah, she had a.
The bar, their Pink Parrot.
Pink-
That's
oh,
why
yeah.
she was part owner in that.
Well, it was funny because
Her and then
her
the-
three other people, and it was a whole thing.
The other guy that died,
Yeah.
Jeff Rogers.
Yeah,
He was trying to do some restaurants.
yeah.
The something. What were they? There was one up in Edmond that he
Yeah,
was
it
trying
was-
to open like 3 or 4 different restaurants.
So that's the funny thing is like some of these guys will get into business, and you'll have like what is it? James View. He's nice. Vu is good.
He is, but he only has. I mean, he's got a couple
bar clubby
clubs.
things, but like
But there was there's like 4 guys that own most of the clubs.
Gotcha.
And they own the same ones, but they all like, oh, we're shut that down, open a new one.
Gotcha.
yeah, and
You
they'll
know,
rebrand it, and like
most of them. I'm trying to remember his name. I can't because he owns Michael Murphy's. Then whatever the country one is down for it used to be Bricktown Event Center.
yeah, I can't remember his name right
Rednecks? No, Ranch.
now. It's
a ranch,
Oklahoma
Oklahoma
Ranch. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
owns that. He owns
which is funny.
Michael Murphy's.
It was in the same thing because it was something else before, and then they rebranded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Oklahoma Ranch, they're only open like Thursday,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. Or I don't know.
Yeah.
I've been in that club quite a bit.
and then like he used to own City Walk. He was part owner in
cool.
that.
Shitty Walk.
And then like the guy that owned Rock Bar was like part owner Sky Bar.
Gotcha.
And then,
They all- so
they
there's, like,
all
15
owned,
people
they all
that
owned
own
this.
yeah.
And then you have like one of them. Like I remember when one he was like a manager of Rock Bar, and then he kind of worked his way up where he was like, bought in and got to be a percentage owner, and then he went to like 115, and like they
Yeah.
all kind of.
I got some real good dirt, but I can't talk about it publicly on the 115.
I've been there
I'm
once.
surprised that club is still open.
Oh, dude,
did-
after
I
I,
didn't
heard
realize.
the story, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's going to be part of, that's going to be wow when that
but
happens.
but
Yeah.
they all like so all of them, and then I was real good friends with the guy that owned Club Albee.
Gotcha.
And then he died with COVID and all
Gotcha.
that went on.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
But,
about that.
Yeah, I've been in
Makes
the
sense.
Bricktown Club since like in that scene since about the 80s.
And I forgot the Wormy Dog was there, so it's the same.
Yeah.
I don't know. I assumed it was the same owners. So what they
Yeah, probably. I never went in, but you'd have either licensing or branding. It would make sense to have both. Because, like,
oh yeah,
you're going to catch people
Well,
that come
'cause-
into downtown
Right.
and they're going to party in Bricktown because they're for conventions or
Yeah.
whatever. And then, unless they're specific going to Stillwater,
Yeah.
which not.
not too many people are, and
Yeah.
and people.
Well, it's getting now. Actually, it's getting big because between Calf Fry, Orange Peel, you got White Flores who's blowing up, and so he is like all about Stillwater.
I'm telling you, a lot of people have said jokingly that Stillwater could be the red dirt Nashville of
Yeah,
of music.
100%.
Well, and
100%.
coincidentally, someone I was talking to that is a recording artist. He does a lot of writing and stuff. He was like, yeah, that's where red dirt shit comes from.
It is. So
I
like,
don't mean red dirt shit.
No, no, I know what you mean.
But I was like, he's
Yeah.
like, that's where that shit comes out of. He's
Yeah,
like, it's not
yeah.
Nashville. That's all poppy country shit.
Right.
and don't get me wrong, and there's a different, and red dirt music is like, there's the like more rock kind of outlaw side of it,
Yeah.
and then there's your Red Dirt Rangers,
Yeah.
which Red Dirt Rangers are great, and they're
Well,
like,
that's like what I told him, because I went a couple weeks ago, went to down to Ardmore, the Treaty
yeah.
Oak Revival.
Oh, yeah.
Austin Meade had their Christmas show
Sick.
down at
Wait, hold
Ardmore.
on. You know what's crazy to me, as a side note? So you went there for that, which is a pretty big show. That was like an unexpected pop-up show.
Yeah, and it was at a bar, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was at like an event center.
Gotcha.
Downtown Ardmore, which like literally looked like an old, like a school basketball thing
Okay.
with the stage.
So you were telling me about that, and I was like, well, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
I always love
And then
when
the
that
week
shit happens.
after, they played the Paycom.
Well,
okay,
but then
So,
you know
like-
what was
like-
That's
wild
cool.
is last week, Billy Gibbons played Ardmore. And I was like, the fuck is Billy Gibbons? And
Yeah.
I don't think it was, I think it was just Billy Gibbons on his own. It was
I
Billy
don't know
Gibbons
if
and
it's
friend.
just location, because you're north of Dallas, you're south of Oklahoma
Yeah,
City.
but I was like, because he
but-
played Dallas, Ardmore, and something else. I was like, what the
But-
fuck?
I mean, normally people play like Windstar, obviously, but I mean
Yeah.
that's a huge spot.
That's a huge
Yeah.
spot, because the Lucas is giant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This thing held, if I had to guess, realistically, I would say capacity in there was probably about 600 people.
That's a fucking killer show.
Maybe.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so when we
That
were
would
there,
be awesome
when
to go
we
to
were
see Treaty Oak.
Yeah.
when we were in there was maybe 400 people.
Wow.
And so the whole thing, like at the very back, you're probably, I don't know, 40 yards from the stage.
Wow.
So it's like there's not a bad place. And then you've got the pit or wherever, the
Yeah.
floor, which is packed. And it was like, fuck, I'm going to sit down.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to
Yeah,
sit.
it doesn't matter.
And
There's
I'm
not a
like,
bad seat in the
I'm like
house.
right above the crowd so I can see the stage, and you can just watch everybody throwing their fucking beers and water. And I was telling him,
That's
because
sick,
he was
yeah.
like, who'd you go see? And, sad cowboy music. And I'm like, actually to me, it's like oil field yacht rock.
Yeah, that's
It is really not country. And I was showing him, because I'm like, the guitarist had on a Misfits
Yeah,
shirt
t-shirt,
with
yeah.
his, and his makeup,
Yeah.
like he's
So
not
Their
country.
he said so. There's they went on a podcast after they released their newest album.
Yeah.
with is it Trace Lawrence? Trace Lawrence.
Yeah.
Sure.
He's a older country singer.
Okay, yeah.
and they talk about how they grew up like listening to punk
punk,
rock
yeah.
and like Vans skaters. Like that's the
Yeah.
vibe that they are.
Yeah.
So
And so that's why I was telling him, like, it's not bad. Yeah, they do have some sad cowboy songs, but for the most part, like it's kind of rocky, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Well,
catchy, and
yeah.
it's
So I give everybody shit about it because I just love to fuck with everybody.
right.
Because like I get fucked with because it's like some band like Rickshaw Billies, like they're getting pretty big now.
Right.
Everyone's like, oh, you're like listener number 14. You know everything about all of them. I'm like, yeah, but I mean they fucking rock, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a certain amount of that was like I went to go see Hank Williams the Fourth at the Blue Note, and like I was like, dude, this is
Yeah.
gonna be the shit, and because it's outlaw country to me.
Yeah.
That's what if I'm gonna listen to it, that's what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I like the classical, more of that, and then the Red Dirt stuff I was just vehemently against forever. 'Cause,
See,
like,
the red
understandable.
dirt to me is almost like kind of a newer punk rock.
Yeah.
because
It's-
they don't care.
Cody-
they're not in it for it's like, I get it. Morgan Wallen is kind of doesn't give a fuck.
No, I don't.
But I think he is.
I don't know anything about that guy.
I don't like his music.
He's in it for the money. He's pop. It's kind of like,
Dude.
and the people he's hanging around with, like the Hardy guys.
Yeah.
Well, so you couldn't make it in rock, so you go to country.
Yeah.
So
You know.
that's the thing that if you're because I'm a connoisseur of a lot of different music. Like,
Same. I listen to everything.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
discriminate on
Yeah.
anything and
Yeah.
anything at all.
If there is some new stuff, I'm like I don't really want to listen to that. If it's on the radio a ton, because it just get overplayed.
Yeah.
I don't care. But whatever.
Stuff is the thing is like, especially with Morgan Wallen, like his stuff is catchy.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
But
if you're
he's-
sitting there on your computer working on doing something, like I'm writing emails and it pops up, it'll be like a minute and 30 seconds before I realize it's a Morgan Wallen song. I'm like, oh, this was a kind of.
It's,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and there's
and there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah.
But that's Nashville.
Yeah.
He's in Aldean's camp, which is pumping out all the same guys. It all sounds the same, and it's all catchy, and they're making they're in
manufactured-
it for money.
Yeah, the manufactured, mass-produced media for people to just consume without having the thing that drives me nuts is like you don't really know anything about the artist. You
Yeah.
don't really like in 6 months or you're going to go to another show of theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like there's the people that like, you know, Taylor Swift, for instance, they've been with her whole career. That's great. I'm glad you like that. It's not for me.
Same. I know what you mean.
And that's a level of pop. Like and this comes from like doing EDM, like electronic stuff for so long. I do enjoy some of that stuff to cut up and move around and redo stuff with because I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I enjoy that part of it, but I'm just not going to throw that shit on my radio and listen to it.
Yeah.
But like people will see Kesha come up in my fucking Spotify playlist and they're like, you listen to Kesha? I was like, Eagles is death metal, fuck with her. So
Right.
I'm gonna fuck with them.
Dude, and it's just funny because a lot of stuff is
some Dream Theater.
Dude, it's Sleep Token. Everyone's like, oh, Sleep Token's hot take. Sleep Token's so original. I'm like, Ghost?
It's hot bullshit. It's hot
Slipknot?
shit. Ghost was good when it was fucking Dave Grohl was drumming for him. They were
You're
okay.
not wrong. You're not wrong. But anyway, it's off my soapbox.
So I started streaming a little bit last year, trying to like I said, just
I was like, were you doing the hot tub stream?
trying all the different things.
Yeah.
And I picked up a lot of traction in like the music genre. So a lot of captions I would do is like send me music. I would watch a music video or I'd be editing a video or something, and so people could come in and share. So literally didn't specify any genre of music at all.
Yeah.
Dude, this first guy came in and it was big Sleep Token fan.
Yeah. And you're like, nerd.
Well, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about this. So he's telling me about the history and the stuff about the band, and I'm like, this is kind of cool. But then, so because of that and the interaction there, Twitch like categorized me as this kind of like streamer now. So literally, like the next 4 streams is all those, not necessarily Sleep Token, but it's like that genre of music for sure.
Right.
So like, so they were like,
so fast.
dude, I'm over there like listening to like I don't know, just like Super Haven or something like that. And then they come in there and they're like, yo, can I recommend a song? I'm like, yeah. They tell me and I would cue it up. And I'm like, God dang it, this is not the vibe I was going for at all here. But whatever.
Like I'll listen to everything, and I I may like my playlist is. I listen to everything.
Yeah.
Same. I literally hit
From
my like music and hit
I can go
shuffle.
death metal to country to pop to whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, if I like it, I like it.
I have a 103-hour long playlist that is my favorited music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And like the goal on that is you should not hear the same. Like if we're on like the road trip to go get somebody, we shouldn't hear the same fucking song twice. Now Spotify sucks and they're they're randomized, but yeah, I can't do anything about that.
Yeah. But I love going to local shows. So and seeing a lot of people, and like it's kind of cool seeing some of the bands that like. Seeing the ones that are you're probably going to go places.
Yeah.
You're probably going to make it, and seeing them like sort out because and I'm not trying to be mean. There's a lot of garbage out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there's a lot of people like, oh yeah, you're not. You need it. You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
but you're not there yet.
Well, and then I've seen other bands where it was 2 or 3 pieces, and then those guys move and they're like, this band's really good. They're really nice. It's just not everyone's in that band to do that band stuff.
Or like they are on the way and like, oh, you guys got it.
You're right on the cusp.
And then the band breaks up.
So so Dylan's band that's where they're right now. He's been doing.
He's like, they're about to break up tonight.
Well, so
this is their final concert.
He's been doing music since like high school, him and all of his buddies.
Right.
So he was in a band called the Johnny Thomas Group. The drummer, Dylan's real name is like Thomas, I think. And then his drummer's name is John Caden Green. His dad is the bass player for the Great Divide.
Right.
So they had a group together or whatever, and they were playing. Well, they were playing some pretty cool shows. They opened for the Divide, I think, one time. It's pretty cool. Well, then like
nepotism,
life just like hits, and so like they were in high school. So right out of high school, they're like, "Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with my life?" You know what I mean? Like, am I supposed to do this?
Yeah.
So he's in this like where he's rebranded. So it's Dylan Moss in the middle class, and they're trying they're on the cusp of like blowing up or doing something here. And they're looking for a drummer right now, stuff like that.
So one of my buddies, he's in probably 4 or 5 different bands at any point in time. But he was talking to me about how he's like, when I come back home, I play a New Year's Eve show. And I was like, what's that like? He's like, it is a big name. And he has kind of a covery band that does like a New Year's thing.
That's cool.
And he's like, I get paid really well because I can play any song. And he's like, so it's that guy's name and then that band. And I was like, okay. And he's like, because that band it's like Queens of the Stone Age almost, where it's a revolving door. So Theodore might be on the drums for the album. He may tour, but also it could be Joey Castile that shows up in whatever town and plays, because he's also been a part of all that.
Yeah.
But
there's and that's the other side. So like not knowing any music stuff and like kind of learning here recently. And that's what I've like learned is that these bands, a lot of the, like the lead guitarist and the lead singer usually stick around not a lot of times, but sometime, most of the time.
And you might have a not stadium, but you might have a studio musician that comes in and does whatever
Fillers.
The bongos or whatever, and it's a hired gun that comes in and does whatever they need on the drums or whatever track, and then there's a touring musician, and you may have 2 or 3 guys, because the Beatles, everyone goes, oh, the Beatles have 4 people, or the 4. There's 6 in that band.
What was was it Billy? Oh, there was. I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Because like No Doubt, everyone's like, oh, there's 4 people in No Doubt. There's 6 people in No Doubt.
Dude, same thing with like the Eagles. It's like, okay, the Eagles are like 5 or 6 guys, but if you really watch them, there's like 14 dudes on stage.
Right. Because you're gonna have
the triangle or the like. They have like a rhythm and a lead pianist. Which is pretty crazy.
Right. To think about what you were getting into that level of. That's what your album is. That's your sound, and everybody wants that sound when they come out and pay for it.
Layering and multi
all that shit.
It's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, and it makes for a good show. Yes, sometimes.
The dude that we saw, what was the band that we had that the saxophonist kept coming out? Stage left.
Rivers of Nile.
Yeah, Rivers of Nile. That like we knew there was a saxophonist in this metal band.
Yeah,
but we didn't know if it was
kind
going
of
to
a
be
death metal band. And I was like, I actually want to see this.
Yeah,
they didn't know if they were going to be live. Yeah,
and
we didn't know for sure. And then they like dude comes out and we're like, fuck yeah,
sick.
Yeah,
dude. Anytime you bring woodwinds or brass into a metal band show, you're like.
It worked really well.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so it was like,
super cool.
Okay, that really works.
It's kind of like seeing, it's not, I mean, a little different. They make it really well, but Treaty Oak Revival, when you see them up playing live on stage and 4 guys have guitars, you're like, holy shit.
Oh,
yeah.
And it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
but they're playing a little different because it was like, I went to show at Diamond, it was Whitechapel, and it was, I forget who, it was Angels of something that,
Sure.
And they had 7 people on stage.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So you had 3
What
guitarists.
are you, the fucking Wu-Tang Clan?
And well, you had
everybody out.
Yeah, you had like
we've been to that one before.
you had 3 guitarists, like 2 bass, drummer, singer, and I'm like, okay, what are you bringing? Because guitarists are all playing the same fucking thing, so it's like there's no layering to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like one's an acoustic guitar and one's
E or one's a D.
No.
Whatever.
It was like it all sounds the same. So you could cut about half those people off the stage, and it would be the same sound.
Yeah.
So I was interesting fact about that. I was watching a thing about, I think it was Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, and they have a guy that just dances. Like he's in the band and he's in all the videos and everything, but he just dances on stage. And it was a buddy of theirs that was like, I need a job for whatever. And he did roadie and then danced on stage, and he got credit and he got album credit. So he would get some minor percentage of, and he was like, I got paid. And the reason why I got paid is because blew up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's not Inspector Gadget, goddammit.
But that's cool. Is that like he's got but he has a place essentially.
And that's the thing is it's nice because it's don't forget the people.
And you remembered that too. Like the thing too is that like Dylan and I have been sitting there like, okay, what can we do? What can you do at shows that like that people will remember? Like we're sitting here talking about that now. You know what I mean?
Well, and so
just get naked.
No, I mean you can.
Ari Shafir.
Yeah. What was
Art Kreischer.
Yeah,
Take his shirt off.
the dude with the clock from Run DMC. I'm trying to think of his name.
Flavor Flav. It was not Rum DMC.
Yeah, it's fuck, now I can't get him right. Anyway, so Flavor Flav, Public Enemy. Yeah, so Flavor Flav, like he's musically very talented. He can play most instruments and all that stuff. And can
Flavor Flav.
Yeah, and like he's very like lyrically good, and everyone just thought he could just do the fucking clock thing. And then once like
fucked a giant white woman.
Yeah, Bridget.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the midget, but Bridget. But yeah, I mean, like there's a certain amount of that where it's like, what could you do?
Yeah.
And like a hype man, that's not something. And
It's different because people do have hymens. Like I mean, it's a big rap thing. Obviously, like having a hymen come out and get the crowd pumping. Wyatt Flores. Have you guys been to any of his concerts?
I have.
His intro is it's like when Pyros and Crips all got along.
Yeah.
And then halfway
No,
through,
keep rapping, white boy.
Yeah.
But then like halfway through, it's like it goes. Then when it does the brrr, it stops, and then it does the "Hell's Coming with Me" from Tombstone.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And then it does the beat drop, and then the all four white dudes from the band and Kinsey on the come walking out, and it's like that was kind of cool. And then he comes over there playing still Milwaukee. You know what I mean? It's just different. It's just different.
You can send it to me because I'm like what did I just
And
hear?
he plays barefoot. He's usually barefoot.
Okay, whatever.
On stage, it's a like. You know, they'll have rug like a living room rug, but he usually plays barefoot.
No, that's fair.
And
Eskimo Joe's t-shirt, tucked into his jeans.
And he I will say this, for as big as he's getting, he really does. He's promotes Oklahoma. He's all like with the Stillwater thing. He comes back. You
cannot forget where you come from because when you get real big. And then you have your decline because it always happens. And if you can't get it to pop off again, it's better to not. It's better that the Washed Up Has Been that everyone still thinks is the hometown hero than the Washed Up Has Been that everyone you turned your back on.
Absolutely.
You can tell because he's young. He's early 20s.
Yeah, I think he's 23.
So he's
23.
prime property for Washed Up Has Been. I'm kidding.
But he's
or homeless Nashville.
He's he's having fun, but he's not getting out of control and banging lines.
He's got a lot of good teams.
He's got a lot, and he's got
a good team.
Yeah, like he just took his whole family for Christmas, took him to Hawaii.
Yeah,
okay.
And was like, his parents, his sister, and like he had it on Instagram. He was at one of his old friends' weddings. Yeah, and sang a song for their first dance.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was like,
is the Waylon the one that was the SNL guy that got like I got to go back to God's country or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
Might have been.
He hosted SNL and like
I think so because Moore Wallen's from Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
He his parents are, it's not nepotism, but his parents are like, his dad's like a big preacher at like a Righteous Gemstones church.
Yeah.
and his mom was the choir director.
So he's got some chops from just naturally.
And that's how he's got it. And he talks about it, but he talks about that in a thing or whatever. But again, it's very, I mean, he's got the Nashville hook. I mean, he
went through the Aldean's camp. So Jason Aldean has a big camp in Nashville. And so
is this like MMA fight camp?
I mean,
it seems like it is.
It kind of is because all the up and coming, like the Luke Combs and all these guys, Hardy and
dude, if they have a financial backer, there are classes and stuff like this that they can go through to really come with marketing backers and stuff like that.
Like songwriting, like they all get together and just will like write songs.
Yeah,
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that.
It's making of the band.
Yeah. It is basically a I don't know what, like mill for
it's a manufacturing plant
and
for pop music.
It's more for musicians that are they're not struggling as much as you're getting ready to
pop.
Pop.
Yes.
And so it is like a what do they call it? Like a lab where they we're getting you ready, and it's kind of
And I can't hate on this because every music genre Russell Simmons has done it. You know, everybody, everyone has one.
And it was Jason Aldean started it, so it's under him. You're kind of under his wing, and he's guiding them along, like with their songwriting, with their marketing, with advertising, with how you do management, money, music.
It's doing the stuff that like that I feel like all three of us, like we're very personable. Like this is stuff, the extra stuff that you you say it's just the extra stuff that you don't want to, like at the end of the day, you're like, I don't want to edit this video. I don't want to do this. I don't want to push. I don't want to post 14 times a day. Or I don't want to schedule these posts. They have the team to do that.
Well, and that's the thing.
And you see, like Jason Aldean, so it was one of the first that, like when he did the song with Ludacris, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, he was one of the first ones that kind of did that, where it was like, I'm going to kind of cross over with the Rocky country and have a rapper on there.
Florida Georgia Line and
Nelly.
That was another one.
That was another one.
And then Morgan Wallen came in as he was a featured on one of their Florida Georgia Line songs as like, dude, I mean, he's got like a bowl cut. I mean, he looks awful.
Yeah.
But it's right before
bowl cut.
Yeah.
Like
But
literally
you
a bowl
look
cut.
you look now and you've got like, you know, Big X the Plug that's out of Houston and he is on all these country albums.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you've got where, you know,
That's the Nashville.
Posty Malone, who was originally
country.
originally country
Out of Dallas,
but
and then
he
he
got
face tattoos
he
and got real cool.
Well, he got big on his rap.
Yeah.
So he went where it is. Well, now he's made enough money. He's got fuck you money.
Yeah. So now
And
you can go
it's
back.
like-
Well,
Pivoting.
and to an extent, if you're going to be a performer, because I have a lot of friends like that band up there and those bands right there, they're like, yeah, if we hit pop success off of a song that was not our favorite, but if that's what kind of leads a sound, we're going to hopefully be able to, you know, monetize that, make the money off of it,
Right.
further our career. So then in 2 or 3, 4, 5, 6 albums, it gets back into,
Yeah.
We can pivot.
this is what we want to do again.
You become Trent Reznor and just
Yes.
make bullshit that nobody likes.
Yeah, he's like,
it's just like, what
he's
the
like-
fuck are you doing? Yeah, pretty much.
I've seen 9 Inch Nails. Oh my
Yeah,
God, it's so
yeah.
annoying to have all those buttons at the same time. But
Yeah.
you know, it's you know, and there's a certain amount of artistic integrity. Okay, I
know.
I want to pay my
Well,
bills.
Yeah.
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 I
And
think so at that level, when you're just starting out, the level of creativity that gets taken from you, like you had a level of creativity to get you to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But once you start with a label,
There's
now it's lose your weight, get your fucking teeth done.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be this
Yeah.
to
'Cause
make it
even-
to make it. And so
even if you go
you're
back to the sub pop,
handcuffed.
even if you go back to sub pop back in the 90s for grunge and all that stuff, they still had a handler that was like, hey,
Yeah.
less heroin, more heroin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Puke less, you know,
Yeah.
eat
Yeah.
more. What your label is
Keeping the
all,
vision alive, essentially.
And even on small independent labels, you're gonna still have someone that's like, hey, we want to all fucking make a living at
Yes.
this. So
Yeah.
like, please,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
please go do this. Have a side band like Mike Patton with Mr. Bungle and then Faith No More.
Yeah.
Like Mike Patton was out doing weird
Yeah,
Mr. Bungle
yeah.
shit. And they're getting all these people because it's Mike Patton from Faith No More.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And then Faith No More is selling out arenas. And then people come out to a Mr. Bungle show and they're like, Jesus, what the fuck is this nonsense?
And it's just, essentially just to get your name out there. And,
Yeah.
and it's, but I'm glad you said artist integrity. And Dylan and I were talking about that a couple days ago about, he's like, man, because him and Wyatt are the same age and they grew up. I mean, Wyatt's from Morrison, Dylan's from Perkins.
Right.
So they like hand in hand. He's like, man, I used to go to, camps. We would go camping together, his family, my family, because Caden Green and all of
Right.
them were all kind of
Right,
interlooped
right,
or whatever.
right.
Great Divide. Scott Lester has a big ranch and they would go and do that's the lead singer of the Great Divide, or no, the guitarist for the Great Divide.
Okay.
And so they just do stuff like that. He goes, he tells a story. I remember hearing Wyatt like voice cracking, singing songs around the campfire
Yeah.
and all this other stuff. But Wyatt would do the stuff that Dylan, he said, I wasn't willing to do at the time. Like I would, he would go on the corners of Oklahoma City or like in Nashville and have like a poster with Sharpie on it and says, come to my show and do this, all this other stuff. And, or even doing anything on social media at all. And
Right.
And Dylan
right.
was like, I just wasn't wanting to do that at the time. I saw it as cringy and not as cool.
Yeah.
And
and to the extent too is if you do it, it may be super, super cringy, and the way that he delivers it, it's a little less cringy.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's more like,
It's
this
not
is just
pandering. It's more of a, hey, I just want you to know about this.
yes.
Like-
and he talked about, and the cool stuff is with Wyatt is like he went through like a mental health phase a couple last year or maybe 2 years ago, but he talked about that. He's like,
Yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry for not posting. It's like I just
He was like, I had to take a break.
Yeah.
And like,
it's like life's been kicking my ass.
It was too much. And it's like,
Sobriety's been kicking his ass.
No.
Oh.
He said
The-
life.
So I was like, sobriety is a
so
motherfucker.
he basically unplugged and
Because he was
like-
right when he started with the Nashville stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they were pumping him hard.
Yep.
Hardcore.
Well, and
Pause.
I mean, huh?
I said pause.
Okay.
No, I
just-
meant like I said pumping him hardcore. I
Okay.
meant, like
I thought
that's
you
what she said.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. But if there,
Wait.
Tmilly swings.
No, I've known a couple of guys that have gotten pretty legitimately famous doing different stuff, and like they're like, man, like it's cool, but like, holy shit,
Yeah.
man, they're
And the bad thing is in that arena, when you're trying to get the fuck you money,
Yeah.
you're having to eat and do a lot of shit you don't want to.
Yeah.
Until you can get the fuck you money and be like, now I'm going to do what I want.
Yeah.
And your record label is going to go, yes, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
you're-
and that's the thing.
I'm going to do a gospel album. Okay.
All
If
right.
you think it will sell, we will do it.
Yeah.
It's just like any big, star, actor or actress. Like you're gonna have your pet projects. Oh, I really want to do Internal Spotless Mind or whatever. I
Yeah.
can't get the name
Yeah.
right. Great movie, but like no one really fucking watched that. Like
It's like Andre 3000 doing releasing that whole album of wind flute.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, this is awesome, but
what?
what happened to?
And you know, and
He was like, that's what happened.
but when we all listen to it, because it's like
We're all gonna
you know
listen to
what?
it.
I like Andre 3000.
Yeah.
You know, and then
way I'm not listening to it.
right. And then, watching him in what was it? Get Shorty.
Oh yeah,
Don't give me no gun. But it's like you're all like, but then they do something and you're like, what the fuck? It's like Trent Reznor's new stuff. It's like, I get it, you're bored.
yeah.
But
So like,
like,
but
don't-
there are people that are still listening to or want to listen to new stuff or
Right,
whatever.
right,
The other
right.
thing is too is like writer's block. I bet is a big thing, and I don't know how writer's block comes with, songwriting and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
It's like, how do I be different on than what all of the stuff I've already written and stuff
Yeah,
like that to keep
yeah.
people coming back. But yeah, but without getting bored.
yeah. Well, I mean, so back to Treaty Oak with their new album, and it's a lot of.
I like it a lot.
I like it. I'm digging it. When he's like, I got sober, like from from alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. Cali sober.
Yeah.
They talk about that too in that podcast I was brought up earlier.
And talking about like Poor Day and all everything, and it's like, yeah, you're at an age when like you're gonna party and go hard,
Yeah.
and then you throw oil field kind of mentality into it too. That's a different level of going hard.
Oh, yeah.
And
Going hard, working 12 hours and still going hard for 8 hours,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
5 to 6
yeah.
hours after your shift or
Yeah.
somehow, and then doing it all again the next day.
but well,
Yeah.
A little bit of that nose beer.
who was it that just Dylan Wheeler?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, I'm out.
Yeah, he's,
Like taking a break
Yeah.
for family.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And it was like, dude, you're just getting ready to pop off. You got a broke ass kid that is like, dude, that's a jam.
Yeah.
And-
and that is a banger. That is a banger.
Yes.
There's another guy, I can't remember his name, but he's, and it sounds bad because he's kind of popular, but he,
I think his name is PhD Dre.
he re-released some of his old songs, but he recorded them differently.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I can't remember his name. Travis something.
Tritt?
No, imagine. Man, dude,
Everyone
Travis,
should be proud of the fact I just said that name.
Travis Tritt. When Anheuser-Busch, all this stuff, he was like the old.
Randy Travis. 'Cause I'm
Randall?
pretty sure that is AI that recorded all his new album.
Yeah, now I get it. I'm glad you probably needed the family or the estate needs the money, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a certain amount of that. Like Prince famously has
dude, one of the best shows I've ever seen
oh yeah,
was Prince, and I've seen him twice.
R.I.P.
Just
For real.
one amazing entertainer. So
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
puts on the show he puts on
Is amazing.
But watching him just pick up any instrument, and
He's like, do you want to see me play the harmonica really fucking
Like-
good, like you'll never
Yeah,
see again?
yeah.
Do you like me to play the xylophones really fucking good, like you'll never see again? It was like, look at like when the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, where it was my guitar gently leaps. Go watch that video.
Yes,
Where
that's when he plays
so
that.
so the
He upstages everybody.
So
Yeah.
that he plays that. I don't know. He plays that after Rolling Stone released the greatest guitarists of all 100 greatest guitarists
Yeah.
of all time, and Prince didn't even make the list.
yeah, and he was like, "Oh, check this out, dickhead."
And Eric Clapton goes, he was like, how does it feel to be like Rolling Stone's #1 guitarist of all time? And he goes, I don't know, ask Prince.
Yeah, that's. I've met some really talented musicians and like stuff where they're like, "Holy shit,
Yeah.
you do very technical, very very soulful, all kinds of different shit." And everyone's like, "Prince is probably the best goddamn guitarist I've ever heard."
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and you don't even have to like his music; just listen to him structurally.
Yeah.
And so the Crab Feast, it's a great podcast. Go check it out if you haven't. But I'd have to look at the guests. But he
You
was
know what
talking about
else is a great podcast?
The Chubby Boy
This
Magic.
one, motherfucker.
Yeah. But so this guy was he worked with Prince or for Prince. I can't really remember what it was, but he was saying something and like he was helping Prince. I think he was an assistant at the time, but he was like, yeah, man, isn't he kind of weird? And like someone was like, shh, outside. And they're like, he's like, what? And they're like, well, he has the whole house microphone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right. He has it bugged. And
Because he would wake up in the middle of the night and be like, do some crazy guitar riff.
Oh my gosh.
And then write it down, or someone would write it down for him, and they would cut that tape out.
Wow.
But he literally, and then if he wanted to listen to anything, he'd be like, oh, we were having this conversation. Not like weird, but like they were like, yeah, we don't talk bad about him because
he was weird though.
the
Stories from the people, he'd be like, you'd be in a conversation with him,
Blouses.
and all of a sudden he'd just start playing like a song, and he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I had to get that out."
Yeah, like
And
he
you're
literally-
or
that was like a tick for him.
Yeah,
Like,
and
it was.
the thing is like I guess he didn't write down the notation of the music when he was developing it. He would just do it and be like, all right, I'll figure that one out later, because he could do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He'd be like, no, not like that.
I know what you mean though. Which I've always like. I've never written a song, and I'm not a musician, but
I'm musically fucking stunted. I can listen and enjoy it. I cannot perform anything. I
It is
clarinet.
not just musically, sir. I've seen you play golf and ride bike. I'm not even gonna say play golf. I've seen you attempt to hit a ball with a
You want to
stick.
play? You want to play
and
my
ride a
game?
bike.
Fuck you on the bike.
How many times have I had to go pick you up?
A bicycle?
4, that I can count on.
Hey, that was when I was early on again.
see, I would. My problem would be I'm not prepared. Like I didn't bring an extra tube. I don't know how to take the wheel or tire off to get to the tube.
How about front brakes in your wife's car? Let's just stop there. All right. So anyway,
yeah. Don't even get me started on anything disparate. Like,
yeah. I forgot to tell you about the story of the tire, but I'll tell you in a little bit. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about the music side of things is you can like a lot of producers, a lot of record owners, like they're like, I don't know how to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
I enjoy this. I think this will sell. I think this is what we should do. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay, why not? Like,
Yeah.
and I think that's the thing about pop. And there's certain, you have people that perform. They don't necessarily write the whole album. You may write. It may be an 8.
George Strait, big guy who didn't really write any of his music.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
he's getting writers that come in, and that's the thing about a lot of people when they're like, "Oh, I want to get famous or I want to get wealthy in the music industry." So, one of my buddies, he works with a guy that lives out in Nashville. That guy is like famous on his own from like some stuff, but he's like, that guy has more like writing
Sick.
accolades than anything
Yep.
else.
Yep.
And he gets more money from all the shit he's written for like 80 other people that sing it. And he's like, he can sing it better than they can, but he's not famous like they are.
Yeah.
So
So that's I keep bringing my buddy Dylan up because he's the only
it's
person.
fine.
It's the
We'll
only
get him on. I'll ask him all kinds of dumb country questions.
It's funny. She's just the only person I know in like the music world. He's one of my
I thought
closest
you were
friends.
gonna be like, he's
at
the
time.
only person I ever know. I know him and my wife, and my wife does blondes.
and Tmilly swings. That's funny.
You're welcome.
You're like, fuck,
Dude, I hope
you're like, fuck. I never thought about that.
if you can get like him saying it as just a snippet and send it to me, that would be awesome.
Tmilly swings.
Yeah,
just him.
him saying it.
I can. Yeah,
perfect.
I can. Yeah. If I can get him all, if I have everybody in the right room, I can get all the things done what I want. I just gotta have the right people in the right room. Yeah.
But he's gone to Nashville a couple times and has gone to a studio and pitched some of his own songs to sell to bigger artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Bailey Zimmerman is one of those guys, and he's like. He was like, man, there's some songs he's like, I didn't even want to even talk about because I was scared because I feel like I can sing them better, but I'm not as big.
Well, and the thing
and
is,
that's what's. Sorry.
oh, no, I mean,
You're seeing a lot now coming out of Nashville, or a lot of the songwriters are actually starting to be like, well, I can sing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, with like the Aldine camp, because I know like,
I don't know what.
well,
Yeah.
they were all writing songs and they're all together. And it's like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, you should sing here, here's the song. And so
Up from
you
the
have,
36 chambers. I mean, that all work. If you're,
It's cool.
This is not a one man podcast. This is a collaborative effort from us and then our guests too. There's a lot of things that go into be creative on this.
Absolutely.
And like he's gonna have different ideas, I'm gonna have different ideas. But like I made the first ad read, I was like, I would love for you to do this. You're just not here for me to have it done by the time we need it.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna read it. It's gonna be dry because
he was awful. He was horrible.
we want to give a shout out to our sponsor. I'm not gonna do
Yeah.
that. But like, I just was trying to do what I could with what I had.
Yeah.
And other times I need someone
God
else to
forbid we're a team and do it together.
Well, and
I was trying to get done in a time frame. But
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But in communication, because Dylan and I have been trying to do some of this bigger stuff. Like, we actually sat down last week, actually a couple days ago, about what goals we want to do for our social medias. Like, the Tmilly took that. I'm really leaning in on the more of the photography side, because really all I know, we were talking about this earlier, but I created so many different accounts is because I had a hand in a lot of different things, and I really intentionally wanted to grow them. Like
I respect your ADHD.
dude, and it's hardcore.
Yeah.
But if I can keep it rotating,
Game sees game. Yeah, I respect it.
I don't want to play with gardening today. I want to play with rock climbing today.
Exactly.
I can go do the thing.
Exactly.
Well, because
Yeah.
the thing, like everyone asks me, like, what's the podcast about? Well, it's about
everything.
It's about 18 million different fucking things. Well, it's just about motorcycling. No, it's because we just know a lot of motorcyclists
Yeah.
that also love.
we
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah.
music. We talk about race cars. We talk about cameras.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, like
we haven't even got into
Legos.
what are you shooting?
Yeah, what are
What
you
did you trade that bike for?
So I traded it for. So I had I picked up last year a Sony A5000 with a kit lens for like $150 on Marketplace.
Nice.
It was brand new. I mean, it was brand new to me. And,
Right.
And it only
Is the A5000 mirrorless?
yes.
Okay, I wanted to make the jump.
It was the micro, the compact sensor that Sony has. In 2015, it came out in 2015.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that one. Okay.
It's pretty. It is great. I mean, I had a friend come in and was like, "Hey, I have this lens I can't use anymore. You can use it. It's a G Master lens, so the lens costs triple what the camera body does."
Right.
So I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I was getting into that and learning the Sony platform. That's kind of because that's where I wanted to go.
Right.
So I did all that, picked all that up, and then I was actually looking for a mountain bike with the whole trading with the bicycles. So I have two SE, just big wheel BMX bikes. It's just for my wife and I to go cruise around the Boomer Lake in Stillwater or whatever else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Wait, is it really called Boomer Lake?
Yeah, dude, it's a whole thing. It's
What?
Yeah.
You know, here's okay. I will say, the students at OU really need to learn how to spell. I like the first time I heard it, I was like,
And it's
y'all
actually,
in college.
actually,
the University of Oklahoma.
it's U of O. It's
Yeah.
UO. It is not OU.
yeah, I know. It's
Dude, and then I know
I get people shit there all the time. Like, you should
yeah.
run this up the chain.
Yeah.
or I love it when people are like, it's like there's only one Oklahoma, you know, that whole OU thing. It's like, well, isn't Oklahoma a state? That's always my counter.
That's a
you know
pretty
what I
good
mean?
one.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a pretty fucking good one. If you're not on a shirt with that one, you should be.
So, but where was I going? Oh yeah, so I
Yeah, it's a big wheel BMX.
so I had big. So I was just trying.
You're welcome.
Dude, my ADD can get pretty bad.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Trust us. We're
I was like, yeah.
So I guess as long as one of us keeps us accountable, it's.
Yeah, that's usually what I'm trying to do. It's bad.
Yeah.
So I traded it for a Sony A7 II.
Okay.
So they still make this. They just came out with the A7 V, but it's like a hybrid camera. It's supposed to be their hybrid camera. The one that I picked up doesn't shoot in 4K, but I have that GoPro that shoots in 4K 60 if I ever need anything.
Is that this one right here?
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
It's the Hero 12.
Okay.
Is that the one you got?
No, I just picked up a 10.
Okay.
Because I had a Hero 9 black
Yeah.
and
Bricked it.
bricked it. Took it to the Bahamas
And break the fuck out
and
of
did
it.
not know that the Amazon battery door that I got was, the Chinesium it was made out of was not waterproof like it said it was.
I was gonna say you only know until you find out, and
Yeah.
it goes.
And dunk break. So I just picked up a 10 off Marketplace.
Yeah.
And I still have some of I have the little
Media mod and stuff.
Media mod and stuff.
I had a Hero 4 black or whatever.
Yeah.
That was like my first action camera I got in high school. And so
I
when
have like three. I have 2 3s and a 3 plus, and a 4.
Yeah, because I have a 3 black, you have 2 3s, and then the 4, and so we were gonna do a big multicam setup, and I was like, God, dude, I'm good,
Yeah.
because I literally would just be over here doing this the whole time. I have the wide, and that's it. I didn't know. I was like, you know what, easy.
Well, and they're cool because they still film in 4K. I think
Yep.
4K 30.
And the old ones you can actually hook to an external power source.
Yeah,
sick.
that's the big thing about those. Is
So the new ones, I don't think you can.
Okay.
no, so that's why there's so much fucking light in here, because we were gonna originally go with GoPros, because originally when we first started, remember we just had the ceiling fan, and it was like, dude, it was so.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the all the lights.
Same.
So when
I'm old,
I did
so
two.
I like-
Feels like a studio.
Yeah.
When I did 2, he was like, man, I think that's bright enough. And I was like, I'm going to get 2 more. I think 4. And then when we first did 2, I was like, yeah, it's not bad. But having been in studios, I was like, it's not right.
Yeah.
And then so I got 2 more, and then like the wife comes in, I have 1 on, and she's like, man, it's bright as shit in here. And I was like, and she's like, God. And I was like, hold on. And she's like, holy shit. I'm like, it feels. I usually come in here when I'm doing like phone calls and stuff. I'll usually just have the 1 on, and it feels so weird too because you're like, it should be way brighter. But we set it up for GoPros because I wanted to set it up where if we got one of those or whatever we're gonna do, it was a mobile setup because we in theory take this, throw it in a box, motorcycles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was trying to compact it all down, and then that was gifted. So then I was like, well, I'm gonna use that.
Yeah.
And it works way better than the GoPro.
Well, and it, like the thought, like you said, behind it was, if we're using GoPros in here and we want to go do something, we have GoPros. We can.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're already integrated, and it was cameras we already had.
Yeah. I've been having to pee my pants for a little bit. Is it good? I want to go run real fast. I want to talk about that because that's my whole thing.
Yeah. It's like your whole thing's peeing in your pants.
That and making it easy. So I have a tube that goes down.
I was like, you have a catheter?
Imagine. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like I just get up and just go pee now. Like I'm just like, I'm over this. I'm so glad we're telling the story on air now because it's still recording. Because this is such a great story about these goddamn chairs.
Yeah, but we don't have the mics in our face, so nobody will hear. But so I had sent him.
Say again.
Nice shirt.
Thanks.
I had sent him a link for him. Well, he finds another guy that has these chairs. And they're like, he's got 5 of them for $50, and not a piece for $50. $10 a chair.
$10 a chair.
Jeez.
So when he sends me, because he sends me the one, he goes, here's the ad, go look at him tomorrow because it's like Sunday. And I was like, no, those aren't mid-century modern.
No, they were like Monday. It was Monday because I was at work.
No, you sent me the ad on Sunday. We were talking about it. And I was like, message the guy on Monday. And here's my thing is whenever, if you're selling something on Marketplace and I get it reasonable, like I work out of the house, I can probably go roll and get whatever I want, whenever I want. Mm-hmm. But don't try to be hard on the sale. And so I messaged him. I was like, hey man, can I come look at these today? He's like, I need you to be over here in the next like 30 minutes. Like, where are you fucking at? And he's like, he happened to be like a mile down the road. Yeah. Well, I was like, man, I'm not really crazy about those at the cost. And then I found some other ones. I was like, well, I'm gonna go look at this, and this. I just told him straight up. I was like, I'm gonna go look at some other stuff first. I'll let you know in a little bit. Yeah. Well, when are you coming by today? Motherfucker, what's your schedule for the day? Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm just out of the house. I was like, then you can fucking wait.
Yeah.
If this is how you make your money, you need to make money other ways, man.
Yeah.
So he was getting all fucking up my shit about it, and I was not having it. And then I'm sitting in the on-cue parking lot having a griller rolly, and I found these. And
Goblin
I was like,
a glizzy.
Yeah. You're welcome. When I submitted that, I was like, yes. And so then I messaged the guy about these, and he's like, I won't be off work until like 5. Can you wait? And I said, yeah, it's fine, man. Because I'm like, fuck, I'm about to get 5 for the cost of one.
Yeah.
Right.
I was like, I guess I'll resell 2 of them.
Yeah.
So I go over there, and the guy had like 8 of them.
Jeez.
And he's like, how many do you want? And I was like, 3. So then he upped the price per chair, which I was like, that's fine. Cause he's like, So
you still got essentially a chair for free, even though he upped the price a little bit.
So it was like,
I didn't give a shit.
They were like $13 a piece. It was like
$13.33.
$40 for 3 chairs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, fuck, I don't give a shit.
And then what's funny is he sold that other guy
the chairs that we were looking at.
Yeah. For like 15 a piece.
Oh my gosh.
And so that guy was trying to and he was trying to flip them up on me. And like that guy just does like garage sale kind of S shit on Marketplace. I get it. I've been there. I've hustled all that stuff. But it's the guy at the swap meet, the old guy is like, I'm a veteran too.
Yeah.
Don't service with a smile.
These are a lot nicer. So this is an evolution in progress. And so it's actually getting better.
Yeah.
And so
actually getting it down.
No, it is. I mean,
he's like, the audio has been really good.
I mean, the audio has.
Yeah.
But like the chair situation, it was not real conducive. He was in a rolly chair.
Yeah.
And
I have a really nice office chair I got custom made. And that's what I always use.
That's
cool.
cool.
I was like,
but then he's trying to like reach the
here.
buttons because they were on that. And so he's like trying to reach them and doing this. And so this is
workability
flows a lot nicer. And then we have through what we found is 3 is a really good number for a podcast.
Yeah.
If you get we've done 4 people before,
And it works.
And
if
it
they're
works.
if they're not gonna walk over each other the whole time.
Yeah.
But a lot of people get excited. I mean, we get excited still. Because if
But-
you go back and listen to our first episodes, it was us all the time.
Yeah. And we've had one where there's been like 5 or 6 people on, and it was
God, it's
awful.
a
You can't. You lose track of who's talking and
Yeah.
who's telling what. And
Yeah.
so this way, it's like with us sitting down with somebody. Yes, we've done it where we're sitting down with 2 people and they might be telling a story, but it's like it works better.
Absolutely.
And I was just talking to a buddy about this because he's real big into Kill Tony. And he was like, oh man, like it's a panel, like, 3 or 4 people. And then like a guest. I'm like, yeah, but most people are going to be quiet or they're laughing. It's audience participation. And like, you're not going to have a big group.
Yeah.
And I also feel like just watching Kill Tony, I feel like they say something beforehand to the panelists that come on, like, hey, like, not everybody, because there have been some that
If you're experienced, you'll know.
but yeah, for sure. But I feel like they have to say like, hey, like Tony's going to lead most of this. I mean, even Red Band doesn't say much.
Yeah, you're going to know your place.
Exactly.
And like, and that's,
And ours, like, we have a conversation. Usually it's like the guests we pull on, like
I
we'll
want to
get
talk
together.
about cool shit. I want to talk about raw shit. I want to talk about slick shit.
Yeah.
But I mostly want to talk about honest shit. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know what
No,
you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean we'll be like, okay, who do we want to get on?
Yeah.
Because we kind of like we'll do a guest list and like we'll kind of hit up people and be like, oh well, I've seen this guy on Facebook or this guy on Instagram. It's like,
And there's,
I like his stuff or
Yeah.
I like his photography. I watched photography.
Yeah.
I did band photography, for years. And I did it for the newspaper.
That's
so
cool.
I am kind of when I see stuff, I'm like, oh, that's good. I like that.
yeah,
Or
well, and it's just other people that are just fun to hang out with.
yeah.
So-
or we'll meet people and be like, we should get them on.
Yeah, because like one of my really good friends, he's like, he does wind farm stuff, or not wind farm, radio tower stuff.
That's cool.
And he's like, man, he'll have like a 4-hour drive. And he's like, I haven't seen you for like 2 weeks because you've been busy and I've been busy. And
Yeah.
he just had his first kid and all that stuff. So he's like, man, like we're hanging out. Like essentially you're bullshit with me on like a Friday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like, part of it is you getting to know the guests and all that stuff because you're like, it's a friend we haven't met yet.
Of course.
But I want it to be also a good conversation for everybody.
Absolutely.
So, and like
Yeah.
we're gonna have a fun time, and we're gonna probably talk about some shit. You know more of the rules about not investigation, but interviewing than I do.
Yeah.
But then I also just gonna ask some wild shit. Like, so
Well, and
does it leak
and-
after you get done with it?
and that being said, I do some unhinged bullshit also. And
Yeah, thank you.
But here's the deal.
Yeah.
And like before there was 3 of us before, and one of the other guys that when we first kind of started, we were doing this with, he was like, hey, I'm starting a new chapter in my life,
Yeah.
and I need to we need to tone it down. And he said that, and I said no.
Yeah.
Then you need to step away because I'm not going to change who I am. This is who I am on here is who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You meet
Yeah.
me somewhere, I'm going to say the same unhinged bullshit that I might say here,
Yeah.
but it's all in good fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm not
It's
being
intent.
Yes, and I'm so glad that you brought that up because 2025 was a big year for me of finding people who were like that. Like, I had a lot of people in solar. So I mentioned a couple times like not having friends who ride motorcycles solar, which is true and it's not. I actually bought my bike. So back up even further. So my wife went to Chandler, Oklahoma. She's from Chandler.
Right.
She was in a friend group with Lane. And
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about that. That's I forgot. My bad.
so when her and I started.
So your wife and Lane know each other?
Yes.
Lame Anus is friends with your wife?
So
Yeah.
Lane,
Yeah.
He-
Lame Anus.
He is a lame anus.
Lane.
Shout out Lane. Yeah.
He's actually the one who got me connected to all of you guys.
Okay.
So I reached out to. I met him. When my wife and I were first dating. We went
Yeah,
to.
because you're big into water skiing. Or
I was on the OSU wakeboard team.
That's what it was.
Nice.
I don't know how to swim, so it's all the same to me. Like,
So I was on the OSU wakeboard team. It was just something to do when I was at school.
it's just the fucking whitest shit to be like, oh, it was on the
Bro.
power of skiing.
Bro, I'll tell you this. It was right in COVID. We bought a brand new boat. It was a 2018 Moomba Max. It was like brand new, like $90,000 ski boat or wakeboard boat. and COVID happened. So like the rules and there was so much gray, and everybody went home because of all the COVID stuff, and it was remote. So me and this other guy had full range on this boat, and he had a car to take it. We both could operate it and do it. So we went out.
And you're socially distant if you're at the back on the road.
So we can only have like 12 people on the boat or whatever at the same time.
Only 12. How big is this fucking boat?
Dude, it was like, that was the max.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like 12 on a boat is pretty packed.
It was the max. And I mean, it's a boat with like ballast and stuff. So you can, so I mean, it was definitely sunk, like, heavy. So we would go and do that or whatever. So I met her on Tinder, whatever. She comes and does all that. Well, hangs out with me for the first date. So then we go a couple of weeks later.
You're like, hey, baby, I got a boat.
As a matter of fact, I said,
slick son of a bitch.
I said, hey, I got a boat. You come to the lake? I said, when do you want to come to the lake? She said, anytime. Third message.
I got a boat. You got a throat.
It was my time to play with the buttons. So remember when I looked up the John boats? I was like, I'll get a boat,
dude. And John boats are cool with a little small motor on the back. But so a couple weeks later, Lane's birthday. He was having some birthday party over at his parents' house because he's from McLeod, I think.
I think McLeod or Rainbow City or something like that.
That's McLeod.
Is it okay?
So so I went over there. So I met Lane for the first time. Met some of his friends, whatever. It was his birthday, and it was his send off. It was right before he went to Arizona to go to school.
Yeah.
Did we go to that?
Yeah.
It was like a swim party.
No, we did not go to that.
Was that the one at Gillies up on Northside?
No, that was
because we did that one. Didn't we?
Did that one.
That was wasn't that his engagement?
Fuck, man, it's been a long time.
That
it's been like 2
may have been his engagement.
I thought that was at the Chicken Shack, maybe.
I'm old.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to keep up with it all too, because the other thing is I keep up with all of you guys like on social media pretty well, mostly because you guys pop up on my feed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But
marketing.
Like, I try to comment and post and all this stuff.
Dude, I'm the worst about I'll see something, I'm like, I should comment on that. And I'm like, because that's what drives us towards each other, and then I'll fucking forget.
Dude, my like flame emoji, I go crazy on the flame emojis.
Oh, yeah.
And like I
that
have
and the laughy faces.
the laughy face. Everyone's like, why do you laugh so much? It's like, have you fucking met me? I think everything in life's a goddamn joke, and I don't take anything seriously. Thanks, Dad. No.
It's like exclamation points too. At the end of everything.
Oh my god.
You should see my emails at work. It's a lot of exclamation points. I'm smiling while I'm writing it because I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm mean. Smiley faces if I can.
I don't want them to think I'm mean until I'm like, hey, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said that in all caps.
I was proud of myself.
So I didn't at the time like pick up that he was going and doing all of this stuff or whatever. I was just like, hey, I'm just a person here at this event.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like meeting all these people. Like I'm meeting everybody for the first time. And I think Morgan and I have been dating for like maybe 2 weeks. So it was like,
here come meet a group of dickheads.
It was very
wait, hold on. No, she knew Lane,
and then
so you got invited. So she was like, come meet a group of dickheads.
Yeah, so it was like, and Lane's wife now had her group of friends, and like they had this big friend group. And,
it's how it works.
And Morgan was just one of those people in there.
Yeah.
And so he
meets Donnie, and Donnie's like, I don't like you.
Well, we're not in his wife or that other friend group.
Yeah,
we're the other friends.
We're the other.
So these are high school. They ran around in high school together.
Yeah.
So
these are high class friends. We're the low class.
I don't even think I have. I have to have class to be able to be up there, buddy.
So I saw that he started posting motorcycle stuff. He got his grandfather's Road King, I think was when he had that. Yeah. And then then when he got the Dyna, the lowrider, I was like, man, this is cool as heck. And then Hanson painted it.
Yeah.
So all of that.
And then Lane wrecked it.
Yes. So then I'm
wrecked it so hard.
So insert that period of time. That's when I come in. Like I'm around. I start coming, or I start reaching out to him. I start coming. I start reaching out, or like really being more intentional about.
Because there's like one day you added all of us.
Yeah,
we were because that made the group chat. Because we're like,
I was like, who the fuck is this?
Because I think I follow all of y'all on my Tmilly and Stilly Vintage.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
everybody was
like, who the fuck is Stilly Vintage?
And then Lane was like, oh, he's friends with and I was
So-
like, oh, okay, cool.
Well, because you guys, so like what I was trying to build in Stillwater, there was nothing happening. Like I was reaching out to all my friends and like, hey, I really think it would be cool. Like, what if we go do this motorcycle trip? Or like, let's go do all this. Because so Stilly Vintage started as I was doing thrifting and buying and selling vintage clothes.
Someone just asked me that the other day, and I was like, I would assume it's that, but I don't know for sure, and I haven't really looked that hard.
And that's what we started up as. I did it with another guy.
Yeah, you did.
Dude, that's so funny. Trying.
Tmilly
do
swings.
trying.
Oh, you're not getting away from that one,
Dude,
buddy.
dude, it's funny trying to like speed up a story, but also like trying to be.
You know,
what I
you're
mean?
good.
Yeah.
Just take your time.
Like,
We're 2 hours into a 4-hour podcast. Don't let him lie to you. This will probably take 5.
You're
Okay.
fine.
Yeah.
A lot of people tell me I talk too much or my stories are too long. So it's which is
Yeah.
perfect for a podcast. Actually, if you think about it.
The-
We don't care.
When Devin
Keep going.
broke the 4-hour mark, and then we kept repeatedly doing it, and people were not mad about it, but requested it, I was like, well, I guess that's the fucking deal now.
Or you'll have this jackass over here be like, oh, it's only going to be an hour. 6 hours later.
I always say that, so he'll just quietly come over here, and I'm like, you know what the fucking deal is.
Well, that's fine.
He's like, oh, I gotta drive over here to look at this thing. I'm like, well, I'm gonna be gone for the next 4 hours, babe. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I had to go to this thrift store to look at this shit. That's how he sounds like my dad. Thanks, Dad.
No.
No, but so yeah, because you add all of us and all that into Stillwater, the Stilly
Silly
Vintage.
Vintage. And so had, like I said, done it with another guy, started the company with two other fellas that we worked at the Eskimo Joe's clothing store together.
Yeah.
And the uniform was just any Joe's shirt or whatever.
I fucking hope so.
and a hat or whatever. But it wasn't like
Any hat?
No. So that was the thing. It had to be Joe's. It had to be Joe's specifically.
Okay.
And so the stuff that they were producing in 2020, 2019
Like, yeah, man.
wasn't that cool to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all the vintage stuff was really cool. So we started our collection with buying Joe's vintage stuff.
Okay.
And then then we started finding things that we grew up on, like
Yeah.
old band tees or like show shirts or like SpongeBob memorabilia. It's just random stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Jesus.
Like just
Rugrats. He's like, what are Rugrats?
Well, I mean, like SpongeBob's anything early 2000s. I try to stay away from, but like 90s is my 90s early 2000s is like my big influence.
Right.
So stuff like that, and this guy I was doing, him and I had like a lot of stuff in common. Like we had a lot of the same mentality, I guess.
Right.
So we were going to events, and like our collections got so big that Silly Vintage was just like 3 dudes who had personal collections of vintage stuff.
Yeah.
That we
Right.
would go to an event, and instead of being 3 different people, we were just Silly Vintage.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right.
So after the first event we did that, I was like, dude, we should create an Instagram. We should really do this, because the first time we went to a show,
We should go on a hike in the first thing in the morning. Well, I've had 18 beers. I did that shit Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
don't worry.
It's like, I know all the business, like the best business
Yes.
ventures start when you're like drunk at a bar or
Drunk,
Yeah.
Las Vegas bar. I have it's still a very good business proposition. Thanks, guys.
But we were so the first show we did go to, we were 3 guys with personal collections, and so people came up to us, who are you guys? Because we had pretty good personalities. People
Right.
liked who we were. So we were like, I in the group chat, I was like, we should call this something, blah 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 blah. So I took the initiative and like created all this stuff and called it Stilly Vintage and all this other stuff. So then it snowballed. I mean, we did a Bedlam giveaway for like all this stuff, and one of the guys put up most of the stuff for it.
Okay.
But
He was like, I would like my closet cleaned now.
well, it kind of that's essentially what it was, but it was 50-50. So it was OU and OSU stuff.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
it accumulated, or like picked up, like a lot of people entered the giveaway because of that. And so, I mean, we grew. I mean, we had 300 followers to 3,300 followers in 48 hours.
Wow.
And
That's fucking impressive.
it was
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, yeah.
insane. And
I will go ahead and.
which
we
was-
just broke 500, even though we know 18,000 people.
which is
Yeah.
and it's weird how growth works.
Yeah, dude,
on that
it's
stuff.
hot as
Right.
fuck.
Well, and that's because we've had to talk about that, about, growing it
Are you ready for the next one?
organically
And not buying anything.
and not buying anything.
We
But
don't
it's
want
like,
we don't want to buy a guest. Like
yeah.
there is a limitation on, like, we provide you beer.
I would buy an ad. I would do that to promote a show, but I wouldn't buy followers or I wouldn't buy likes
Yeah.
on a page.
No, and so I have a buddy that does photography, and he does it as a farce. He's pretty loaded, and he He's one of my dudes from Tulsa. It cracks me up because I always forget about him doing this.
Yeah.
He has like 80,000 people on Instagram, but they're all like, it's like 2 people that actually follow him and everything else is bot. And he takes the worst fucking photos. And he was like, I wanted to do this to fuck with another buddy. And he put like $400 down to fuck with said buddy. And he was like, $400 went a long way to fuck with this guy. And our other guy we know is a brilliant photographer. And I think he finally hit like 5,000 followers. And no one tells that other guy. He's just like,
Yeah.
it's just, and it was, and the other guy's just like, that's just what people want to see on Instagram.
Yeah.
And after a while, he's like, no, you don't compare yourself to that shitty account. And he was like, I got fucked up, man. I had like he's like, I had to quit posting to get people to like drop off.
Damn.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. And so we kind of like, we built it, I guess, organically, I guess, with that and with all that.
It's a whole reason to do it.
Exactly. And it was fun. And we had a great time doing it. We had a great time building up what we had and all this other stuff. So we did that show, we did that giveaway, and then we did one more show after that. We won like best booth or whatever
That's
at
cool.
the show. We were, I think, on the right path.
Yeah.
Well, then I got the job at the print shop. One of the other guys moved to Texas, graduated Oklahoma State, moved to Texas.
Your band's falling apart.
Dude, literally breaking up. And then another guy, he got a job at Old School Bagel. So he was like, so for literally 2 years, I'm not even kidding you, 2 years, that account sat dead. No post, no stories posted. The only thing that was being posted was me trying to like start something else. I had a Stilly golf thing going on at the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Was this another Stilly swing?
It was essentially trying to be like rebrand.
I was like, did you have 2 golf pages?
I never created the Stilly golf because, dude, so I posted it was like a year and a half that account sat dead. I posted that on the Instagram, and one of the guys that I worked with was like, what the fuck is that? What are we doing? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I haven't heard from you in months, and I've been sending you ideas, blah, blah.
This is how I get my repayment?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I kept telling him. So after that, I had like really wanted to continue the growth of that and like pivot with the brand and keep the name.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm still in Stillwater. I have access to all of these print opportunities here. You know, at employee discount. Like I really want to, make merch here.
Yeah.
So like pivot to the next vintage and all that other stuff. Like, so all the pieces that I print and stuff are pretty quality. A lot of it's embroidery. The printed shirts are like screen printed, but everything else is, high quality embroidery stuff.
Right.
It's all made to order. The reason I've done everything to make it as easy as possible for myself, because I'm the only person now that does all of it.
You need an embroidery machine?
It is on the list.
I know where I can get you a 4-head ZSK.
No
for
way.
a good price.
Okay.
I don't know about good price, but I know.
It's a good price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, look,
It's in my parents' garage.
Okay.
So my parents had an embroidery business.
Okay.
Yeah.
32 heads.
Okay. Did you know
for like 25, 30 years.
around here in Oklahoma City?
It was in Midwest City.
Yeah.
They closed it down, and I don't forget what year. A couple years ago, but the business, there's a screen printer in their
Our
building now.
homeboy Cam.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He does our hoodies.
Gotcha. So, and that's, I don't know. I was just, like I said, trying to find different ways. So there's a supplier of ours who comes up. His parents owned an embroidery shop around Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And they just shut down a couple years ago too.
Yeah.
His name's Tyler. What's his last name? I can't remember. But it was just kind of funny. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about that.
Yeah.
Because I've actually had to go. I use everything through work.
Yeah.
Because it's easy. It's there.
It's easy, and with embroidery, it's 1 piece minimum. So
Yeah.
I price everything as a 1 piece minimum, or whatever. So and it's marketed as made to order and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I tried it, same thing with as you guys set up with the podcast, and the same thing with all of my photography and videography stuff. I try to make it as easy as possible so that when I do go out and do that, I'm not spending all that time fiddling with whatever. I'm just hitting a button, and I'm the personality. Like I have, I don't mind talking or trying to create a story on camera or whatever else, just because it's fun. So all of my friends in Stillwater at the time so I pivoted with Stilly Vintage, deleted all the post stuff.
Oh yeah.
With all the vintage stuff, made the hoodies, started with the hoodies, beanies, and then the wide glide and wide t-shirt. And really pushed that. One of the artists that I work with did all of the art for the shirt.
Right.
Okay.
If you look at this, it's the same as the sticker. It's literally the same one.
Right.
It's my wide glide. It's got the legend suspension on it. It's got my SV hat. It's got a chain wallet. It's got all the stuff that I wear. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be me. So it's pretty kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just, pivot and go that way. But I wanted to be inside I wanted to be more in the
Inside of it. Inside of Joe.
The motorcycle industry, but not the
Hell yeah, brother.
Not that.
Not
Yeah.
the HYBs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, those were the people that I knew in Stillwater. I bought my bike from a guy who has 14 motorcycles in his collection, if not more.
Yeah.
Most of them, he's got a 96 Heritage. He's got a something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
96 Heritage. He's got a, I think a 2004 V-Rod, not V or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got everything else is a M8.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
I mean,
got a lot of his, but I bought my wide glide from him.
Yeah.
Big brother. We've been on trips. Like we would go ride, stop at a gas station, and like a outlaw biker group would come up and recognize him because he's been riding since the
dawn of time.
Dude, yeah. He was in the military.
Yeah.
And he had a month off, like 30 days. So he did 25 days, no hotels, no highways, no reservations. And him and his wife would pack up the Heritage and they would go all over the United States.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then the last 5 days, he said they would take their time and stay in a hotel or whatever, make it on their way back home.
Right.
So big biker guy.
So to be fair, I was just talking to a relative about this. I was like, I know a lot of HYBs that their miles come from the bars. And hey, I guess to an extent you're out riding.
Yeah.
But then I know some HYBs where I'm like, that their pilgrimage is Sturgis every year or Daytona. But then I know some guys like that. I'm like, motherfucker puts on more miles than anybody else I know.
Bro, this guy.
He's like, I'm old. I'm retired. I could be out for 14 years. And
And he's
I'm writing a book.
And he's like, I want to ride. And his brother is like a big, like he's more like kind of cringy biker guy. And he's like, I'll never be on a trike in my life. But Bill's like, Bill bought one. He's like, he goes, so his wife can go on rides with them. And he's like, whenever my time's up, I have a bike ready to go and I can still ride.
Right.
You can't split lanes of a trike. Okay, cool. But you still have the wind in your hair.
Yeah.
And it's a little better than convertible.
I know
sure.
a couple that are not a couple. I know a guy that's got one that he was having medical issues.
Yeah.
Had surgery, and it's like he's like, I can't ride a regular bike anymore. I can't.
I want to ride. I cannot physically do this.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't park it. Now I have reverse. And I don't have
Hand controls and stuff now.
Yeah. No, and so it's like.
Well, it's like
I get
Eric
it.
Mackey. Eric Mackey wants to fucking live, or not live.
Dude,
he wants to live.
His fucking trike is
He's sick
hot.
as shit, and he
that
lost both his
That's
legs.
the dude that lost his leg. We had him
okay.
on.
Yeah.
He just Mackey Leatherworks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen him.
Mackey.
KE.
Okay. I think I followed him on Instagram
He's got
too.
a Sportster. It was like
Yeah.
his original Sportster.
Was that the one he wrecked?
I don't remember.
I think it's the one he wrecked.
It may be. But
Which I was like, ballsy.
He had it made.
He put
like,
a trike swing arm on it.
he sent it somewhere, and dude, it is bad.
that's
ass.
cool.
It's got like the jockey shifter. It's got everything, but it is one of the baddest looking trikes I've ever seen. Like, okay, I would.
Well, and to an extent, like, so I had a buddy that was asking me, he wants to ride. He's bike curious, if you will. And he was asking me about like, oh, can I get a gold wing trike? I'm like, yeah, dude, whatever you want. Like, even if you're on a Can-Am Spider to an extent, like, I guess, like, it's not my favorite thing and it's not for everybody, but like,
There's communities around it.
dude, look, man, I was into big block Chevys and, small block Chevys. I was in American Muscle forever and I got into Volvos, and there's a huge community, and both of those communities are great guys to be around.
Yeah,
Great people. And there's people that ride the Can-Am Spiders, and that great people.
Yeah.
And there's the Gold Wing guys, and then there's the Gold Wing trike guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I bet most of the trike guys have more miles on their bike or on their trike than you do in your car.
Absolutely. And there's always, don't get me wrong, there's always the cringy people in every single
Every group.
yeah.
Man, going
Yeah,
from Ultra
yeah.
to a banquet tastes like I just climbed a mountain. It's amazing. Ultras are no.
No, but
Yeah,
like
that is, and he's ridden that across the country.
Which one is that? Is it the Poto in the driveway? Oh no, that's another one. I haven't seen that.
that's cool. But obviously the sport bike groups, there's those really cringy guys.
Oh man, I just did 1,000 miles an hour and I did a wheelie. I mean, you're always gonna have the geeks and the nerds.
Yeah. But it's finding the right crowd, and like being in Oklahoma, there are, especially with what I was trying to build with like talking to my friends and like, hey, this is big influence. I have a big, not intentionally, but I have a big Southern California influence. Not, like I said, not intentionally.
right?
Like, that's what's influenced you, or you influence people there?
No. The I haven't. It has an influence on me.
Okay, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I
I've
was
never
like,
been to California.
I'm big in Japan, literally and physically. Like, yeah.
Because so like my Forerunner, I like the pre-renter type stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like the high and tight motorcycle build look because I'm a taller guy, so I lifted the motorcycle up a little bit so I
Right,
could be a little
yeah.
taller. And so finding different, and so since I didn't have any other influence besides finding my own stuff,
Yeah.
Thrash and Supply was the people I stumbled upon the first.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the way that they did stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like
They got good stuff.
They have
I got some of their stuff on my bike.
same.
The thing is like if Frank had a swinging arm for my FJ, I'd have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speed dealers. That's
Yeah.
fucking amazing. His shit is amazing.
Yeah, there's stuff that I would love to, and there's stuff that I can get from my bikes.
Yeah.
That I wish you guys could get because
Yeah.
you would love to have their shit too.
Yeah.
And so it's just like supporting, and like I have a lot of like I like my riding weather or my summer vest is Thrasher. I'm wearing a Thrasher shirt. I have stuff under my I like the brand and
Yeah.
the people, and I like how they do their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I like how they do their social media. So it's stuff like that. There's a guy I reached out to. He lives in. He's a photographer. His name is Chris Chinney. I've been posting him on my story a lot. Anybody you see on my story that's like Western motorcycle chopper stuff,
Right.
It's
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
He is
CH
Cheney, Chinney.
EN.
CHRISCHENY or ENEY.
I wish I could spell better.
It's okay.
I didn't look at hooked on phonics. I got hooked on weed.
Is he? Oh yeah, it's Chris Cheney.
Can you send it to me real fast? I can't get my shit's not pulling back up again.
Hang on.
But he has like, I mean, so photography wise, so when I picked up the camera and started doing the photography stuff, I didn't really want to corner myself on where I was doing. I don't charge. I haven't charged for anything I've done.
Yeah.
Because I've been trying to build a portfolio.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you're just trying. You're doing all the shit, man. It sucks.
Pro bono and like creating
Pro bone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gonna keep at. Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, I know. I've seen him before. My
So
bad.
he reached out to me. I mean, he followed me on Instagram and started talking to me about like if I have a photography question or about different things, I can talk to him and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that. But it's a vibe. It's like you said, it's a community and all these people you're trying to create and so that it promotes one to the right industries that you're trying to go or like the people you're trying to touch or whatever.
Yeah.
But also like it's like this umbrella. Like when I was doing Silly Vintage with the vintage stuff, we had people who were photographers. We had people who were doing like sneaker restoration and creation.
That's a big market too.
And so like, but stuff that we weren't doing, but promoting each other because
Right.
that's the community, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And trying to do that. So when I was pivoting with Silly Vintage now, it's like, how do I do that? And so that's why when I mass followed all of you guys, I was like, okay, you guys are like doing the things that like it's a big influence on me
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
these guys
Yeah.
are doing this stuff in Oklahoma and it doesn't matter if it does super well, if it doesn't do well, they're enjoying what they're doing. And it's like, it's a good community. And I wanted to be a part of that. So that's why I started reaching out to all of you guys.
So that's a very funny point. I don't know if I brought it up, but where I was telling you about Born Free, where the guy comes up and he wants to buy a shirt and he wants some stickers. And I said, okay, cool. And he's like, I'm interested in shirts. It's like $20 cash in person, 25 if you're going to Venmo me or whatever. And so he's like, what is it? And it's a podcast. And so he's like, what's it about? And, man, it's literally about anything. If you want it's something specific, I can probably point you that direction, but it's about everything.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how many followers do you have? And he's like, probably like a little older than Spanky. And I was like, what? And so James was like, what did he just say? Because I was like, what does it matter? And he's like, well, how many followers do you have? I'm like, does it matter?
Yeah.
I can tell you how many numbers I could offhand.
Yeah.
Like how many episodes are downloaded.
Right.
Yeah.
Our Instagram reach and our episode reach are completely different numbers. Why the fuck does it matter?
Yeah.
And then so he's like, well, I just didn't want to buy something from a small. And I'm like, then you can go leave. Let this go.
That's wild. Like that's
But why, dude? I've been
And see where I'm, and I know you're this way too. Like I would rather like fuck Ticketmaster.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
So it's like I would
Like
rather
Kinsey
go
was
see
saying, yeah,
since
local
the Pearl Jam era. Fuck
yeah,
Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
no,
dog.
absolutely. Like I don't want to pay $300 for a ticket and 150 of it's going to Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
I don't want
You know?
anything more than like I understand the venue. If the venue and everything else is going to take 20% at max, cool.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Everything else should go to the artist.
And
That
you know,
makes
it's
my
like going
fucking band t-shirts not
going
$40
to a local show and actually buying a shirt or buying something from the band because it's like you're supporting them.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, well, like I got a shirt, you know, cool. I like it. You know, it's like, so I'm like, hey, you know, let me get a shirt.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, hey, do you have one on you since you're coming down here?
Yeah.
And, or is it like, you know,
It
on
is-
demand? And so I was like, well, that's cool. I'll meet you, you know, we'll go for a ride. I'll meet you up in, you know, Perry or
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah.
Cause I ride at 74 and then I do a loop where I'll go up and across and then back down.
I like hitting the Mulhall. I'll go through Mulhall and
yeah,
the
yeah,
skeleton.
yeah.
Yeah, I do. So that's
Do the little twisties.
Yeah.
So I'm big on loops because that's what I used to do in the middle of the day. As like, I'm going to go for a 2, 3, 4, 30-minute to 8-hour loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have a loop where I'm,
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll ride up 74 and then I'll cut over and they're right there at
cement. It's
I-35. There's a little gas station barbecue restaurant. And so I'll usually stop there and get something to drink and then come back down through Mulhall
Yep.
on 177 and do the twisties and then
Yeah.
head back home. And, you know, it's like a 50, 60 mile loop for me. So
Yeah.
it's nice. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a nice hour.
If I could go that way, like going home, like there's a couple
Yeah.
different options to be, you know, have an enjoyable ride,
Yeah.
you know, going
Yeah,
down
yeah.
Stillwater, which is cool.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So really, just what you guys were doing is very inspiring, and like it's something I wanted to be a part of, and like I
Yeah.
knew Lane was like, you know, he did something. He wanted to work on motorcycles, and that's something he
Yep.
wanted to do, and
Yeah.
so he moved his whole life and did something else.
Yeah.
I kind of did the same
Bailey
thing.
was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Because I was like, how do you feel about this? She's
She
like,
was like, what the fuck till they got out there? And she's
she's like, amazing.
I
Great
fucking
idea.
love
She
it.
was like, you did not fuck up on this one.
So, and I've been trying to get Morgan to go out there because I love Oklahoma and all this other, but I mean, we've been trying to change up the scenery.
Yeah,
Little stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I will never fault anybody that's not necessarily from here or from here that wants to move. I like Oklahoma enough that it's my home and I want to make it different. I want to make it better. I want to enjoy what I have here.
Yeah.
But when people are like, I don't like it here, move. I totally understand it. That if you want to go have better weather or you want more, whatever the fuck it is, go enjoy it. Go do whatever. I go visit that place and then I come the fuck back
Yeah.
home. All of my really close friends and family are here, so I'm gonna come back here.
And that makes sense. And I will be honest, so growing up, having family in Owasso and Tulsa, the Tulsa area,
Yeah.
we would come up here all the time. I mean,
Yeah, you're already kind of
Right,
used to it.
right.
Christmas and stuff, literally every year of my life.
Yeah.
But even more so, I felt like I was more of an Okie, and still to this day, like I feel like I have more of a connection to Oklahoma than I ever do Texas. And which is funny because anybody who's from Texas, they're like,
They fucking hate that thought.
ride or die.
Yeah.
And it's even more funny that I moved out of San Antonio and there's a bunch of stuff happening also in like the Austin and like
Yeah.
the hill country area.
Yep.
Like the Texas hills.
And everyone's like, "You piece of shit! Can you believe you're not down
yeah,
here doing
literally,
this shit?"
literally. So it's just trying to like, and I don't mind like I rode my bike down here to jump on the podcast today, and I it's very intentional. Like if something's happening and like if I get an invite or stuff like that, or like this Shreveport ride, it was posted on Club Style Oklahoma.
Yeah, dude.
And by the way, who runs that page?
Can we? Do you know who it is now? I don't remember.
It's a combination.
It's like it's
Hanson, Burrito, and Harrison kind of all.
Okay.
yeah. And I think a couple other people might have access to it, but I don't think they do anything with it.
So and that was
It used to be a couple other people, and then it changed.
They're
guards.
kind of gonna revamp it and
cool. Well, I hope
do
Are
that-
they
a
actually going to fucking do it? Because it's been about 2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
well, good because the Dallas and Kansas one are pretty active.
right.
Kansas is Kansas spurts because the
very
guy
true.
that does it has like I think a long hitch job where he'll be out and because I met him, he came to T-Bar one night and he's super nice and he was like, "Man, you guys come to Wichita?" Because a bunch of that group is in Wichita. I was like, "All right, man, cool." Like, and then he's like, "Yeah, we'll post about it." And then like I didn't see anything for like a couple weeks and I was like, "Man, like I don't want to just ride out to Wichita and like be like, hey, what's going on up here?"
Yeah.
Checkers. And then like nothing's going on, and that's the same thing with like I get asked all the time about
Well, and like I think with not having a bar, like the bike night kind of, everything
that
with
definitely took the wind out of their
the
sails.
The flycatcher, and
Which I never came down to any of those, and that were in the
Right.
city. I did get. I reached out to does he go by
Burrito.
Burrito? Is
Yeah,
he like
Burrito,
Burrito?
yeah.
You two are the only two people besides Lane that I've met in person. I don't know
Okay,
anybody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
That's fine.
I've only talked to Blake on Instagram and Hanson on Instagram a
Yeah,
handful of times,
yeah.
and then like Dirty Mac, that guy, or
Zeke, yeah.
Zeke,
yeah.
Tell that motherfucker I said what's up whenever you see him.
Okay,
Yeah.
same thing. Same. I just followed him on all this stuff. And
And man, I've got a lot of friends that like I don't see that it's a family reunion when like Born Free. I like whenever everyone was pushing me, it's like I haven't talked to some of these, but I talk to them every day.
Yeah.
I haven't seen them and gave them a hug since like Shreveport.
Yeah, and
like, I want to go hang out with these, but like I talk to all these people every day.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to go out and see them, but like
and like Shreveport, and then there's Tulsa. You know,
Dude,
the
Tulsa-
T-Bars and Tatonkas. That so you need to.
I am going to do that one because
you need to do that
I
one.
actually thought for some reason
that one's gonna be a riot.
I got
Yeah.
the two mixed up by
no,
accident.
you're totally because you haven't been to either one,
And I
It
haven't
makes
been to either
sense.
one.
and both are essentially casino based.
yeah,
because you guys go up to the Hard Rock, right? And the one
Yes.
in Tulsa. And I'm excited for
Hard
that one.
Rock at the Hard Cock.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hard Cocks at the Hard Rock.
Yeah, I always
No,
go backwards.
So we were originally it was supposed to be at River Spirit, and we went to the wrong casino.
Is that what happened?
Well,
I was like, I think someone
we-
booked a room at the wrong casino.
I don't know. I think it was originally the one that they were talking about having it at was River Spirit on the river. And,
Yeah, I do remember that happening.
and then like we ended up
at the Hard Rock.
at the Hard Rock, and then we were gonna leave and go to night trips and
Yeah.
like just. But then everybody's like, "Fuck."
Night trips. I see that sign every time.
Right. But
yeah.
we were like, so are we going to Uber? Because we're all going to
Oh,
drink.
oh,
and,
yeah, dude.
like,
Okay.
Nobody wanted to ride. And
We were well beyond the limit of where we all knew we're on not home territory. We don't know the roads. We should make sure we're safe.
Yeah, and riding there might be okay. Riding back might definitely not be.
And
Yes,
so I
yeah.
called Night Trips and I was like, hey, you guys have like, because it says on the website, like, we have a bus, we have a limo. And then it was like, because I was like, what did they just say to me? And I go to I get like the group together, which wasn't a huge group, but it was probably like, it was 10 to
10 of
20.
us, yeah.
10 to
10,
20 of us that were like immediately talking about going. And I was like, does everyone want to throw down $100 for this shit right now to get there and get back? And they're like,
no.
oh, no, so $100 get there and get back. And I was like, yeah. So then the minimum is so you're spending $100 for transport there and back. Plus there's a minimum. I can't remember if it was $50-$60 so what we're going to spend in club.
my God.
Yeah.
So are you wanting to go to Night Trips and spend
Yeah.
like $200?
Yeah.
And so
And they're like, no. And I was like,
And-
wrap this
and so-
motherfucker up. We're here.
there was
We're
like
locked in.
six,
Yeah.
there was like 6 of us that before this, we had all gotten together and we're like, we're going to get shirts. And so we all had matching leopard print shirts.
Those were
Because
cool.
it was just a fuck around
Because
thing.
it was just a fuck. We were kind of fucking around with a couple people.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna.
That's the thing that a lot of people don't understand about the club style Oklahoma. They'll be like, I don't understand whatever, but we fuck with each other really hardcore.
Yeah.
Like I get shit where I'm like, I can't believe you just said that to me. I also appreciate our friendship, but Jesus fucking Christ. And I know everybody else fucks with each other a little bit, but we really on a level where everybody thinks we hate each other.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
yeah.
That's
But so-
funny.
Some of us do hate each
Yeah,
other.
no.
No.
But so there were like 6 of us that had
Fucking shirts.
these shirts on, and
Which
so
is funny
we-
because I remember I've seen that picture.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
the
So
leopard
we
print.
come down because we get there, we take our stuff up, and everybody throws their shirts on, and we come down. And so like half the group's like,
What the fuck?
Why
And
didn't
we-
I get the
and-
shirt
and it
memo?
was- And it was just
it's
a
like,
small inside joke between us.
Yeah.
yeah.
And we
so
didn't
were
really
all
want to
like-
make this whole thing about it. And then the
so
next
we were like,
year,
haha. And so we ended up staying at the hotel because we started having so much fun, and everybody's like, what's with the shirts? And we're like,
here for the orgy.
We're here for the orgy.
Yeah.
And the scary thing
Oh my
is,
God.
is everybody's like, oh yeah. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
that. And we're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And they're like, apparently that's the swinger hotel.
so we all were hanging out, and then we all independently kind of break apart for a second because like I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna go to the room. Like everyone kind
Yeah.
of splinters.
Yeah.
And like and then I was at the Cowboy Bar when it happened to me. Because you were
remember.
I don't remember. I think you were at the center hole bar, and like we come up and like, dude, you won't believe what just happened.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think I have a better story. I was like, I think mine's fucking better, dude. And then
Yeah.
he's like, you go. And I was like, someone asked about shirts, and it was like 2 old ladies. And I said something about the orgy because Harrison started that.
yeah,
And then we were
he
laughing
did.
about it. And then everyone's like, "Oh, what floor? Which one?" And we're like, "What?
Dude.
Yeah.
Which
and then one of
one?"
the because Harrison said something, and there was like this.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah. There was like this pit boss.
Yeah.
that
Oh
she
my
was like
God.
60.
Yeah.
Like, she's like she's like 60 years old, like deuce and a half, 300. You know, like
She was a
not-
big old girl. She was
Don't
a big-
get me wrong. I'm not. She was
was a lovely
not
lady.
sexy at all.
She
But
She was a lovely lady, but she was
and
not for us.
She said something about like, oh well, you know, for the what's the deal with shirts? And Harrison was like, oh, we're here for the orgy and blah, blah, blah. And like, no bullshit, not missing a beat. She's like, yeah, I'd like to see that. And we were kind of like, was not expecting that response.
Yeah, and then we find out that
like the night before there was
there was a huge orgy. That's the Swinger Hotel there.
Oh my
there was
god.
some big swinger party.
It's a whole thing.
Which is funny because I've stayed there one time.
It was a swinger party.
Well, no-
Tmilly swing.
Playing golf. Well, they do have a nice golf course out there. Dude,
Your wife is gonna hate this episode. You should just tell her that it didn't record.
I know my I usually the last podcast I told my mom, I was like, they got invited to go. I didn't say anything to anybody about this one. I was like, I'm gonna just send them the link.
Look, here's the deal. We're all
not
here
in
for humors.
a bad way, but I'm excited because
yeah.
this is the other one. I had to be a little bit more professional, which is fine.
Yeah, this one you're like, I'm unhinged.
There's 300 people.
Well, so last year,
oh god,
we show up, and so this time. It's okay beforehand in the group chat. It goes out, what shirt are we getting?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting this shirt.
Yeah.
And so we all show up so this time, like some of the Texas guys are coming up. Some of the Missouri guys are coming down. And the Texas guys and the Missouri guys did not know we were doing shirts.
Gotcha.
So
people ask because they're like, what's the shirt?
Because they genuinely had no idea.
No, because some people kind of were like, oh, is there going to be a theme shirt this year? And because everyone asked me a lot of questions about Club Style Oklahoma, I'm like, you guys know I don't do anything with that page. Like, that's someone else's complete.
Which is funny because I also assumed that it was one of you guys.
Yeah. I got my ass reamed about, hey, go fuck up, go take that shit off your page. I was like, I wish I could. It's not my page. Go message. But so then I got asked a couple times, like, I don't think there's a shirt.
So this,
and because I forgot.
Yeah, well, this year or last year. So
I was like, do we have the shirt for this year?
We all got. We haven't. It hadn't been decided yet. So we all all the Oklahoma guys. Like we all come down, we have our shirts on, and so all the Texas guys are like, "Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, dog, what up?
We didn't get the memo." And
like
again,
deja vu.
So we
motherfucker.
We had again
drive for the orgy. Just run it back.
We had a big ass party and like just getting. Hanson ends up just fucking hammered, leading the conga line, and one of our other guys. Sebastian, old Seabass.
I fell asleep for this part of it, so I'm out of this part.
Was like all up on these women, and like it was one of the security guards. We got the security guard to pick him up, and he was like, "Uppies," and this guy was like, "Absolutely not." And then next thing you know, we're getting a picture, and he's like holding him up, and but it was just it was a party, and so. This year it's like all the Texas guys are like, we want to know the shirt. So like, it's going to be kind of fun. Like when we decide what it's going to be like to put it out. So everybody's going to be in some fucking goofy ass shirt.
Cool. And now what you got to do is you got to see how many other people you can bring extra that aren't in the Oklahoma, Missouri or Texas group that you can invite on the trip that they're going to be like, what the fuck are the shirts?
Yeah, exactly.
3 years in a row.
Well, that's what, and
so
you start getting there and like, all these people like walking through and they're like, what's with the shirts? And so the first year we all wore cheetah print. Well, apparently cheetah print is like an old lady magnet. So you have all these fucking 60-year grandmas. They're like, oh my God. And so we were taking so many pictures. Like that whole night, we probably had our picture taken about 100 times.
That's
like
awesome.
Ladies would come up and, can I get my picture with you guys?
Dude, once we got there and the cheetah print's on, like it was because then they would come find us.
Yeah.
And no one was safe.
And that's what, so there got to be a point.
No one was safe because it was like Hanson's dumb tall ass would be like, I just got assaulted by 80-year-old women. I'm like, motherfucker, I just tried to crawl my way through old dry pussy to get over here.
Well, and so it got to a point where we're like, do we still want to go to night trips?
Yeah.
And everybody's like, fuck no, I'm having more fun here.
If the amount, so 10 people had gone and there was 5 or 6 of us that had the cheetah print on, it would look like we were assholes.
I mean, we were assholes.
We are assholes. But if the shirt thing really does, now the thing about the shirt thing is too, is there's enough people that want to go, and they're going to release a shirt at some point before
Sometime this month. I
Yeah,
think.
so like if there's 40 people that show up in the shirts, it's kind of lost a little bit of difference, but like I think it will work.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna have-
it'll still work.
I think what they'll have to do is like, here is the shirt for everybody that wants to wear it, and then here is the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
You're gonna end up having your own like subgroup
Group, which would
shirts.
make sense because Polar Ride, everyone kind of does. Polar Ride's great time. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go. I'm really upset about it, but like dude, it's such a fucking blast.
I'm excited, especially to meet up with some of the Texas guys too. And
Dude,
Some of the
fucking-
people you see on Instagram a lot that you don't, and like actually put a face with a name,
Yeah.
and like everybody's got their own stickers, and you're like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like a big sticker trade.
That's cool.
and it's
But
like a party. But
There's a lot of those guys that will be at Tulsa, if confirmed. So I don't feel as bad about missing Polar. But Polar is so Tulsa is really fucking bananas because it's all contained in one spot. And in Shreveport, it's just madness.
yeah,
from about 2:00 in the afternoon to about 2:00 in the morning.
like when we roll, well, I guess because they're going from Terrell to Shreveport, right?
From Terrell, because they're going to the
And that's the ride. I don't mind. I think I can
so
keep
that's
up.
the ride. Some people will make it in about 30 minutes.
I was gonna
No
say,
shit.
I think I could keep up with the group fine on
There are three
down to
distinct.
Terrell, but I'm worried about that ride to
Well,
Shreveport.
you don't.
There-
You just do your own shit, dude.
There are
Just get through
three
it.
distinct groups when you leave Bucky's and Terrell. There is the Mock Jesus group that is going
Mock Jesus.
Mock Jesus.
Because when we
Then there's-
left and they passed it because they all stopped for fuel because they ran out of fuel.
Then there is
Legitimately
the
ran out of fuel because they were hauling that much ass.
there is the
Passed
almost
us again.
There's the almost Mock Jesus group, which is a little bit slower, but probably still triple digits.
Yeah, they're still rolling about
And
100,
then-
105, 110.
And then there is the everybody else that's probably rolling 85, 95.
Okay,
for
that's-
whatever.
that's
highway
fine.
speed.
Highway speed's like 75 down there. I think like they're doing like 10, 15 over.
That's I mean, like I did 90
Yeah.
just easy on the way
Right,
down
right,
here,
right.
just fine. I know, just the Y glide and the Y glide dyno wobble is insane
So
on that bike.
I was doing it on my Sportster, my Sporty. So I have a 99 1200 with the 21 inch tire.
5-speed?
Yeah, 5
Yeah.
speed. So I'm my front tire. So I get
about that wide.
about that wide.
Yeah.
And so it's like I get above 93 and I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
I'm like, no, 85 all day long.
There is a good
88
spot, yeah.
Well,
88 is nice, but when I get 90, when I start getting above 90, man, it gets a little
So
sketchy. And
the
so
KZP T1 is old, and I knew I was having some issues because like OFR when we ran it up there, I was like, man, I really got to dial this in a little bit more. And I had not planned on going to Polar, and then I was convinced, thank you, to go to Polar, and so
he was bullied into it.
I was bullied. I
He
was
was bullied
convinced.
into
I was
it.
convinced bullied into it, and I was like, look, if
Force convinced.
he lives, he dies, he dies. Let the boy watch.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
So and then it died. But like I was trying to keep
You had a good time, so shut the fuck up.
not mad about it. But like we were at a friend's funeral and another buddy was coming down from Chandler and no one could get a hold of him because he lost his phone, remember?
Jeez.
So everyone else is at the funeral and there's all these guys. They're like, well, we got to go look for him. I said, no, you guys all stay here. It doesn't bother me to take the FJ and do 125 to go find him. I'm going to go run up the turnpike because that's how he's coming down. I'm going to Chandler. Then I'll come back. I'm going to find him. Don't worry about it. You guys all stay here because it was like a bunch, gun show and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So we're like, man, stay here. There's a certain amount of I don't mind busting and ripping, but then like there is a time frame of how long I want to do that
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
100%.
Because it's one thing. I mean, I've done some high speed runs in the car where you're on
Well,
everything.
So the
And
guys,
then on the bikes, you're like,
So
I
the-
really got to be fucking paying attention. to
yeah.
I
this.
mean, what's impressive is it's like when you get down to Shreveport. So Samstown last year had everybody park in the parking garage. We had our own little parking
Sweet.
area.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And
Because we took it over.
There are
Yeah.
these, the performance aspect that people have done to their baggers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're looking
there's
at
a-
essentially $100,000 bike.
there's
So
a
that was-
reason why they're running 150 miles an hour.
Gotcha.
And then there's that fucking Pan Am.
And then you have the other bikes where it's kind of like the FXR tour where they're, the Houston guys have spent, there's a $30,000 paint job on a
Exactly.
$4,000 Harley.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know, but it's like, it's amazing to look at all the different aspects because you'll have some choppers, you'll have everything there. And so it's like, they'll tell you when you get to Terrell, it's kind of like ride your ride. Well, so there is a little bit of hood rat.
Which I do anyway. Which very, very fortunately, the people that I learned, I grew up riding dirt bikes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when I started getting into street bikes and Harleys, I was very blessed. I put 1,000 miles on the Y-Glide before I got a chance to buy it. And I actually,
it's actually really nice.
It was really great, especially
Bill is a really nice guy.
Yeah.
That's like really fucking solid,
dude. And even more so, I laid it over and during that 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
So I mean,
he was like, "Shit happens to everybody."
Well, so it was the biggest lesson and the best lesson I've up to this point on motorcycles. We were riding to the Mason Jar in Tulsa. It's right off the turnpike.
Yeah.
We were taking all the back ways or whatever. Well, this guy, I had always ridden with the same group of people.
Yeah.
And like I always was either last or second to last or just somewhere in the back.
You're always tail gunning kind of at the end.
And I'm even more so now, like I'm way more comfortable now on the bike and I can keep up with most of the people I ride with. I still prefer to be in the back. It's just, you know what I mean? Or whatever.
Yeah, same. I'm nicknamed Squirrel, but I almost got called Rubber Band. Do you remember when he was really fighting for that one? Because everybody else, I would get way back because I'd see like something in a field or something, and I would go. It doesn't matter to me. I'll run everybody else down. But like I was looking at something, and then they called me Squirrel because Squirrel.
So
I'm at the back all the time. And if I'm leading, I'm like, God damn, I gotta look and like, where the fuck is he at?
And they do all the hand signals and the feet signals and learning all that, which is great because like when you
do-si-do over here,
something in the road, don't hit the skunk or whatever.
Don't hit the
But we were riding out to the Mason Jar, and this guy, it was me and the same 2 or 3 guys I always rode with, and then this new guy. He ends up getting out front, and I'm second. Don't know how this happens.
You're like, what the fuck is happening?
Literally,
don't like this.
Well, and normally,
no bit of this,
dude. Literally, And normally, I knew that they would go slow or just fast enough that like I was just pushing my like comfort zone or something like I wasn't whatever going out of being uncomfortable. So I knew if they were going fast, I would be okay being fast because I knew that they weren't trying to whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this guy's hauling ass, and I'm like in the mindset doing the same thing. Like, oh, he's not gonna do anything stupid. And
I have a completely different mindset. They're gonna do something stupid the entire time, and I'm gonna watch it.
So
I will only ride bar to bar with like 3 people. He's one of them, and every time he does it, I'm like, or anything, I'm like, he's gonna do something stupid. I'm gonna watch it. I love you to death, but I'm just like, because every time I ride with anybody, because most of my miles are solo. So I'm always looking for someone to do something incredibly dumb because I'm like, I'm gonna watch this shit. I'm gonna watch him starfish.
I usually don't.
No, everybody I will ride.
I mean, there are times
he'll do the dumbest shit where he'll be like, I'm not gonna go fast. I'm not gonna go fast. And he'll like come up next to me and like be like deuces and then like rip ass. I'm like, you made me slow for 40 miles and in the last 5 seconds you're like, woo!
Sometimes I want to go fast.
Sometimes get the zoomies.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Yeah. So this guy.
But so he's hauling ass up this hill, and it's a blind corner. I see the turn, like the arrows, like we're turning or whatever. Well, it's up. We're coming up a hill, so I didn't see the turn.
Yeah.
So we're leaning. We start the turn. We're leaning, and the next thing you know, he's got his bagger up, and he's in front of me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, and I couldn't. Yeah. If I kept going, I would have smacked into him. So I put my bike up, and we're headed to this grass shoulder. So still kind of new at the time with learning the controls and stuff like that and pressure on the brakes and different things.
Progressive braking. Yeah. Oh, do I want to trail brake through this and stand the bike up a little bit? Or do I want to go ahead and get some front brake and just go skedaddle?
So, and I didn't no ABS.
Skibbity toilet.
Bro, and that's dead ass what I did. Boom, skibbity.
Yeah. Don't worry. There's a reason why I have a bunch of scars on both sides of my rib cage. And it's from a scooter. It was less cool.
Well, and the only reason I fell was because like I was tapping, like I was lightly tapping the back brake, and he's got that big bagger, couldn't control it. He's leaning into me, like he's about to.
He's pushing the radius out.
Oh yeah, and he's like pushing into me. We're in a grass field, like going straight. So at this point, to try to like slow down more, like quicker.
Yeah,
I just dabbed the front brake, and I was turning at the time,
enough to
and
grab
it was just like
throw you down.
It was the grass was tall. It was in the summertime, so it was just straight dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The Clibbins barb, she got me.
Bro, did one of those like straight out of a movie, rolled on my feet, ran over to the bike, picked that shit up, and Bill came over here and I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, are you okay? Shaking my shoulders and all the other jazz. Everything was
Because he's thinking he just watched you get fucked up.
yeah. He saw me. Well, and again, it wasn't. So it was my fault because again, I didn't ride my own ride. I didn't do all of those stuff. But I mean, like that guy was Bill's friend that we were with, and we go to the Mason Jar, and my 3 buddies walk in, and they're in the parking lot. He's fucking chewing his ass out.
Yeah.
Like
it'd be the same thing if if some new rider went out with us and like I know what he's gonna do. I'd say the joke about the stupid shit.
Yeah.
But like I do trust him.
Yeah.
I trust him with my life.
Yeah.
I trust him within inches of my life.
Yeah.
And so if we were out riding in that same thing, if Ninja King came out with us and I did some fucking dumb shit, if you're not over there ripping me a new asshole because we're good stewards of the hobby.
Yes. And good friends to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the same thing as like if you did something fucking stupid or if I did something fucking stupid. Like, I would expect you to call me on my fucking shit.
Yeah.
And I literally.
God damn it, you fucking streak light just had to do. Yeah.
No, and literally.
I'm gonna call my dad and be like, I need you to say this to him real fast. I might drench the pup a little bit. Yell at him.
No, but I was just like, I don't know, so every time after that ride and even before that, I was like, hey, is there anything you guys saw that I think maybe I could do better on? Or I was genuinely was trying to learn the best and safest way possible because I love riding my motorcycle and I really want to put as many miles as on it, but I also want to live till 80 if I can.
Yeah.
So I learned this early on. So I had 2 guys that I ride with, one since moved, but they both very talented riders. They do a lot of track riding and they have been riding on tracks most of their life. And this is street track. This is not like single track dirt bike. So we were talking about some stuff and I said something like, oh yeah, if there's anything you could correct me on, like let me know. And they're like, watch me ride first before you ask that question.
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? And so Van, he was like, I've been riding for like 60 fucking years or 80 years or 100 years. I've had a lot of people that rode their whole lives and fucking terrible at it.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, you gotta do this, that. And he's like, watch someone else that you can see that's competent at riding and all that stuff. It's always, if you're new, you can always say like, hey, if there's anything you see, put your foot up or whatever it is. But he's like, when you get more into riding, you'll have people that are behind you that say they ride more than you, but they really don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So you gotta be careful about that too.
See, my thing, like what's funny is I still do, is like when I'm going into a turn, I always... I turn my head like when you're turning because it's like the target fixation. Like, okay, where you look is where you're gonna go.
Yeah,
and no matter where, if I'm on the highway and I'm doing a curve, it's like look over there because
that's funny. I do the same thing. It's if it's like feeling in my inner thigh and then pressure on my palm, like trying to feel that, but not like leaning into it, trying to stay on top of the bike. You know what I mean? So the pressure is whatever.
So I was just talking to another buddy about this the other day, and I was like, I still dart around and look at shit, even though I know I'm not supposed to. And he goes, do you do the same? And so we both had the same time. And then he was like, do you point your chin, right? And I was like, yes, I point my chin. I do go. But I'm like, what's over there? So if you had a camera on my eyes, about and so I was talking about it because I was like, I still try to point my chin. I still do all the things. Make sure I'm trying to be as good as I can about stuff. But then also like, dude, like get on the scooter, like just fucking shit up. And like, it's great because sometimes I'm like, I just want to go be reckless.
Yeah.
But then at speed on the highway, I'm like, you know what?
I don't want to be reckless.
Yeah.
Because
no, not at all.
Yeah.
So last year I didn't ride as much, but then I got asked why I didn't ride as much. I got busy and I needed to do some other stuff and bikes and some shit like that. And then it was really hard seeing Caleb and Martin in the hospital. Yeah. And then thinking about like, I fell at like 10 miles an hour and I'm like on the bicycle and then on the scooter. I was like, this really fucking hurt there.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, I gotta get out of my own head again about this.
Yeah.
So I gotta go out and start riding, and then the bike's not 100% where I wanted to be at. So it's doing weird shit. So that's making me uncomfortable.
This whole mental thing, it's like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
And everyone's like, quit being a bitch. I'm like, yeah, well, you can say that, but whatever dumb shit happens to you, where I'm like, I'll be a bitch.
It's like I'm not comfortable on the bike or with my riding ability right now, and I'm doing both. I'm gonna be a bitch.
And then it's like,
I'm gonna be safe at home. I got shit to go do.
All you've seen in the news lately is motorcyclists
Yeah.
killed. The one in Mustang or Yukon.
Fucking
motorcyclist killed in southwest Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, it was a 18-year-old, 17-year-old kid doing a mock Jesus.
Mock Jesus.
Hit a pole. And then you had one in, was it New Year's Eve or something in Yukon?
that
he was trying to run from the cops and ran through an intersection and got
Man,
hit by a car.
Are you?
He's alive, but
Yeah. Are you on 405 Riders?
Yeah, did you? I posted a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Some dude was running. We were heading down to Oklahoma City to.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it
Oh
was you.
yeah.
And I was like, I said, who's running from the cop right in front of Frontier City right now? And everyone's like, I don't think he's. One of the comments. I actually think the guy who was running from the cops was in the comments.
Yes, that's usually how it goes.
So, because he was like, I think he's. One of the comments was like, I think he's a good guy, and then the same guy comments on his own comment, like is trying to. I was like, bro,
he doesn't have any felonies.
stop incriminating yourself.
Yeah.
People don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Plead the fifth.
And
And
it's
I-
always funny when they're like, check on your folks, and you're like,
Now, granted,
I know, I get it.
now
I will get it.
Now remember Eric, because how bad that
No,
was.
trust me, I get it, and I'm
Yeah.
not like I do.
It's really hard to quote
I
unquote-
appreciate
quote-
that.
yeah.
but then sometimes it's like the humor from like the guy out of Yukon,
Yeah.
where they're like, hey, was this you? So and so, was this you? And then like so and so is like, nope, I'm at work.
Nope.
That is
Nope.
not.
Nope.
That is
Nope.
not me.
Yeah.
And then somebody posts a picture of the bike and says, oh, that's so and so, and you see the bike like wadded up, and they're like, oh, well, he was running from the cops and cutting, splitting lanes, and and then somebody else like got what he deserved, and it's like,
Dude,
God damn, that's a little rough.
Yeah,
Kevin
seriously.
Kevin, one time, he sends me a message. He goes, I thought this was a motorcycling group, not a prayer group. And I was like, what? And it was so somebody had gotten hit and killed, T-boned, and tragic. And in every comment was an emoji of the prayer hands.
Oh gosh.
And then we found out later as adults, like 6 months later, that's not prayer hands. It's high-fiving. And so he had sent me that one. Doesn't say anything for months. He's busy. And then I get a thing. Hey, the prayer hands are actually high-fiving. So everyone's been high-fiving this shit, thinking they were praying on it.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, oh my god.
Which is funny because I always thought, still to this day, it's the first time I realized that it's not high
It's
five.
not the prayer hands. Yeah, no, I totally I was like, okay, now I see it. So
Prayer hands or you're high fiving Jesus, so it works.
no,
Dude, I truly believe that the people that you're around and like the people who you're influenced by, especially in any type of two-wheeled motorcycle, extreme sports in general,
anything you're doing, it's going to be the community you're with.
in that community, and I will say that community can kill you.
Yeah.
That community for sure. Like the sport bike guys, don't get me wrong. I love riding with people who just enjoy being on two wheels. Who love the sport bike, like I see on TikTok, like the cringy stuff of them, like doing they're like talking about this dark montage of like, man, she was the one, or like all this other stuff.
I will say every time I see one of those, I'm like, dude, come on.
Yeah,
But that's what
No
I'm saying.
pussy is that important.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like, why
I've
are
been
you
married for like most of my life. No pussy is that important.
And it's just kind of like, and then
You've been married
you
twice.
can't talk. Married pussy's different.
I mean, I'd be
When you
upset.
grippy socks, grippy box will
yeah.
change your life.
I guess I gotta go make them fucking real today. No, but I get where you're coming from.
But just
Yeah.
because, like I said, I was very blessed, and the people I got a chance to ride the bike before buying it.
That's actually really. I want to meet this Bill guy.
He's cool. I don't actually talk to those guys that much anymore. It's
Okay.
it's a little sad, but
Well, you can talk about it off mic.
yeah, we definitely will talk about it off mic for sure.
So you look at some of the guys like Kickstart Mike, who is what 70s, late 70s,
72 or 74. He just told me at Born Free, and I can't remember.
dude. He's an old man. He rides Kickstart.
He rides a
Shovelhead,
hardtail kickstart motorcycle.
Yeah.
Harley.
Dang.
and
Man.
like it rides it everywhere.
Across
But-
the country into other countries.
Dang,
And he's probably top speed is about 55, 60.
and that's
So-
cool.
so-
That's cool.
But so he rides his ride, and he is like, and he took because we had him on, and he's not about going fast.
No, he wants
You know-
to enjoy his life.
Yeah.
And so
You
he's
know where
like,
he gets his kick about that? Scuba diving. Because he told me that at Born Free. He's like,
Yeah.
if I want to almost die, I'll go scuba dive. Because at any
Yeah.
point in time, like millisecond could just die. And I was like, I don't know how to swim.
really.
Because the
millisecond,
mixed
but-
gas and the pressure and all that stuff.
He was like the bin. I don't know, man. I,
if
don't
you're
fucking know how
going
to swim.
deep, most people scuba dive. It's like less than 25 feet.
Yeah, he's
you're not
lower than
diving.
that.
You're just like holding your breath and
Doing
floating
McCall.
back up.
well, apparently you can like blow up your lungs if you surface too fast or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, you get bloat.
No, you get air bubbles in your blood.
Whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You boil your blood.
Coming from one of us in here that has scuba dove.
Which
Scuba ski. I'm so glad I have that rolling right now. I'm gonna have a new shirt idea next week. Hold on. We haven't played with it for a little bit. My name's Mop and I'm even bigger idiot now. My name's Mop and I'm an idiot.
That's all you got.
Hi, Kirk.
Anyway.
Tmilly swings.
Yeah, I'm going to isolate that one down for sure.
No, but it's just like I said, all that cringy stuff can definitely like you see stuff on social
does.
media. People are like, they can see the coolness of like the community, especially with the sport bike guys if they're driving,
Right.
150 plus or whatever.
Well, we've been at like bars and bike nights before where, we've had guys come up and they're like, want to race for $500? No, absolutely not.
No,
You're like, one,
Yeah, dude, like I street raced most of my life. No.
yeah. And not only, but like I don't know you. I don't know how you ride.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee you're probably going to ride like a bat out of hell because you're going to try to win $500 and you're probably going to take $500.
Well, and then also,
but
are we doing
I'm not
chases the
gonna get
race where I
killed.
drop the fucking hammer on you and I'm out and like I'm gonna just like what are we doing?
Yeah.
And like everyone's weird about everything.
Yeah,
so,
especially
like,
with racing.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with racing.
I think when it's a dig or it's a roll or what are we doing?
But a lot of it is, you just gotta, not,
Find your niche.
Find your niche, ride your own ride, which is, I know everybody says that, but it's like, every now and then we like to have fun. And those are the times that people have gotten fucked up. Like Flycatcher when Gilly was doing wheelies and
Well, and I want you to have fun and do whatever you can to your ability. And if you fall and get hurt, we're going to be there to help you.
Yeah.
But I
like,
built one cross. I don't want to build a second.
Yeah.
And when we've had, guys who ride with it have gone down, it's like going to the hospital, like doing stuff. And like, we come together as a group too, and we're there for everybody. But, it's like none of us are really out doing stupid shit. It's like every now and then people do like going fast. I like going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
don't like going fast all the time.
Yeah.
But there are
I
times
know,
when
I know when I'm going to do some weird shit, and I usually do it like on my own because I'm like, no one else is like, is that?
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, okay, go have fun.
Yeah.
Like you're cool. Like when we're coming back from T-Bars and Tatankas the first time, where fucking weirdo was hanging out the sunroof.
Yeah.
I was like, 2 of you guys need to go and track that down. I will stay back with everybody else, and we will handle this.
Well, and that's why I went.
Yeah,
was
and then
because-
fucking Hanson was like, "I'm gonna be done." And I'm like, "No, you stay with everybody else because we may have to go fuck that thing up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and he dialed it back, and I was like, "I'm glad you got your zoomies out."
Yeah.
Yeah.
because now we have to maintain this. So
Yep.
It's just about, especially like when we do the red dirt or the music stuff, and we have like this group of guys that go to Bad Brows on Thursdays who they're kind
is
of.
it the same owner for this one in Yukon?
It's franchised.
Okay.
The guy who owns the one in Yukon, his name's TJ, I think. I do all their merch, or t-shirts or whatever.
That's the only one I've ever been to. I haven't been to the one.
And then the guy, his name is Vernon.
The one in Stillwater is better.
Yeah, I want to go.
Like,
The
I don't
one,
mean that. Not trying to stir, but it is the one in Yukon's not that good.
it was good the first time I went to it, and the second time I was like, "This is hot dog shit."
Yeah.
I can't do my fingers the right way, so
It's pretty good. I mean, Smoke and Joe's. Yeah, that's what it's called now. There's another barbecue spot just came up. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like what Bad Brad's is doing. Like I said, the community wise, whatever. There's this guy that comes and plays all the time, and he's a little bit of a younger cat.
yeah.
And he just doesn't have like he'll go up there and it's a restaurant, so anybody can come in. It's a family restaurant. And
He's like, "What's up, you bitches?"
He'll go up there and he'll
Yeah.
go up there and drop like the F-bomb and stuff like that. And there's like coach, I'm not even kidding you, bro, Steve Lutz and his wife.
Right, right.
He's the new OSU basketball coach, men's basketball coach.
Yeah.
He came in with his wife and we're just sitting there talking and everything was going great. And then it's just like, you have to, it's a couple of people. You're like, man, I don't know what they're going to say or like how they're going to handle the situation.
Right.
Which is not always, don't get me wrong. Like I'm like, if we're all hanging out or whatever, it's fine. But like, there's a time and place kind of thing.
You can kind of read the room.
Yes.
Well, and that's the thing about coming from comedians where if you go in and you're going to try to do a bunch of blue comedy and the room's not set up for that, you need to know better.
Yeah.
And like if you walk in there and like they didn't tell you anything and you kind of figure it out real fast and you can't pivot and now you're just like horror shit.
Yeah.
Like you're not very good. It's being able to adapt and pivot and do a lot of things. Because like, we can go to a meeting with someone and be like, oh, well, that was fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's going to be times where we're going to assert our dominance over someone and be like, no, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other times you're like, hey, that pasture from that thing over here is
Yes.
here. Maybe we tone it down and just like,
Yeah.
that was some weird shit.
Well, just
Yeah.
well, just because it's like, well, you know, if you have a, you know, especially like a social media image or all this other thing, and you know, Oklahoma is small, especially Stillwater, so it's like people
for you.
talk all the time.
Yeah.
And like I was talking about earlier, like I didn't want my, with all those bars dramas, like I don't want my name.
Yeah.
Like, I'm genuinely trying to do like the Tmilly took that and Stilly Vintage, growing it genuinely and like organically and have a community and be involved with all these people. I don't want to, you know.
Well, and when you're real small, it's real, you can get divisive on stuff. Not even you doing it, but like your following can get divisive.
Well, and that's like what we kind of, when we were talking about getting sponsors and like helping, trying to figure it out. So it's not so much of it shares the financial load.
Yeah.
With, you know, somebody else puts, you know, like giving us t-shirts. Okay. Well, that helps us out. But I also, we had a long discussion about, you know, this podcast is what this podcast is. I'm not changing it.
Yeah.
If somebody says, you know, hey, I don't want you guys to talk like that, or, you know, you shouldn't.
Like, don't make a fuck you Nate joke, because I think we're 3 hours in before we made one.
Yeah. And, you know, it's like, okay, well, maybe
You're not right for us.
You're not
And
right
that's
for
fine.
us.
You know?
And that is fine, but it's like, I'm not going to change. This started as it was like us just kind of bullshitting around and having fun. And that's what we've kept it at. And we're not going to change that, you know, and I'm old enough to the point in my life, I've had to do that before in business and everything else. And it's like, I'm not doing that anymore. This is for me.
Authentically, we are ourselves.
Yeah.
And then at the same time with the guests, like if you have an image you want to go upright on and be doing whatever you're going to do, that's what you're going to put out. That's what you're going to put out. Now, if you're going to come on here and be like, I'm left and I'm actually right and real person, I'm like, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like, you know, that's not political. That's just like,
I know what you mean. Though. It's just
black. You know.
Well, if somebody actually came on and was like that, I guarantee we'll call you out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
well,
that's
first off, I'm going to call you out on it. And second of all, we don't know that we're going to put that episode out.
That's understandable. And like, I think it's big, like how with my real job and just with anything, I try to be as transparent as possible because one, I grew up with love my mom and dad, but it was very like sometimes very sheltered and different, whatever.
Yeah.
So I try to be as transparent as possible so I can continue to be very authentic. But also that like, hey, like I'm a human, you know what I mean? I'm going to sit there, I'm going to tell you all the things like with sales, if I, selling t-shirts, like I try to break down all of the costs and what everything means, whether you know what it means or whether you don't.
And let me explain to you what it is, or you should ask some questions about this.
And I am a big, like, I try to like the mansplain thing. I think it's an ADHD thing or.
No, I get that all the time. And no, it's not wrong. I get it all the time where I'm like, not trying to mansplain. I just don't know that everybody in the room knows this weird
the context.
thing. And I'm like, I'll say,
I've gone down the rabbit hole. I know the thing.
the frick count is important because people like the way it touches their skin. And I like my wife all the time, like 17 years, she'll be like, you're not mansplaining. You're explaining. You're explaining to a level of detail that no one else is going to give a shit about. But
but there are people.
There's
that
a reason that you're
Yeah.
explaining it because you thought it was important.
Like you said. So coming from an apparel background where I grew up around it, I'm familiar with how that works and how the pricing was.
Yeah.
And I say was, but it was like when we were trying to find shirts and going around and like we went to a couple different places and they were like,
we can get you some racks.
We can get you, this for $25 a shirt. And I'm like,
what?
No, you're like, it should be, like
now.
you're
done it,
you're way off. And he, at the time he didn't know, so he's like, well, we could. That's a good deal. I'm like, hell no, it's not a good deal.
Well, now I'm like real fucking particular because like I love to support so many people, but like there's stuff where I'm like I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I don't want to be an asshole and be like, hey, what is this shirt? Because like there's some stuff like some of my Volvo guys have done where I'm like they're doing shit out of their garage, dude. Like I'm never gonna wear it. I'll buy it. I'm never gonna wear it because I don't want it to be on me.
Yeah.
I want the design and I want to keep the design.
Yeah. And in one wash it could just be horrible.
Yeah.
Later.
And
And that's so the idea is So kind of going back with what we were talking about, I have had I've tried like a couple different accounts on different things. I don't want anybody to like who has been keeping up with all of the things.
Right.
Like I don't want them to think that I'm just like spinning my wheels or just trying different things. Like it's intentional that all three things feed into each other. So like when I do a YouTube video, I'll tag like a snippet of it. I'll post it on my Tmilly account, but I'll tag Tmilly Took That so it talks to each other because that's
It's an ecosystem.
It's the media side. But like if I had a video of us and we were all wearing Stilly Vintage shirts, I would tag all three. I would post it on my Tmilly and then collab with all three because I feel like it works or whatever.
That's how we do it. And then there's times when I'll put out stuff on because we both have the Chubby Boy page.
Yeah,
so
and
it's like
so the-
and we both. Like
We both have a very established personal page
Yes.
too.
yeah,
Yes.
and so like I'll make content that like like the golf stuff where I did the golf balls. He had no clue.
Which is really cool.
This
I
motherfucker,
like
I thought
I
we
did
got
it.
hacked, and in the next morning, I'm like, "Who the fuck put our logo on golf
Yeah,
balls?"
'cause
and
I was-
he's like, "LOL, I did." Here, will you give this one to him?
But you know what's
These were my three, and I've given out two of them, and I will
thank
buy
you.
more because it's ours. But
I have a golf ball display in my office.
There's one in the creek at Hidden Creek if somebody would like to go get it
motherfucker.
from this morning.
Oh, you played Hidden Creek? I was so glad I didn't go because I
Yeah.
would have been busy. But
We'll definitely have to do a golf round soon.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I haven't
Oh, dude.
played in a while, but I love golf.
You know what?
It's my sport these days. I don't play basketball anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, I love ping pong. I'm like ungodly good at ping pong. I'm not I know
Okay,
that you
Forrest Gump.
I'm curious where you're going with this.
Yeah,
I feel like I have an idea. I feel like I have an idea.
You know, I like it would be cool to do a winter ping pong tournament.
Okay.
But it would be nice to do like it's not like an invite only.
Fury.
No.
Yeah. Throwing wrenches at everybody.
Yeah, no. Do you want to do a dodgeball league? No.
Or could
Blazer.
What's the cost to
Blazer.
rent out the like event center at the Hard Rock? We could do an indoor dodgeball thing at the Hard Rock.
hard
Could you
balls
imagine
and hard rock.
Security would have a field day if we did
Field day.
like just a gorilla dodgeball
Oh my god.
just running through the casino
Shit,
and
like
wailing balls at people.
Missouri versus Texas versus Oklahoma versus
listen,
Arkansas versus
to be
Louisiana.
real, last year somebody had a goat in the casino.
I can't believe I fucking missed it, and I've been like,
I took a picture of it because they were like security. He's like
like,
running, and we're like,
there's a goat. There's a goat.
they're like, what's going on? Where are you going? Can we go with you? So we're all like,
Technically,
we're
yes,
like,
you can go wherever you want.
well, yeah,
until it
because we were
gets
like
to a
running
closed
with
door.
him. And he's like, oh, there's some lady with a goat in here. And we're like, what?
What?
And he,
We need to find her.
you had me at goat.
Yeah. I don't know if you know this, sir. We're into that kind of shit. No, I mean that's I love Polar Run, so I'm probably gonna miss this year because of some other obligations.
Yeah.
So next year I'm gonna go down. I've already made a plan for it. Assuming they're gonna do it again, we're gonna go.
If you're not going, they'll do it again.
Yeah, that's the thing. Call the Reapers for a reason. But like, so T-ballers and Tatankas, I can make sure like that's gonna happen. I've already got that one kind of planned out, really flushed. T-bars and Tatankas is a fucking wild time.
It
I'm
is
excited.
so fun.
And like people,
it is a blast.
If you can do one or the other, and you've never been to Shreveport, I would say you go to Shreveport this year, and then go to T-bars and Tatanka next year because like it's gonna keep growing for T-bars and Tatankas. Shreveport's
Yeah.
on year. This is 7 or is this 6
For what?
for Polar?
It is
It's
6.
So it's more established. So if that was going to be the 1 or the 2, I would go with. And
Do
it's
that
just,
one.
Yeah.
Polar Run, there's going to be some other people that you typically don't get to interact with.
Gotcha.
And you may not get to interact with them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Wheelo?
There's I don't know what's his name? Fast Life Garage.
Oh, Jace.
Jace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He and I have talked a couple,
that's
being back
cool.
and forth
That's
a little
good,
bit.
yeah.
But I literally never met him. Just whatever.
Shut the fuck up.
So Born Free, I was actually going to go this year. I wrote a plan out with some friends, and it just fell through. But when I saw, like, I was bummed because I wrote out this whole plan and didn't obviously talk to you guys about it. And then
Oh, yeah.
I saw that you were there. I was like, well, shit, I should have went.
Well, and that's
Yeah.
so.
'Cause I'd like to hit that one.
Yeah.
The thing I will tell you about Shreveport.
I was not there.
Lane talked me out of it. Talked
Oh,
me
he
out
did?
of it. So he was like, I've been to or what's that show? He's like, I've been to Born Free, Texas. He's like, it's
Born Free in LA.
no Born Free, Texas.
Okay. Now this was I think the 4th year of it, so it was a little different.
Okay, it was a little smaller. That makes more sense.
No, it was better organized.
Oh, really?
There was more shit going on at last year's Born Free. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he might have gone to like the first or second one, maybe.
I think it went with Donnie the first or second one. I
Okay.
think that's what it was.
And he was like, yeah, just whatever. Because obviously seeing the California one's awesome. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's a 1-day event.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it's like and it's not even a full day. And I'm not lying. It's good. It's really great. I have a lot of buddies that go to it and they're like, it's amazing. Born Free Texas is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're a vendor, you can go Wednesday to Sunday or Monday. Born Free Texas, it's debauchery. And not in the bad term. Like everyone's riding mini bikes around. So you're going to ride your bike into the bowl. You're going to have to drink beer. You're going to drink whiskey. You're going to do whatever the fuck you're going to do. What?
The goat.
Is the goat.
Oh, yeah, I was like, did you find it? Born Free Texas, I've been to a lot of big events, and like that one was good. It was palatable. We're like, and now granted, I know a lot of people from Texas that were down there. And there were some Oklahomies that were down there. So like it was good because it was like all the people I may not get to see for another 6-8 months or something like that. Like I'm getting to hang out with them. Because those guys are rolling strong because it's their home state.
Yeah.
But Born Free Texas, there was a lot of really great bikes. FXR tour ending there is really cool.
That one's cool.
Because as much shit as I talk on Harleys, and I'll still talk shit on FXRs because essentially they're the Testarossas of the collector world for Harleys because it's a fucking pain in the ass. FXRs are cool.
They are.
So,
Is your do you have a police bike?
yep. I have two.
Oh, what's the white one with the one in the corner? I didn't.
Both of those are police bikes. but-
What, are they both? What,
KZP.
KZ's
They're,
1000.
Nice.
Kawasaki KZ 1000 police bikes. I gotta think about the timeline. So
The one that blew up on the last Polo ride, he bought from a crackhead.
yes, I bought
Washington,
another one
Oklahoma.
from another crackhead. It's less miles.
Well, it was crackhead at state sale.
Yeah.
The one to replace that one.
Was the first one was definitely crackhead. Second one was crackhead adjacent.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kawasaki. So Harley had been doing the police bikes forever, FLHPs and all that stuff. Kawasaki wanted to get in that market, and then they came up with the KZ 1000 police bike, KZP. And then they started it before the FXRP came out. I think a year or two beforehand they developed it. And the frame chassis design is really similar. There's a lot of similarities between the bikes, and there's a lot of big differences. Obviously, power plant. and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But so I will say the KZP 1000 or the KZ 1000 police bike is the poor man's FXR.
It's because it looks like the police FXR. That's what I was.
And so
when you had it in there, I was like, man, it's got an FXR.
well,
and
yeah,
they're getting
fuck,
to
I
where-
really wish I did.
But they're also getting where they're not so poor.
No,
Like
because
they're-
after we talked about that in Joplin, one came up, and I don't know if I sent it to you or not, but the asking price on that, I was like, you're higher than giraffe pussy on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, because a lot of people that are like the FXRPs are amazing.
Yeah.
And
if you want to get one, go get a goddamn Defender.
You can't get in this 20 grand, and like the cost on the Harley ones are so much. Well,
Yeah, look at Joey's.
The flip side of that is the Kawasaki's,
Yeah.
and so they're getting a lot more popular. The police bikes, in general, that scene is getting a lot more popular, and so
Which is cool.
which is cool,
It's really cool.
But yeah, it's like fuck, you can't.
Are anybody building the Kawasaki's like a how they're taking the police FXRs and stripping them, making them like how they are now with the
Right.
bags and stuff? Are people doing that with the Kawasaki's or?
Not that I've seen, and he may know more,
Okay.
but he's over beating off right now, so no telling what he's doing.
Well, that's cool.
Your dick's not that big.
Which is funny. I have been looking for like a project, some kind of project bike. I've been wanting to tinker. I like.
I've told it like what would be cool to do is there's a couple different things. Is like, dude, a lowrider like Vikla style police bike.
balls hold the pee.
I know,
Balls.
but I'm like, that would look so fucking insane.
Oh, yeah.
And like all chromed out,
With the
and
big fender
with
on
the
the
big
back.
fender on it, and
The wide, low handlebars would be cool.
get like fucking engraved up and everything. Like
Oh, for the first one?
Going like a Vikla vibe.
going like a Vikla
Dude,
police bike,
man.
which look, you don't have enough money for that.
No.
And
I'm gonna have to learn how to engrave.
Yeah, the engraving alone's just like 10 grand. Some stupid.
but even just
Thanks, Ashley. We know that number now.
Yeah.
Like,
but getting
what's up, Pando?
finally getting, or if you'll finally ever get around to actually getting one of those running.
There's been some pretty large financial constraints on some stuff lately.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but things happen. But
But I'm a big believer of like what I was just saying when you were out here. So I'm looking for a bike that like a project bike, something to work on because I love my Dyna. It is a Harley, so I prefer to send it off. The guy who's been working on that bike since it left the dealership. It came out of Foreman Harley Davidson in Stillwater.
Right, yeah.
Same guy who was the service manager, worked there till the end. He actually lives on the house, like right outside of Perkins.
Nice.
And has a shop in like his shed and does bikes and stuff now. So I just,
we met him. We know who that is. I can't remember his name now. Was it George?
was it an older gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay. That's George. He was there the longest
Yeah.
but there's a guy named Ben Morgan.
Oh, Ben. Okay. Ben's okay. Good for Ben.
Do you know Ben?
I met him. Met George and
Gotcha.
Ben. Yeah.
So Ben, he was so when all that was happening with Foreman, they were talking about what to do, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd really like to open up my own shop." Blah blah blah. And then he went to like did some stuff at the tech school or whatever, and then actually started his like Morgan cycle repair. And so that's where I've been taking my bike. I just prefer to throw my leg over it, start it up, and
Hey,
I get it. You do what you can.
Yeah.
You know?
I love working on everything, and I love being independent and not having to send it off to a shop. There's plenty of times where I'm like, look, I can do whatever on a car or a
I
truck
don't have time. Or
I don't know. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
And I don't want to fuck this up
Yeah.
because there's two of these that keep me upright and alive. And I'd rather send it off to Shelby or whoever.
Yeah.
Motorcycle Tile Store.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, and because I can do an oil change. And so I've got, I got a whole ass lift so I could do an oil change so I don't have to lay on the ground.
Or you just buy a bike with a fucking center stand like a goddamn adult.
I have a lift so I can sit
Do the oil change.
and do an oil change and not have to get on the ground. Even if it's on a center stand, you have to get on the ground.
Which, even more so like the guys that I bought my bike from and they're big Harley guys and have worked on theirs or whatever, they helped me change the oil the last time. I don't have an actual manual for it, and I was just Googling like how to we got the quarts wrong. And so it's like little stuff like that I'm like, God, I just it's
buy a shop manual like a Haynes or something. Climber.
Yeah.
Not Haynes. Climber. Buy a shop manual so then you could reference and you could look through the process of what your repair is, and you could be like, this is really not that bad.
And then what's nice is, like you said, with having Morgan, Ben.
Yeah.
Find out what beer he likes.
Yeah. No
And
shit,
no,
dude.
I'm not even bullshitting you because I've gone up to Iron Nation up in Edmond several times, and when I was learning, then like, okay, I want to take, I want to replace my stator. Like, okay, it's not that hard.
And that's kind of what he was.
And it was like, okay, I get to a point where I'm
It's like it's not that hard. It's hard. Whatever you think it's hard, it depends on what you think it's hard.
And so it's like I get to a point and I'm like, why won't the stator come off? And like,
Holy shit.
well, there's this piece here, and so I'm like, well, how do you get that off? And so it's like you start looking in the book, and it's like, oh, you disconnect the oil tank, you take this out, take that, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, what did this just turn into?
Dude, remember when I asked and you're like, oh my God. And I'm like, this is like right when we first met. And I'm like, it can't be that hard. He's like, fucking read about it and tell me all about it, dickhead.
So I went up to Harley and I was like, okay, I know Cotton, who used to be one of the techs up there, and Charlie. And so it's like, I stopped and I grabbed a 6-pack of Tank 7 and like went in and went back and talked to Cotton. It was like, set it on the counter. And I'm like, I need to ask you a question.
Yeah.
It's like, look, I understand your time is valuable. I'm taking time and knowledge away from you. How do I do this?
Yeah.
Or how do I get this off? And so it kind of greases things up a little bit, but they're more responsive to be like, oh yeah, you got to do this than, hey, if I walk in there empty handed, how do I do this?
Yeah.
And they're like, this fucking guy.
Yeah, which actually that's probably what I need to do is I had some battery problems on the bike a couple months ago, and I was just in his text all the time. Like I was doing all the research myself,
right?
But then to check, like,
hey, is this right?
Yes, it was like, and then kind of like word vomit real quick, like, hey, this is what I think could happen. So what ended up happening was I wasn't getting power, so I thought it was the stator and all that stuff, and so he took it over to him. He looked at he was like, the battery is checking fine. He goes, the stator's checking fine. He goes, I can see there's a little bit of like dropping amps over here, and he's like, the stator, it's the same thing. He's like, it's easy. He goes, to me, it could be like a 30-minute job. He goes, it might be a little bit difficult for you, but you could do it at your house.
Right.
I was like, well, whatever. I want you to do it. Blah blah blah. Get home. Pop the battery off. I have a Tinder, like a trickle charger attached. And when I got a new battery at the beginning of the season, I put
dial it.
It was straight. It wasn't battery to terminal to the bike. It was battery to the trickle charger, then the terminal. And so it was just losing connection. I couldn't start it or whatever. I would charge it, have it fully charged, go to the Bad Brad's on Thursday, and then hop on it, and it literally wouldn't go. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like, having worked in the shop before, where I hate an asshole is if you call me and you're like, hey, what is going on with this? And I go, wow, in my opinion, it's probably this, this, and this. I'm not looking at it right now though. So have you looked at this? Nope, it's not that for sure. Okay, cool. Good luck. Let me know. But like, now there's people that will ask me stuff like that. And then when they say, no, it's not that, I'm like, I know that you diagnosed that.
Yeah.
So that was where I would start at. So now we're going to have to get into the nitty gritty of all this. But if you go, why won't it start? And I go, is the battery good? And you're like, I know the battery's good. And you hang up the phone. Well, the battery's probably not fucking good. And you're upset about it. But
which was funny is like, even more so, like, even though it was the simplest fix ever. And like for weeks I was doing research. I mean, I think the bike was, I didn't know what to do for months, and I didn't even register because I don't work on bikes. You know,
if you're not mechanically inclined on everything or think to it, you'll shit yourself.
Exactly. And so I was like, wow, man. Well, once I figured out, I was like, okay, that's a simple fix. And but I still want to learn. Like, it's still like on the list of things or whatever. But like, I want to go. I put miles on that bike, whatever. And like I said, I just want to be able to throw my leg over it and feel safe. Like when I want to worry about what's going on the road.
Yeah.
And like, I'm comfortable enough with my riding ability to like, adjust like with whatever. But I don't have to worry about like the, bolts coming loose or something just random. You know what I mean?
My shifter was on the right place, and then I hit the Anadarko border.
But it's nice to know, like, oh, I need to adjust my clutch cable, and like how much slack should I have in it? And like, about this much, and it's like, okay, so if I'm out on like, man, maybe I do need to adjust that, or, but I'm kind of like you. I'll work on mine as much as I'm comfortable. Yeah. And then there are things where I'm like, yep, I know nothing about that, and I'm not going to attempt it. And it is well worth to pay somebody to go do that.
And I don't mind asking or trying to figure it out. But and it could literally be the super difficult, or it could be literally the most simple thing to somebody who knows what they're doing.
Right.
But to me, as somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, one, I'll tell you, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And fall on that sword.
Right.
So we can get on with how to fix this. You know what I mean?
Like, my thing is and especially if you don't know and you really want to learn, I'm like, okay, your toy may be down for a while depending on how bad you break this or how bad it's broken. So like, if you're willing to work through this if you know the trials that are going to come through this tribulation, cool. Let's go through it.
It's like oil changes. I'm not going to pay $300 at Harley.
Yeah, for a three-hole to get that fucking shit done. No, motherfucker.
When I can go buy everything,
just don't drop an Allen and you're fucking
shit. When I can go buy everything for $100 and do it myself in 30 minutes. Well. I can buy, AMS oil and it's like I can get
more premium, with different options of stuff doing it yourself for sure.
Yeah. And then I can do it on a Sunday when I'm like,
he's
not
like,
doing
I can get the chrome oil filter off. Bring your strength over, Cody.
Yeah. I mean,
no, it happened to me before.
And there's times where like, fuck, I did the oil change. I did probably my 10,000th oil change on Tuesday last week, and that fucking oil filter was leaking.
It was like, I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I am a big overthinker too. So like thinking that I like tweaked with something, like I was even the shifter, I'm like, adjusted the shifter height. And then now I'm like, well, shit, now what if I can get my foot up in a crunch time? Like I think about that type of stuff.
I mean, but it's good to know too. Cause like if there's setting it up for a lot of different things, and they're setting it up for maybe more of a, hey, I can't fit my foot over there, but you can. So I'm glad you can, but that's not how it works for me. But and then overthinking all that stuff too, it does help if you're competent to make it where you're actually double verifying that you've done all the things. So
it's just like, my brother has been like looking at bikes and stuff like that and just different things. And he's asking me questions. I'm like, listen, it's easy to get excited and wanting to do all of these things. But I said, the fun part that I've found out is learning the right way to do it. Like, like learning like doing oil changes, like making sure like what is important to keep maintenance.
If you know the rules, you can break them.
Yes.
Well, I had a deal like on my Softail where I was wanting to switch out all my lights to LEDs.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So you get a voltage regulator, blah, blah, blah. So, because otherwise you get the fast, flashy things. So,
good to know.
Hey, man, by the way, your shit looks all fucked up. He's like, I was like, it's giving me a fucking seizure. Yeah.
And so switched everything out. Well, my rear turn signals won't work. And I'm
I was like, what the fuck?
I'm like, I can put incandescents in. They work great. Put LEDs in. They don't work at all. And so I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, and
so
I
put
I'm
them,
also being like working on cars and shit my whole life. I was like, what the fuck? So then we both start looking into it. I was like, what the fuck? And you get a load fucking distributor thing?
And like, no clue. So I finally am like, fuck this. I put them in the front. They work, and it's like, now I can't return them because I already, they're electronic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
pulled the con right off of that goddamn thing.
I forget where I was, but I was kind of talking.
You were at Freedom, I think.
Maybe
it was either Freedom or it was Charlie.
It was somewhere, but it was some old man, and it was either Charlie or some old man at Freedom.
No, was it? Did you do the tire shop?
I don't.
It was an old man. Anyway, sorry.
It was an old man somewhere.
It doesn't matter.
Was like, because we were talking. He said
was a
something
wizard,
about it.
Harry.
He was like, "Oh, well, he's like, you probably might have checked. So you get your voltmeter out and check your hookups." He said Harley had a real bad problem of when they would wire those, they'd solder them up backwards. So if it's backwards, it will work with an incandescent light.
Yeah.
It will not work with an LED light.
But if it's obviously set up right, it would work fine.
Yeah.
Right.
And apparently there was an issue for a while.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, but it's that type of shit where you're like, okay.
What year?
09.
Yep.
You're saying no.
What year's yours?
13.
But I mean, and so it's like one of those things where just randomly kind of talking to somebody and they're like, oh yeah, the little tidbit of knowledge, and you're like, man, I'm never gonna fucking forget that. And it's like it's
to the point where like now we both tell people.
Yeah.
I don't even own a fucking American Harley. Like
that's cool.
Yeah. But
so this is tricks of the trade.
Yeah.
Well, and it's I have friends that want to look at collector cars like, oh, I want to get I want to get a 912 or 914 or whatever. I want this.
Yeah.
Go find that mechanic and make sure they're close.
And hopefully make the like, we're lucky here that we have Freedom, which is a small independent shop, and the guys that work there have been there forever. And they used to do maintenance there, but they don't anymore.
They just sell parts, right?
They just sell parts.
Matt used to do maintenance there.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
Drano was there and doing that, but
and then Dale works counter, and like they're really good guys.
Yeah.
And they're small. Like I said, they're small. They're local, and you can go in, and usually a lot of times you'll be like, nah, I need this, and this, and they'll either get you the parts or be like,
nope,
what
you need this.
What you doing? Or you need this.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
And
and that's and good people to like take advice from too.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like, we sell this shit every day.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you go into Harley and they're like,
the part book says this.
Get fucked,
dude.
And it's like
walking into O'Reilly's is kind of the same thing.
Yeah,
dude.
What year is it?
What year, sir? I need an air.
What's it going on?
Is it a 2-wheel drive or my O'Reilly is over here. Just goes go use the computer.
Yeah.
So like so much to the point when the truck started leaking oil and I walked back in, the guy was like, "Why are you here again?"
Yeah.
That fucking Wix is leaking, and he was like, "Oh shit, let me go get all this shit for you." And I was like, "Thanks, Ben."
The O'Reilly's got to put the battery on my bike, and I am mechanically inclined enough. Like I definitely will sit there and I can do the research and try to figure it out.
There is no shame in letting someone else do your battery.
But I'm just saying,
dude did a battery in my truck.
Yeah.
Well, it's just because something. I mean, obviously in this
If it's
case,
free, it's free.
100%. And they took the old one. I mean, like I rode my bike there, and they took the old one out and he put it in, and
It is cheaper for me to have oil changes done in my truck than it is for me to do it. If someone wants to, there is no shame in this game. So the guy at O'Reilly's is your battery, and you're enjoying your life.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll die on that hill if I have to, just because like I know where my limits are on things.
Yeah.
And like if I want to be able to continue having fun and continue to ride motorcycles and to meet people and do all these things, like one, I got to know where, like, I'm a talker, like normally, like like talk people's
Normally?
ear. Just like, I don't know, just like, people, I know how many, we're almost 5 hours into this or whatever.
we're about 2 minutes away. No. Moppin's like, I have shit to do. Go do it.
I know, sorry.
No, you're fine.
But it's just like, so it's like time and place and figuring out all this stuff. But like I said, I'm going to fall on my sword because that just, I'll leave that transparency there so that you know where I'm at and all this other stuff. And like I said, I know where my limits are, so I can stay safe on the bike. But I also want to learn. Like I'm so eager to learn about social media. I'm so eager to learn more about you guys and like the industry of like, you know, selling merch and different things. And like, I like business models too. Like those things kind of fascinate me.
Yeah.
Look, you brought up Taylor Swift earlier, and I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, but dude, the business model
She's doing something right.
It's insane. It's insane.
Guess what? Who has all the money, and I guess who does not?
Guess who gave out $13 million worth of Christmas gifts to her employees this year?
Yeah. Guess who did not? I have one employee. And I didn't give out $13 worth of Christmas presents.
What'd you give your employee? A hand job?
Several.
Just some silent porn.
Motherfucker, I got messaged about that today, and I was like, I hate you so much right now. What's your downside like? I don't know. I can only tell you this.
Yeah. It's like,
anyway. Yeah. Turner's just
saw Gam Gam.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, and that's so. My buddy calls me last night, and he's like, "Oh, I want to go do this and this." He's got this big trip planned, and he's like, "I want to get back into the community. I want to get back into this." And he doesn't sound. He sounds very genuine with this. And I was like, "That, yeah, go do it. If you're gonna go here and go do that, or you're gonna go there and go do that, let me know. I'll set you up with people I know along the way." Mm-hmm. I unfortunately cannot go with you. I would love to go with you, but I don't have the time for it.
Right.
If you want to go do the thing, go do the thing. Go enjoy the thing.
Yeah.
And motorcycling is like the one unique thing because it's not like, oh, well, and golfing. Well, because I'm not into golfing super hardcore, but maybe this is a thing for them. We're like, oh, well, the guy that has the old golf clubs that's going out and golfing, like he's not very cool because he doesn't the coolest Titleist or whatever it is. In motorcycling, there's a lot of disparaging comments on like, oh, you don't work on your bike or you don't ride your bike past county lines because we talked about that.
Yeah.
If you're riding a motorcycle and enjoying it, I don't give a fuck if it's a scooter or whatever it is. Yeah. You may not work on it. Sure. I don't give a shit. Like maybe you grew up with not being able to do that.
Yeah.
Or you don't righty tighty lefty loosey is not coherent to you. I don't give a shit as long as you're enjoying it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like even with the social media stuff, go enjoy it.
It's kind of like with everything. You start getting into it and there's always going to be clicks and groups and comments and
there's always comments.
It really is the point. You just ride your own fucking ride your own
go
fucking
enjoy
motorcycle.
your
go
fucking
enjoy it.
life, dude.
You know, because like the other day when it was fucking 80 out and, you know, I'm like, I'm going to go out and ride for a little bit. And I went up to fucking,
thanks for the fucking invite.
You were going out with your wife. I didn't want
I'm like, to be fair, you made the right call. Yeah.
And so
I was actually legitimately bummed because I was like, oh, I miss my husband.
So I went out to like Kingfisher and
nice.
You know, it's like came back and, you know, did a loop, went up and thought about going up to Enid and I was like, yeah, I'll just go over.
I'm glad you didn't do that. That would suck.
And I mean, it's not bad. That I've done that loop before on 74 and up and over him, but yeah, I just went out and was like, yeah, like fucking enjoyed it. You know, it's like, that's what it is. It's not, you know, it's therapy, you know, getting out and enjoying the fucking country, getting off the fucking highway.
The thing as I'm getting older, if you're enjoying your life and you're not being detrimental to anyone else, and you're like, I really like this thing or whatever it is. If you enjoy life enough that you're putting out there and everyone else is having a good time with it,
go do it.
Go do it.
Yeah.
I watch people on YouTube because I put it on for our dog that literally like it's the weirdest shit to me. I'm like, oh, they really want to do
the people that sit around and go, that's gay as AIDS. They're, you know,
that's 5 days gayer than AIDS. And I'm like, what?
I'm like, they just fucking hate life and hate everything else and just go have a 9mm breakfast and, you know, do the world a favor, Donnie.
Oh my God. No, I mean,
I'm just playing with you, Donnie.
It's like,
I
hey,
like you.
Yeah, I do love Donnie.
I do.
But I mean,
I
there's
do.
a certain amount of that thing where it's like, I can't hate on you for enjoying your day.
Yeah.
Cause like,
Yeah.
fuck, there's like, I was watching somebody do some weird TikTok dance the other day. I was like, that's the dumbest shit in the world to me. I would never do that in public.
Yeah.
You're, I think, enjoying life.
Yeah.
I hope.
I know. And then,
Or this is imposter syndrome.
yeah, the imposter for sure. Especially like the people who are kind of like selling their. I mean, if they're getting views and clicks and stuff,
And then they get into a whole thing where this is my revenue. I have to do this to pay my bills.
and if I'm like, I have to humiliate myself essentially.
and then you're like, how much integrity do I not have?
and there's a teeter there, and that's just like
only fans. Yeah, you can look at my butthole.
I mean, if you're cooking topless, I
don't care.
I'm all about the cooking shows.
Tmilly. Topless with Tmilly. He's like, fuck.
no. I'm trying to think of the Tmilly swings, Tmilly's topless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And he's just over like, I don't have man boobs yet, but give me a little bit. I'm moving this fat ass
Then
sandwich.
when you get some money banked up, Tmilly's titty bar.
No. So
TTB.
I was gonna say since it's low rev, the whole video or the whole page is just me standing in a blank room shirtless. Because there's no revenue. Like
I mean,
Tmilly's tits or whatever.
Just
it is.
let people buy ad space.
On the walls and shit
Yeah.
just gets
That
filled.
was kind of like OFR when I turn around to go to get a beer and come back and it's like everybody's in the parking lot topless and it's like,
Dude,
what the fuck?
I was so
Flash mob.
Dude,
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't. I really wish I remembered exactly because I was like, it's hot, and everyone else started taking their shirts off. I guess I'll take mine off. You almost never see me shirtless. Like it's rare.
Yeah.
It's like rarer than Sasquatch.
Yeah.
And then everyone,
But it was
there's-
like midnight, so it was
Yeah.
okay. You weren't
Yeah.
gonna get sunburnt that bad.
no, it's just mostly because I just like I don't want to wear my shirt off. Like I'm, like,
I'm the same
Yeah,
way.
nobody wants to see that.
Unless I'm at the lake, I'm like, why do I need my shirt off?
not even at the lake. I'm like, yeah, it stays on, man. Like I don't like no, dude.
Understandable.
Yeah, but like, I mean, and that's the thing is like if you're out doing whatever you enjoy, like again, what you
Unless it's kids.
Yeah, don't do that.
Or animals.
Don't do that.
Or animals.
Or animals.
kids are animals.
Then
yes.
just jump head first into a wood chipper.
And if people around you are doing that, you probably are in
Yeah.
Iran.
Throw them in
Iran.
a wood
You're
chipper.
You're probably in Afghanistan
Get
or
off
somewhere.
Epstein Island.
You're not
I was like,
in
I like
America
how he took
anymore.
it. I was like, I like how he took it so controversial towards the end. We're huge in Iran.
we're locked and loaded.
Yeah.
I was just from stories I've seen. There's some Vice documentaries of
Yeah.
people with goats and shit. It's just
Oh no, you're
wild.
culturally. There's a lot of that stuff around the world where I'm like, I'm trying to stick up for you guys, but god damn it, like I was trying to make sure that you guys are okay, but then also you're not helping your own case. And yeah,
It's like that guy. There's a guy I see a lot on TikTok. He's from India and he dresses really like, and he has a hoochie, but it's spelled like it's in the Gucci font or whatever. Just
Yeah.
Okay.
full whatever. Wears jeans. We got jeans rolled up with flip flops. He got his hair slicked back. He's this not this great.
I was gonna say I'm not surprised by any of this description yet.
Not the good like best looking guy, but he's like he goes to these conventions where like they hire it's like they're selling car parts or whatever, and they hire like girls. And he goes and tries to like the videos of him standing trying to pose next to them, and he always reaches out for a handshake, and they never touch him.
Okay, hold
Never.
on.
But I also don't think they're allowed to.
No, they're not.
Probably not.
Not. Cycle drag, is that who it is that we were talking about?
Oh my
the other
god,
day?
that
you
guy,
know what I'm talking about?
The guy on Facebook who's always
Oh my god, it's the cringiest
Yeah.
motherfucker
Oh my
ever.
God.
Okay, so you know how
Yes.
we're talking about the cringy thing?
Yeah.
Don't if you want to know exactly what not to do, go look at that goddamn page.
Yeah, yeah.
I
He
want
like-
to bring him on remotely.
No.
and also just flame and give him
vetoing.
shit the entire time.
he's like walking
He's-
clickbait.
He's
Yeah.
too dumb to understand how he's getting made fun of. So for an hour, I just want to troll this man.
See, you think so, or you think he plays into it?
I think he plays into
It's
it.
a little bit. It's a
bit
little
both.
column A, a little column B. Because I watched some shit where I was like, he doesn't understand he's a joke right now, and then he understands. Oh, he doesn't understand fully, but he gets that he is
Right.
the joke, and he's buying into it.
Same thing about those outlaw twin bikers.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
But you know what?
You know who? Can we get those on for next season?
No.
Oh. He's like, no.
Fuck those guys.
But
They
they-
probably fuck each other.
They're brothers.
They are.
Arkansas. What's up, Grant?
brothers. But yeah, it's and like all that stuff.
There were so many people that were so mad at them. And so it was like, yeah,
Yeah, dude.
it worked, whatever they did. Because
Yeah.
Are
now
they
like,
still famous? I don't even know. I haven't seen
I
them.
fuck, who knows?
No, for right now, they might not be, but wait till it gets warmer or Sturgis rolls back around and they'll get famous.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen anything out of them for like 6 months.
I don't.
Because the last thing I saw was they got escorted out of Sturgis by police.
For
because,
branding a gun with.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, they
I just
pulled a
saw
gun.
Oh, okay.
Well, let me rephrase. Maybe, Allegedly, I think they.
From your memory.
Supposedly that's what happened, and that they got escorted because they were like. I heard 2 stories. One, that they were being escorted because of all the stuff that was happening prior to the week that they were there, because they thought they were going to get shot or beat up or whatever. And then I also heard that they
British
one person like pressed them, and they were like,
dude, if you get pressed by one guy and he's not way bigger than you and you brandish, you a bitch.
That's what I'm,
you a big bitch.
That's
you a big old bitch. Like
that was the story that was speculating. Yeah,
because I remember. Oh, I thought you were trying to tell me something. No, I remember them.
Yeah, I have an itch right there.
He does baseball signals where I'm like, I don't know, put him out. Like, dude, no, you're the one. What are we? Who? Yeah. Working the double ropes this morning at the club. It was real hard. My arms are real shingly.
Tmilly swings.
Okay, well, we are almost at 4 hours. Okay, so
I got shit to do.
We'll run down all your because you have 8 of them.
The ones that are important are
Tmilly swings. Send your cock pictures.
That one's making a return.
Well, I might have to pivot on that rebrand.
Have you legitimately never thought about that until today?
No, that was the whole.
I've got a line of glory holes.
It was a playoff. It was a playoff. It was supposed to try to. It was supposed to because it wasn't supposed to be serious. Like like none of it was supposed to be serious. And so like
I don't know if you know this. Those guys take it real serious.
Like one of them
have a seat in this chair.
One of the videos on there is like me like trying to distract my buddies. And I like undo my glove or whatever, and then right after that the glove doesn't do anything, and then I bust ass like way louder than the glove does. So it's just like shit like that.
I do remember that because I
do like the ones where you'll have the guys that as they're going up to people are going up to tee off, they start like, you look like, you know, New Balance.
You look like John Bon Jovi.
Yeah, you know, and it's like some of those I just fucking roll.
The back off challenges or whatever.
Yes, that one.
There's a guy who I'm friends with. His name is Mike Eaton. I'm shouting him out because he's cool. He's a comedian. Been on Kill Tony a couple times. He is a part of a group. Him and another friend. They're called Hole Hecklers. And you can, so if you have a golf tournament, you can hire these guys, and then they'll come in.
Oh, we can hire them. Are they here?
I mean, we did that on some mountain bike races.
That's cool.
Yeah, we did. Actually, we did get paid to do that.
Actually, we did.
To heckle people.
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah.
That's cool.
We should go back to doing that again because that was a good time.
But yeah, sorry not to go over any more time.
No, you're fine. You don't have to worry about. I'm going to follow. Oh, they have more followers than I would expect.
So the Tmilly swings, I was in a golf a lot at the time, so I started to try to do that or whatever because we were filming a lot of content or whatever.
Right.
But didn't really go anywhere. On TikTok, I actually had some. It was.
Wait, hold on. I have a question. Are you bigger on TikTok than you are on Instagram?
On my personal, yes. And I only have a TikTok. I have a Tmilly Instagram and TikTok. I'm bigger on my TikTok because I've actually had a couple pop off there, which is interesting.
Congratulations, because that's a weird formula to figure out.
And that was old, and it was all like stuff that I'm not doing now. So it's
he's like, I was doing a little bit of the soft bush, and now I'm into the hard bush.
I did like a couple nice things for Morgan, and like that one blew up. I have like 500,000 whatever. And so then now all my content's around like cars, motorcycles, music. Yeah. So it's like I got to pivot. The algorithm hasn't picked up.
Gotta do the pranks. Do the pranks between the couples. Those take off.
The pranks and couple thing on TikTok is huge, almost to the point where I want to like you're not my wife, but like you're my wife. Yeah. But like I kind of want to start fucking with him where I'm like, let's see if we can give him a goddamn heart attack.
Yeah, I saw one the other day where some girl she took all her husband's tools out of his toolbox.
Oh yeah.
And
oh my God.
They were all snap-ons and she replaced them because they were dirty and old. And so she took all his tools out.
This motherfucker sent this and I was going to punch him through my phone.
She replaced them with Walmart tools. So like the Hyper, whatever.
Oh my gosh. Hyper Tough.
Not even Pittsburgh.
Dude, yeah. And so he's like,
they have Cobalt, which is better than that.
Right. I was surprised that was, and then she knew enough to go low.
She goes, I got rid of all you. They were dirty. So I threw them out and I got you new ones. And he was like, what?
And
he's like, because her name was Haley.
What?
And he was like, Haley, what? Are you? It starts to open his toolbox, and he's like, "Oh my god!
Where are my
Oh my
tools?"
god,
Dude, the look on his face,
you
'cause
got
it's the same look
And
I would
she's
make.
like, because it was a Christmas present, so he opens it up, and it's all these like hyper tough tools, and he's
dude.
like, "What?"
What
She's
the
like, "But they're
fuck?
new. I got them for you."
Should have threw them all away.
He's like, "All my snap-on wrenches." And how you got in Walmart, you know?
and she's like, well, I threw all the ones that were in the drawers away because they were dirty. And he's like, do I throw all the fucking forks out because they're dirty? I think there may be two versions because I saw one where I was like, I think this is heavily edited. And I did this other one. I was like, Jesus.
But I'm like, yeah, that was funny.
Dude.
I don't think, no way she threw them all out. You know,
No,
I think
I did
like
see,
a prank.
I did see other, because I went and looked, because now I have the ability to go see on TikTok. I was like, there was other joking.
Yeah.
There's other pranks.
The one similar I've seen a lot is like the my player on 2K. I don't play that video game at all, but
Right.
NBA 2K, you can create like your own character and you rank that person up or whatever.
Yeah.
A lot of people spend fucking thousands of dollars on that person. And there's this one, I've seen so many videos where the guy comes in and the girl's like, yeah, you've been on the game too much. I deleted your my player. He said, you did what? And just crash out. Instant
There's
crash
a
out.
certain extent when you get into elder money, when you're in your
Yeah,
30s
yeah.
and 40s, where you have money to, like, if you can, blow on dumb shit. Like my buddy with the photography page where he boosted all of his shit. I'm like, the joke is hilarious, but Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like that's like Segura and Kreischer, where you're like, yeah, we don't have that much money for that. Now,
Right,
now
right.
you're alienating your fans away from you. So you got to be like, oh, I spent $100 on the harmonica, and that was the best one I ever got.
And that's only funny to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
He's like, you keep talking about harmonicas, dude. Like, I don't get it. But okay, so
so I got so Tmilly on Instagram.
I thought you were just getting up to walk away. Sorry.
No. Stretch it.
Tmilly on Instagram and TikTok. I post pretty regularly on both of those.
Yeah.
Those are my like personal. I post like motorcycle stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Stilly Vintage is my clothing brand. It's a lifestyle brand, so you'll see a lot of the pictures and stuff are supposed to be like involved with stuff on people playing music or guys riding motorcycles or stuff like that. Or
living
whatever.
life. Yeah.
Living life.
Yeah.
The goal for 26 is really more to try to create the lifestyle around Stilly Vintage. So
Right. Yeah.
I wanted to be more involved. That's why I'm trying to be more involved with stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm in photography. So to help promote both of those things, I do photography.
I was like, you're about to get pretty close to the right time to be at the Devon, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been waiting. I was walking up there because Devon's on the other side of us. So like whenever I'm like, when you were talking about it earlier, I was like, yeah, he's pretty close. You're gonna have golden hour coming in right downtown.
So, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think I might skip that.
I was like, God damn it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all in there. And then, yeah, Tmilly took that as my photography account.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad that you're doing all the things and like, actually, you've come and talked about it.
Yeah.
Like I was like, because a lot of people ask me, I'm like, fuck, I don't know, man. I haven't met him yet.
Yeah.
I was like, Lane knows him.
Yeah.
So like,
And I figured I would get along with you guys pretty well, especially since like the stuff you guys post is fucking hilarious.
Right.
oh, shit, dude. I want to make a fucking page that's just more insanity. So last night I went down a rabbit
I'm waiting
hole.
for some cease and desist letters from some professional golfers. And, I was like,
Dude, oh my god. Like, so buddies that don't listen to us but just love us were like, what the fuck? And I was like, I guess he got a quote. I guess it's on record. He's got the journalism degree. I know, man. Like, I was like, if we go to court, it's on him. So, all right, well, go. So go follow all the accounts, and then go buy the goddamn shirts. Buy the hoodies, buy the sweatshirts, all that stuff. I'm actually gonna buy a shirt now.
They're pretty cool. I'm not wearing any of the cool ones right now. I've had a hoodie because
I would buy a
hat.
hat, but I don't need more hats.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, thank you guys for having me on here.
yeah, absolutely. It was
Yeah,
a lot of fun.
and then if you go to Polar, you have to come back and tell us if we don't go for sure.
Okay.
And if we go to Polar, then we're gonna have like 9 people on because we're gonna have a bunch of people who are like, "How was your Polar experience?"
And make plans for T-Bars at the top.
Yes,
I think I
Yes.
can make both work. I know there's that big trip in like Arizona or whatever that you paid like a pack. It's like a planned trip and you like pay. I can't remember what it was. Somebody posted about it. I think Burrito did.
Okay.
I think
Oh, is it DSR?
it might be-
Devilstone?
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to Devilstone, aren't you? You're
Maybe.
gonna. Yeah, I was like, you're probably gonna do
So
DSR.
that's the end of August, September.
Yes. And I was planning on doing one of these or that. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to that one. So I think I'm going to just hit.
I'm
both
thinking
of
about doing
these.
that. I know Lane's doing that this year.
Are you, is
and-
Lane Manus is going to go do DSR?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
And that was the reason that I was wanting. The big reason I wanted to go is because Lane was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, and this is another important thing, if you have one really good friend that's going to go do an adventure that year and you're going to go hang out with a bunch of other people, depends on how good those people are to you. But sometimes it's go hang out with your one really good friend.
No, absolutely. And him and I aren't that close, so it'd be cool to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I guess I don't really like that guy.
No.
If Boffin was going to do one,
I know Burrito's going for sure. And I know Lane is because I was talking to him. He bought his ticket. I missed out on getting a ticket, but you can usually get tickets. People sell theirs,
Gotcha.
especially as it gets closer.
Gotcha.
And so I'm like, I got to see if I can get off the time off.
yeah,
And
that's going to be my deal. I got
yeah.
to see if I can get
Yeah.
off.
I can get the time off. It's just I have sounds stupid, but I have a thing about doing just big things like that by myself. So like if I were to go with somebody, like for the first time, it'd be all for it.
Yeah.
But doing things, I don't have a trailer. I'm not gonna rent a U-Haul or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's almost always unfuckable if you listen to someone else when they ask you, did you rewire the ground to your bike?
yeah.
Yeah. And then they don't have to drive 14 hours one way to pick your ass up in Arizona.
You know,
Yeah.
it was good times. It's good times.
Yeah. I was awake for 28 hours.
That was your own fault. You could have said, "Hey, buddy."
No, I couldn't.
You
Anyway,
could've said,
doesn't
"Hey,
matter.
buddy.
Doesn't matter. It
Hey,
doesn't matter. But go follow
buddy,
Tmilly on
come
all the
drive.
things. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Go follow Tmilly on all the things, and then we'll figure out what event you're going to go to,
Yep.
and we're going to get you back for it.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
y'all.
I was like, fade to black. Okay. Ah, it worked.